Hey, how's everyone doing? Welcome to the Risk of Resources Loadout Race of the Week. I am your host, Race, and I'm here with my co-host, Cap.
What's up, chat? How's it going?
Hey. Cran, thanks for the raid, dude. Elf, thanks for the prime. We appreciate it. Welcome in, everybody. We're about to start in a minute, so very exciting, very cool.
Gamer time.
Just making sure everything is set up properly on my end. It should be. Pretty god. All right, so let's look at the stuff real quick. Actually, yeah, lower the music. All right, there we go.
We also have like 30 seconds, so I might start while we're talking.
Yeah. Anyway, so we got flamethrower arty today. This is actually default arty, which is actually really interesting. We have my favorite commando loadout. We have Blight melee acrid, and we have a void fiend run today. So looking pretty cool, dude. And we have disputed, cornifer, and Radan today as well. Dan hasn't participated in one of the races in a little bit, so we'll throw him back into the fire and see what happens.
Coming back after a win, though, so
That is
you never
true.
know. Maybe we'll pull it out.
Oh, okay. Cornifer is starting right now. Same with Disputed. I assume Dan is starting, but he's just dealing with the AU ping.
Yeah, he doesn't know the clock updated yet because he's in Australia.
Alrighty, dude.
Siphon Forest.
I'm excited.
This will be a good one. It'll be tough. I think Void Fiend at the end is really nice to have because, I mean, the first 3 loadouts can be pretty rough. We'll see how the items go, but at least we'll get the Fiend, who has pretty solid damage and mobility for the end. They should be able to loot up pretty good here. I mean, it's Siphon Forest, so like we can have up to 16 items on this stage. I think it's probably worth to really loot up here. We don't really have the pillar skip right off the bat, so I think making sure we get like all the loot we can. We got to Forgive Me Please already, which could be pretty good. Good potential damage here.
Cornifer's stream, I think it's just his stream, but he has these like black bars on it, and it's really annoying. But I'll talk to him about that.
Black bars on it.
Yeah, like I just see it. Anyway, doesn't matter. I can't fix it. It's out of my hands. All right. So, like I was saying, Siphon Forest. So, for those of you who are uncomfortable with arty, I know like a lot of new players are like a little bit shaky on her M1, how it has like all that travel time, especially with the orb as well. It's kind of like, how am I going to hit all the flying things up in the sky and everything? But these players know what they're doing. They're practiced enough, so we shouldn't see too much of a problem here, I don't think. I'll just make sure everyone's quality is at least 720.
So big thing here is getting bans, and we do have Abandoned Aqueduct as a second stage, so they'll actually be able to pot roll. And with arty, it's a little rough. She's a little floaty, a little less like friction between you and the pot, so pot rolling might be a little tougher, but hopefully they can get 2 bans pretty quick.
Yeah, there's 2 characters in the game actually that have a lower hidden base acceleration on movement, and those are arty and multi, and you guessed it, they're the hardest ones to roll pots with. So, but otherwise it should be fine. You know, arty
really
isn't
not
the
too
worst.
bad though.
As long as you know how to kickflip and stuff, it's okay. But
yeah,
I know that like a lot of newer players, when they try to pot roll with arty, they get really annoyed. And they're just like, what the hell is going on? I can't move this.
It's not moving like with Commando.
Yeah. What you do?
So far there's
today,
crit. Yep. So far there's crit and the quail. So pretty good mobility right off the bat and a little bit of damage. Not looking too bad. I think just the quail early game, especially when you're trying to go fast, is so beneficial. I know it can like momentum lock you if you jump certain ways, but it's pretty decent for mobility right off the bat.
I think in normal runs, for me, it's annoying. I think in the races, it's very needed to utilize that quail as much as you can. Like, again, this is like a way different scenario. Like in my normal runs, I've been starting to scrap quail because I'm fighting Umbral, and I'm like, dude, this is so annoying.
Just quail jump into a pizza wall or something like that.
Dude, yeah, exactly. But
the worst.
But in these, you have to fucking use it.
Even like Harpoon, if you're like Acrid or Commando or something, like you can utilize that so well. I know.
Absolutely.
I was actually using Lights Out. I think it was in a race. I was using Lights Out against the pots. and that was my way to transportation, get more ship cooldown reduction, and just keep popping it.
I talk about it
It's a lot of
sometimes,
funky
but
things.
it's as much about the macro as it is the micro. So like macros, like okay,
Yeah.
how do we choose what are we going on with the build? What items do we take? How do we kind of like go about the stage like strategically? But also the micro of just like how you fight, how you move around the stage, and how you use those things to actually save time. Like when you think about it, like when you're in the middle of the run, you may not treat it like a prismatic, but really all this is a long prismatic, right? So you want
Yeah.
to save time, you want
100%.
to cut corners, you want to move through the stage as
Condense it
fast as you
all.
can.
Yep.
Especially like one of the biggest areas I see, like I kind of think about the most is like the moon, right? Because you when you spawn the moon, you have to go from point A to point B,
Yep.
and how
Get
fast
there
you
as
get to
quick as
the
possible.
top
Yep.
is like it can save you minutes, dude,
It
over
can
the
be
course of
crazy.
like the whole day.
And so we just saw Corny has a Jarl's band and got a watch. No one else has either of those. Looks like a benthic inside the TP from the Void Cradle.
Mm.
I don't think anyone will pick it up. Personally, I don't think this is probably the loadout for that, but you never know. It's a gamble. And I tried it on the Railgunner
And you
a couple weeks
lost.
ago, and I lost big time. All the happiest masks is great.
Yeah, there are a
Super
few
helpful.
of the racers who do really like benthic, so I don't know if
It
these guys like it though. I know if Host was in here, he'd take it immediately, but
probably. And I'm pretty hesitant on it. I think the reason I did on that Railgunner run was because it was a pretty unusual loadout that I wasn't used to.
mhm.
And I was like, I'm probably not going to be the fastest. So what if I gamble and try to be the fastest by getting all these crazy red items, and then it
Yeah.
was all happiest mask and wake of vultures, and
Yeah. Trying to go for that high roll, definitely.
but yeah, it could be cool though.
Oh, I mean, it could
ICBMs, you
be.
got head stompers, like you have
I
the
mean, I
quail
think
already.
Drone Man especially, like if you get Drone Man, get some
Oh yeah.
drones, and then maybe get Ember the Cores, you're looking pretty good.
Mhm.
But, that didn't happen.
And they do have a neural from the TP, so we could see potential boss printers be used. So yeah,
Disputed, unfortunately, is
pretty.
the only one who hasn't found the free band on this stage. Um, I don't think that's the biggest deal in the world because of next stage being Aqueduct, that they could get
Yep.
bans anyway. But it still is a blow if he doesn't get that. That's a lot of damage that could potentially not get. So
Mhm.
I don't think it's too far away from TP either. I think it's like just over that hill. So
So we have Cube and Forgive Me Please. Honestly, I'm taking Cube and going to Abandoned Aqueducts and cubing the pots on top
absolutely.
of the pressure plates. I mean, that's
That's
just going to save you at least a minute, honestly,
not only is it
especially
a
with this
huge
low
time
mobility.
save, it's a huge synergistic item for this build.
Yeah,
You have the bomb, right? That has like, the
good
giant AoE
AoE.
orb. You have the
Yep.
flamethrower, which can actually pierce through enemies, can kill everyone in that. The M1 even has a little bit
The
of AoE,
primary AoE.
and the
Yep.
shift. The
Everything's
shift
AoE.
would like
It's all
destroy
AoE.
anything in there. So Corny is
Yep.
the first one onto stage 2. We'll see how he does it. He did take the FMP. Like we already said, I would have taken the cube as well. I don't know if he
Yeah.
even found it. But we'll see. I mean, FMP with Bandolier, I don't know, because
Still
like
helpful.
I just feel like with two Bandoliers, it's gonna drop so often that you don't need to drop it
Yeah, you
with
might not need
FMP.
it.
You
That's fair. We'll see
but
if maybe we'll get a potential FMP build going and he'll have the advantage over the other two.
how crazy
That'll
would
be
that be?
interesting. Soulbound popping out of the stage 4 chest. Oh,
So there is something you could do with the FMP on the stage when it comes to the buttons. It's entirely luck based, but if you throw an FMP on the cat or down with this type in Cap loves blue.
Cap loves
Um,
blue.
he's trying to deflect his Bayos addiction.
Yeah.
So if you throw the FMP on the button, it does not click down the button, but it can spawn a lunar coin, which then presses down the button. So
Yep.
it's one of those things where, like, if you haven't had an enemy drop down a lunar coin in your run yet, or like in that stage, it's more likely to happen. But it's still pretty unlikely. It's still pretty like you're taking a gamble,
Big time.
but you can do it. It would be cool to see it happen.
I mean, like throughout the stage, if he finds a plate, he should just throw it down on it. Like you're not
Yeah.
gaining any damage from it. Oh, you have a god spot actually.
Oh,
So there's a spot right with a pot next to it, and it's a pretty easy spot location
easy
to roll it
is.
up. So we should see it pretty easy. Disputed does have the cube. He could just throw it on there right now, but the enemies are kind of around there, might mess it up.
Mm-hmm. Eldrak, thanks for the
There we
Prime,
go.
dude. Thanks for supporting the Risk Resources team. thumbs up.
Welcome to the resourcers.
All right, well.
They miss him, bro.
Soon, TM. And it looks like
Holy
Corny's
shit.
pretty much done with the stage 2 teleport already. Dune Strider down, not too bad. And with another
Oh my
band as a
God.
reward.
A Runald's too. Damn.
Damn.
So they're getting 2 of each out of this stage if they decide to pot roll. Honestly, is pot rolling, I mean, I think for Corny, maybe not as worth to pot roll, but it is a pretty quick roll. I'm just thinking, like, they already have 2 bands, pretty solid damage already. I wonder how much time they would save by just bailing on pot rolling altogether.
I think
I don't know.
Dan, I looked back and his cube was on cooldown and he just got the gate open. So I'm pretty sure he just used the cube
Oh
to
yeah,
put
probably.
the pot on.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Which, side what we're talking about, Disputed just done with it too. So as I looked over to Dan, Disputed finished it. It's like, I'm fucking...
So we have armor piercing on the stage out of a... I keep saying Scam Shrine. It's the...
This game.
What's it called?
Chant
What's it
Shrine.
actually called? Chance Shrine. That's it.
Dude, I'm the same way
There's-
with adaptive chests. I'm just like,
Yeah,
what is
the gamer
it?
chest. What are you talking
it's
about?
a gamer chest, yeah.
Yeah. E-gamer, get the item.
It'll be interesting to see, because Corny is the only one without the cube, what he decides to do about the pots. He might just say, like you were saying, just leave. You know, like he
Yeah.
does have 2 bands.
Yeah.
He did
That's the
see,
thing, like,
though,
he has both
probably
bands.
that it was the God spot, though. It was the easiest pot location, so
Yeah,
he
I think it
may
is,
do
like,
it.
yeah, if you don't mess up that press, like, first try, then fine. But if you're, like, spending a minute or 2 just to roll it there, then I don't think it's worth, considering you have 2 bands already and watch and potential armor piercing round on this stage. Like, it's good damage on this stage.
Cheese and Zayo, thanks for the 2 months each, guys. Thanks for spurring the races. We appreciate it. Thumbs up. Also, Zayo is the person who did the who helped me
The overlay.
craft this entire overlay. Yeah, like I was like, hey, I need a 3-person overlay, and he's like, got you. And he fucking, it's beautiful.
Easy.
So
2 minutes, whipped it up.
Enrico Toro, thanks for 2 months as well. Thumbs up.
So Corny's still looking for the pressure plates. He didn't find both of them, which it had to be next to the first pressure plate location,
one's
right?
at the tree and one's at the God spot, so they're right next to each other. So
yeah, they're pretty close.
Yeah, you should be able to see the other one, or both from the same spot. So
Void Cradle. I didn't see that earlier.
I don't either. What's up?
Another Benthic?
Potentially.
Oh, key. Okay, nice. Probably one of the best things you can get out of it, honestly.
I think it is, because it's one of those things
so
where
much potential.
Not only can you get a void item that you want out of it next, you can have the choice and then keep getting more, right? It's like you can keep duping it.
You can potentially get like 4 void items just from getting that one type of item.
Awesome. Exactly.
Dan starting TP now. I think he loaded a decent amount. He already got his bands. No, he didn't. Did he find another Jaros band somewhere? Dan has 2 Jaros bands right now.
Yeah, because there was one first stage. Corny was the only one who didn't find that one.
Oh, I see. I was thinking he didn't get the bands yet, but he didn't get the teleporter band yet.
Yeah.
Corny just rolled pots, easy. Probably worth it then. It still does take a while to go down in that cave, though, honestly.
I think everyone... I mean, it's weird, right? Because Corny did TP first and then doing pots after. And then the other 2 did pots first and then TP after. So it's kind of hard to tell who's actually like ahead right now.
Yeah. We'll see once the first person gets to stage 3.
I definitely think that, obviously Dispute is ahead of Dan because he started TP first after getting the pots done, but
not by much though. He did get the blue portal.
No, it's only like 20% TP difference.
And Dispute got a fuel cell out of that same Chant Shrine as the armor piercing round. Not bad. Ooh. Could be strong. And we're going to see what the blue portal is looking like. Disputed's gone. He's going.
There we go.
Zooming.
It's always interesting to see what's in the portals. And reminder, we do have the portals seeded in a very specific way. so that the first time that you go to a portal, it will be the same contents as someone else's first time they went to a portal, regardless of when they do it. There's an ICBM in there, which is kind of
Yeah, that was an
interesting, but it's
ICBM.
not worth losing 4
No.
bands for, so they're out.
Maybe if they got like a plasma shrimp or two from like the first two
Mhm.
stages, it potentially, but
I mean, we
nah,
could
you can't
see
pass
a
up your bands for that.
situation where, like, in the next couple stages, maybe corner for a Dan, rack up enough green scrap, and then they eventually go there with like a
Yeah,
plasma shrimp, and they actually find it then, and it's like, oh wow,
yeah, it'll be a lot more beneficial.
yeah,
That's the gamble with the bazaar. Like it could be a horrible first bazaar and the second bazaar is good. And it was good to like go early to cycle through, but it could also be that the first bazaar is amazing and you
mm-hmm,
wanted more resources to kind of go into the cauldrons a little more.
yeah.
So it's a tough gamble.
It's a
You
it's a
never
really
really
cool
know what
mix up
the
though.
right way is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like. I mean, honestly though, they're really not far behind each other. I mean, they all got
No.
in stage 3 pretty almost at the same time, so.
Yeah.
Time currently is stopped in a bazaar. That is a bug. We technically have the fix for it, but we did not release it because it was too short notice to release with this update. So it's still just the way it is. Next race we do, it will be fixed 100% though.
Yep. Who got to stage 3 first? I guess Disputed got to the bazaar first, which is stage 3. So it's Disputed.
Okay. That's fair enough. And Imp Overlord is the boss. Disputed's going right for it. And I think
Down
what
already.
Disputed is doing is the right play, right? He has the
Yeah,
damage.
he's zooming.
The only worry for this
It's just the
loadout
pillars.
is oh yeah, they have to pose on a Vine Surge, but
Yeah,
it's stage
that's the
6,
problem.
right? How do
Yeah.
they fight Mithrix without dying, etc.? They can still float above them. They can use the ramps to jump up, float around,
Hmm.
use the ice wall. But I mean, they have the damage to make it a quick
They
fight.
have the
So
damage. Yeah. And you have the ice wall too. Like, yeah. The ice wall is so beneficial. A lot of people sleep on the ice wall, but honestly, I think just the ice aspect in general on a
oh
survivor
yeah,
is super overpowered. And why does Railgunner have it?
these are questions
That's
that no one has
yeah.
the answer to. It's
It's
like
so strong.
yeah, it's definitely the coolest one too. Like electricity and fire and all the other ones like
Yeah.
poison, but like and then there's ice and you're like, holy shit,
Yeah,
that's
like holy
powerful.
shit. That's doing shit. Executing the final boss at 33% health or 30% health or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
this
yeah, I
one
think it'll
is really
be
strong.
yeah, I think the race at this point relies on if someone finds an equipment to pillar skip. Or maybe the head stompers with the quails will be enough, but
Ooh, true.
like they need a pillar skip of some sort. And I think if someone finds it, that might be the defining factor because they have so much damage already. I don't know if like an equipment will be extremely beneficial. A damage equipment.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, reminder, we do have only 2 pillars that we are required to get to
Hmm.
Mithrix, so it's not they're not going to spend an hour on pillars if they don't get a skip, but, a skip does save a lot of time still, so.
That's a watch printer, by the way. Disputed just looked
Oh.
at it. I don't know if I saw a scrapper. I don't know if it's worth going into
Dan
if you're
found a
just blind
scrapper last
printing.
stage, and he got a little
Oh,
bit, and
nice.
he's about to find it right now around the corner,
Yep,
so
he's gonna go around that corner.
we'll see him probably just go into it. Oh,
Oh
he's
yeah,
looking.
there
He
it
sees
is.
it.
Nice. That'll be good. That'll be a really good damage boost for him, which could propel him to potentially taking lead here.
Oh, there's a scrapper. It's right down at
Oh, there
the
is? Okay.
near the entrance of the cave, near one of the
Oh,
Prion chests
Disputed
down
did
bottom.
not find it though. Disputed
He just
left,
did.
didn't find the scrapper, and just
He
did
just
he?
scrapped. Yeah. Or he
Did he
clicked
scrap?
on
He
it
didn't
and
get the
he said
watches?
he didn't he decided not to scrap, I guess,
Oh,
cuz he was in
okay.
the
I
menu.
mean, he's just going fast, I guess.
Um yeah, Dan just scrapped as well. So, it's really interesting, right? Because scrapping does take time. So, it is a gamble, right? It's a gamble
Yep.
on strategy. It's like how much do I want to strategize and like how many minutes do I want to take off myself to do that to potentially get a better run? I
It's like
think
scrapping finally has a cost to it.
yeah. Like what the Speed is doing is probably thinking I could print some watches right now, but I'll probably break them. So maybe not. Maybe just take what I have, go. I know I could win. He also found an egg right
Disputed found
now.
an egg.
So that's a post skip.
Yep. Now he's zooming. He knows he's just gonna hit every TP,
Yep.
probably loot like a couple things around TP, maybe, but he's out. He's not gonna really care about any more damage, any more mobility. He knows he can win this.
Not only is egg an easy pillar skip, it's also a really easy answer to the Mithrix fight for Artie. So easy peasy.
Yep.
And you got a
you really
whip.
don't need the fuel cell.
Oh, Dan just broke
which
his
is really good
watches.
for
All
Artie. Oh,
four
yeah, Artie.
watches that he just printed.
Dan's struggling here. Damn. So that time automatically not worth.
Yep.
Printing those
All
extra
of that
watches.
time scrapping, all of that time printing, and now
Man.
he basically just spent extra time to throw away his items, is what happened.
To have his health or his damage.
I don't even know what happened. I just looked over and he was like almost dead. Maybe
I think
a
he was getting
larva.
bullied. I think
Maybe
he just
a
tried to
golem
stay in
shot.
TP, greeted it a little bit,
Yeah.
and was getting blasted. I think he knew he had damage.
Whoa, Cap. Did everyone
What?
get that poly loot on stage 3? It was right next to the teleporter.
No.
Corny just found it. It was in a
Jesus.
void cradle. Or was it the key? I looked as the
it might have
poly
been
loot
key.
dropped on the ground.
I think
It was
might have
void
been.
key. Okay.
It was void
So
key. Okay.
no one got the void key on stage 2,
Oh,
which
no.
allowed him to get the
Yeah.
poly loot on stage 3.
That is massive.
Potentially, if there is another void key, they could get it later. But
Yeah,
for now, Corny's
that's-
looking really good, dude.
Yeah,
He has 2
3 armor
watches,
piercing rounds.
3 AP rounds, right? He has 3 crit.
Oof.
I mean,
4
dude.
bands. And Forgive Me Please. Honestly, Forgive Me Please isn't bad here, but he needs to find that egg. That egg is still massive, and Dispute is the only one that has it.
If he finds the egg, I'm looking for Corny to
Yeah.
win here, but
For sure.
so far, Disputed's kind of my pick at the moment with what he has anyway.
My only concern is Corny has a lot of damage. I don't know if he'll loot. And if he doesn't loot, he doesn't get the egg. So, like,
I mean,
this could be a time where going a little too fast and like missing out on some like really key items is something that could come into play here.
Looks like Dispute's checking the portal again. Let's see what he finds in there. It looks like Quail, and I think that was Meat Hook. So I don't know why he's checking it, because he doesn't really scrap anything. But
I think he knows that time doesn't pass in Bazaar right now because of a bug issue, but maybe that's why. Just making sure. I mean, I don't even know if I'd get anything over the greens that he has, though. Like, what do you get? You don't have the ATGs or Plasma Shrimp for an ICBM. Clover would be okay, but not a lot of proc items, so I don't know. Yeah. Sit in stage 5 TP, though. Soulless control unit. We can maybe see empathy cores here.
That's true. Actually, you know what? I know what Dispute's looking for. He's looking for a drone man.
Drone parts.
Yeah.
That's it.
Something he ever looks for on there.
And we got Squid Polyp?
Okay, look, Dan just found the pilot as well. I don't know where he found it. I think there was a void cradle down there, because I don't think he had the key, so...
No, he didn't have the key.
Yeah. Void cradle sitting on the branch. Yeah, I remember seeing it.
So, if Dan kept his watches, he would be looking good, but I still think Corny's looking better here. But it's just about the egg, and they still both don't have it. They're still both on the stage, so potentially...
Corny's looting right now. He might actually find it up here.
He might find it.
It's right in front of him. It's on that branch. He sees it.
Is it? Oh, it's right there. Yeah.
It's right there. He's going for it right now, baby. Oh, Corny, let's go. Okay. But
Corny,
that being said,
really zoom now.
Disputed is done with the TP boss on stage 5. So it depends how fast Disputed gets through here. Definitely. Because
there is a minute difference between the two as well. Disputed's time is 50 seconds less than Corny's at the moment.
Wow.
And he's already getting through TP on the next stage.
Really interesting, actually.
Yeah. And he has the egg, he has the damage. He just doesn't have the poly loot, which honestly, like, it's really strong, but with a character like Artie where you're not hitting like super fast, it's good, but I don't think it's gonna be the deciding factor considering Disputed's so far ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Disputed's lead is not gonna be, destroyed by one poly loot, but
yeah.
We'll see what Corny's doing, because he is looting more, which actually
Yeah,
does
he's still
surprise
looting.
me. He is getting that
Oh,
fuel
he
cell,
got the
though, that
fuel
he
cell though.
needs.
That's a
So,
good
I
time
mean,
save.
yeah. Okay. So
Doesn't even
Corny's
care
out
about
here.
Bazaar. Yep, he's
He
going to
does
stage
have a
5.
second polyloot, though. 2 polyloots, he's
Oof,
got the egg. I
that's
mean,
good.
it's
Is that
looking
going to
good, though.
save him 2 minutes ish?
Mm.
We'll see.
I
Maybe.
mean,
Get some
that
good
getting...
polyloots off the nanobomb.
He needed the fuel cell, though, because otherwise the polar escape
Yeah.
would have taken a really long time. But,
Oh, it had taken so long.
yeah. Because what you would have to do, chat, is you'd have to go straight up with egg, and then you have to float there in the air and wait for it to come back up like 2 times. So
Yeah.
it'd be
It would
rough.
take like 3 or 4. It might be faster doing pillars, honestly.
Yeah. So it's a good thing he did that. It's just unfortunate he didn't get the fuel cell on stage 2 from the scam shrine.
Yeah.
We actually do
There's
not
a
know what was in the legendary chest. If Zinc is around, he can send it to me. Smile.
So Disputed's just about done with TP. I wonder if he's just going to leave. I think he should. I think he has his damage. He
I
has
think
a
he
really
should.
good lead, which he doesn't know about, but oh, it looks like he's going to get a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, he's scouting a little bit.
There
We'll
is
see
a
how much he
gamble,
loots.
right, on do you want to clear the seed? The void seed could have saver spaces. You could be
Yeah,
really aggressive in the Mythix fight, for example.
plasma
Stuff like
shrimp.
that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Like there are some really good things to get. But I mean with 4 void seed enemies remaining, that still is a lot.
Void cradle near spawn. Void band. Sick. So we got a
Huge.
singularity band out of a void cradle. Very worth the time to run over there and get it.
Mm-hmm.
I really do want to see Corny get through this TP quick and leave. If Corny
Yeah.
loots, I'll be sad. Because this
Yeah.
could be a really, really close race.
Dude, it's like watching you play stage 5 in the races, dude.
Dude, sometimes it's so hard to leave.
It's so
Like
tempting just
everyone's
to...
getting everything else.
Yeah.
Like what could I get though? Like maybe there's a
You
ICBM
got
ATG
the
laying around.
dollar signs in your eyes, dude. You got
Yeah,
greed
the
going
greed.
on. Now it is hard,
Give me
dude. Like,
items.
and it's like, well, if they looted, like maybe they just have everything, and
Yeah,
I missed out on the polyloot
yeah.
headset on the seat.
It's the FOMO. It is.
Yeah.
Because like you could be because I've done it. I think it was the Merc run in one of the races. I was going super quick, but I missed out on gas. I didn't find some
Mm-hmm.
other really strong item. I didn't find a band for my capacitor. There's so many things that I missed out on. It's like it's almost better to just play a little more consistent and slower, just
Mm-hmm.
to guarantee that you're not gonna fall down into this like death spiral. So
Yeah.
it's so tough.
You still got to be confident in, your run
Yeah,
as is. I think there's like a level of confidence that you should have though, where it reaches this barrier where you're just like, I need to
yeah,
go now. Like it
yeah.
doesn't
With
matter
this
anymore.
damage, you should have confidence. And
Yeah.
with this pillar skip, Dan doesn't have the pillar skip. Dan didn't find the egg.
Dude.
That's sad.
No
That's
watches, no
already
egg.
not even like a good damage equipment either. It's just
Whew.
cube, which you already have freeze, so it's like it's really not gonna be that beneficial for Mithrix. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's tough. There's a vase, but
Well,
no
hopefully
egg
they
is
find
rough.
it.
Vase on this stage. Okay, we'll see if Dan can find that. Oh, it's right next to, it's right above TP, and I think Dan actually saw it, so I think he's good.
That's
And I
good.
think base is faster. I think not taking base is slow.
It
And we
is,
see
but
Disputed kind of
egg,
doing the egg skip.
it is better for Mithrix to have egg, I think.
A little
Because
bit.
yeah, I
I don't
mean,
know. It's like the same cooldown too. So, I mean, egg is better just as mobility in general over vase, but it's
mhm,
fine. And I think the time you save going through the tunnel and going up
it is a lot of
the
time.
arena it's a lot of time. It's probably a minute worth of time. And we'll see it. We'll see Corny do his moon traveling with the vase, and we'll see how fast it is.
We'll see.
10 more seconds and he's got his next vase up. He's probably going to wait till he's out of the tunnel to use the next one, just so he's not waiting
Mhm.
for the cooldown at all. And
Unless
I
he's
think he'll
gonna
actually
check
get
soup
up
or something, which he
before
will not.
Disputed did. Yeah, he better not.
Yeah, because Disputed has to wait for his second egg here. He does not have a
Yeah.
feather. So he has to wait down on the branches a little bit more.
I mean, That saved at least 30 seconds. Disputed was on this stage for a good little bit before Corny got to it.
This is the Spider Dance remix by Stone McKnuckle. What a name,
And yep,
right?
Corny's going up. About 10 seconds slower, or 10 seconds later than Disputed, but he got to the stage like 30 seconds later. So,
all right, let's see it.
yeah, let's see the
So
damage.
we just saw it on Disputed screen. He put an ice wall down right before Mithrix while he was running, and Mithrix was like, don't care, and he ran right through it. So it is a reminder that when Mithrix is running, he like cleanses a lot of debuffs, and sometimes
Yep.
he hits an ice wall and he kind of just cleanses right through it, so it doesn't really matter.
Just sprints right through that thing.
Mm-hmm.
If he's running slower, he won't cleanse it. So like,
yeah.
really just try to freeze him while he's not full on sprinting at you, and you're good. You're chilling.
And to be clear, he cleanses non-damaging debuffs, so he will cleanse slows and things like that, but he won't cleanse bleed or flame or anything. So think about that when you're going through your runs and stuff. A nice little tip. It looks like Disputed is trying to stay close to the ice wall. He was trying to stay kind of in the air around him a little bit. See how many you can kind of keep
about the
that
same
up.
here.
Yeah, like Corny's kind of taking the lead with his polylutes though.
Yeah, the polyloot with the
Disputed
flamethrower
doesn't
honestly,
have like any polylutes. That's the thing. Corny has 2.
yeah.
So now
Corny
it's
also
kind
has
of
2 more armor piercing rounds than Disputed as well. So Corny's damage
and
is
watches.
stupid.
He
Yeah,
has he has the same amount of watches. I thought he has one more for some reason.
Corny's damage is ridiculous though, and it's showing. Like he's already passed Disputed in the. It really just matters. Just don't die.
Just don't die.
Don't die, racers. That's it. And you're chilling.
It looks like Dan
And
is going after the Void Seed on stage 5.
Oh, is he?
To try to come back with some damage, it seems like.
Make up for the 4 watches he lost earlier?
Yeah, that he broke. That Dan broke the watches.
Yeah. But I thought he didn't break watches, chat.
No.
Nar.
Nar. It looks like he is taking a capacitor though, which is weird because like did he I don't know if he saw the vase or not. Or maybe he's just using it to help out with the seed maybe here.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think he saw the vase like before he even started TP up. But this is not worth the time. I don't think they already have so much damage. I mean, even without the watches, you still have armor piercing round and 4 bands, and you have freeze with Artie, so your Jarl's band is going to hit every single tick. I don't see the need for any more looting like this.
I think
even without the watches.
If they didn't have all those bands, I would be clearing the seed. But the fact that they do, it just depends on you got to kind of gauge if you're able to kill Mithrix kind of quickly, and if you can kind of do it quickly, just do it quickly and go and just finish it out. So, and all he got from it was a key, which give him another polyloot on the moon, but
but you also spent 3 minutes to do it, so that's tough. But it's also like I don't know if he's comfortable enough with flamethrower already to really go quick. So maybe he's just playing it super safe and hoping that he maybe puts out a decent enough time. Maybe someone dies.
Cat, look at this. Disputed already finished phase 2. Corny just finished phase 2. So Corny took a really long time on that one. He was playing it a little bit safer on the pose and stuff. But Disputed finished it really quick, and he's already halfway through phase 3.
That's interesting.
It was.
I think it was just the gameplay.
Yeah,
just the way Disputed decided to tackle it.
Who was doing it? Yeah.
Wow.
And damn,
I don't know now.
Almost done.
That's tough. Yeah, because we still have Corny with more damage, but Disputed's like right on the verge of executing Mithrix here. And if he gets a phase 4 skip,
Dan got the bug where he picked up some money after he left teleporter, so it's slowly going down. And so it cost him probably like 20 seconds of him waiting for nothing.
Yep. Rookie mistake.
We're seeing Corny and Disputed both kind of do this right now. Pizza out. I'm actually surprised that Disputed did not freeze Mithrix there to extend Pizza a little bit longer, but he is going for the phase 4 skip right now. He's trying to wait for Mithrix to go back up to the middle, and it
should be successful.
He's just I mean,
there it is.
Here it goes.
Oh man, Disputed was zooming on that phase 2. I don't know how Corny handled it, but
Corny
not as good as Disputed.
Skip basically at the same time. So
that was good. The real time is there, but again, Disputed is about 50 seconds has 50-second less time on his clock
Mm-hmm.
than Corny
Really
does.
close, dude.
So
they
we'll
both
see Disputed
know
taking
the
this win
correct
probably.
portal,
Oh,
but Corny has the vase
the vase
to get there faster.
He's not even egging to the ship. I don't know what Disputed is. Do you think he's faster without egg? Maybe
He's
There it
faster
is.
with egg right now,
Yeah,
definitely.
he definitely is. Yeah. I don't know. This is interesting. Corny's already charging the ship.
I think the speed's still gonna win here as long as he doesn't step out of the
Oh,
teleporter, though.
yeah. Maybe by like 20 seconds. It'll be
Dude.
close though.
It is insane.
Man, I'm telling you, the vase, it's so powerful. Even just the micro moving throughout the moon itself saves you like at
It
least a
does save you a
minute.
lot of time.
Like at least. It's so good.
It's funny because like before DLC and stuff, or before this arena was changed, I think it was like no one like really cared for Vase or something. If like Vase was like
Yeah.
such a joke equipment, and then suddenly like you could use it to pillar skip, and everyone's like, oh
Oh, I get to
yeah,
not do pillars.
kind of
Dang.
like Vase a lot.
Yeah.
And now even in like the races, it's actually just meta, right? So
Yeah. 100%.
all right, we'll get a Corny Simon here quick, and we'll
What a
see
close run.
Disputed's. Yeah, really close first one. Let's bring in Corny and Disputed.
Oh, I beat Corny by looks like 30 seconds.
Yeah, barely.
Oh shit!
Hey.
What's
What
up?
the fuck?
Hey, what up, guys?
Corny, you are muted, by the way, just so you know. But really good run. Really good run from both of you guys. How did you guys feel about it?
Good seed.
Yeah, it felt great.
Good seed.
Thank fuck.
I mean, you got 4 bands coming out of stage 2.
Yeah.
That's stupid. And I know Disputed, you really kicked it in the high gear once you got that. Like coming out of stage 2, you were just hitting TP. You were looting up a little bit, but for the
I was
most part, you knew you had
for
the damage.
I was
The
looking for
pillar
the
skip.
skip, and then
Yeah.
I found it. I was like, okay, we're done.
That's
the
exactly
last
what we were
checkup.
talking about
Yeah.
too. We're just like, damn, he's good to go. Corny took a little bit longer. He looted a little bit more, but it's because he missed a few key things. It was like the fuel cell on stage 2, so you had to go back and get the fuel cell on stage 4 when you got the egg, and you didn't get the egg already going down from teleporter, which since it was one of the last things you looted, you didn't really know that you had the skip available at the time yet, so you're kind of playing a little bit slower there. But you did have 2 polyloots, so when you got to Mithrix and when you got that vase up there, you were going really, really fast. I think you just slowed down a little bit on phase 2 Mithrix. I think that was the only part where it was like, because you were accelerating way faster than Disputed was, but that was like the only moment where we noticed it. We're like, oh damn, Disputed kind of pulled ahead again after that part.
Sheesh.
But it was a really good run from both of you guys.
Really good.
Well
Thank
played.
you. Well played.
And there we go. Time
And then
is
we got
on
Dan.
the board now. Yeah, then we have Dan.
We have Dan. He broke watches on stage 4. 4 of them. He printed 2 more.
Yeah.
So he broke his watch at stage 4, decided to clear the void seed stage 5, got a void key out of it that he decided not to open on the moon. And he also, so that's what we were talking about. We were talking about the pillar skip equipment, and Disputed, you had egg 2 fuel cells, and Corny, you had the vase. And the vase is so fast. Like Corny, you saved so much time just getting to the arena with vase, because you vase up the tunnel, you wait till you're out of the tunnel, vase straight up, and it's so quick. One use, you're done.
Where was
It's so
the vase?
good.
Right above the teleporter
Right-
stage 5, like right next to it.
Ah,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
right above it. I thought you would have seen it, but I guess not. Just tunnel vision.
I think I know the equipment barrel you're talking about.
No,
I
it was
thought
a
about that
multi-shop.
too.
It was a try shop.
Oh, was
It
it?
was right
Mhm.
there,
Yeah.
visible, fully
Visible.
in. Yeah.
Yep. Full frontal.
Gramps got lucky on that one. I actually wanted to get I wanted to get a Vradle that I saw, like a Void Cradle that I saw in the distance. So then I actually fucked up the vase, didn't find it, made a half turn, and yeah.
Was the void cradle near spawn on stage 5? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I think there was one, on the other side where you have that little house that's kind of like the 4, like there's the upper part, and then there's like this lower part
Oh,
that
yeah,
has
yeah.
like this. Yeah.
I think
What
I went
was
to that
that?
too.
It was Void Band, I think.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Cool.
the Void Band.
Yeah.
All right, so you missed out on that one. So
Yeah.
Sabama, thanks for the prime, dude. We appreciate it. Thumbs up. It's really interesting. Like Dan, unfortunately, got like the worst part of like all of your builds. So
You got the polyloot though, you know.
he did get one, which was nice.
You
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all got different skips. That's interesting.
mm-hmm. Egg, wings, and vase. I think wings is pretty good, but you know, vase is just almost
I think
instant. So
Yeah, I think for speed and pillar skipping, I think wings is probably second place, eggs being third.
mm-hmm.
Because wing you could still use a pretty good amount, utilize it for a good while before you have to like actually go on cooldown. But you do have to run into the issue of potentially getting locked in the air with the wings, which can be
the
pretty
wing
brutal.
prison.
Yeah, the
I
wing
think they all
prison.
have their benefits. Like obviously vase
Yeah.
is the fastest, but like on flamethrower already, egg is kind of preferable because you can kind of use it as a mobility. Oh my god, my dogs are freaking out. I apologize.
I don't know, because Corny was actually using the same base like 2 or 3 times per use. So like he was getting some pretty good mobility out of it as well, staying in the air quicker or a lot more often than a one-use egg.
It's
I don't
kind of like
know.
a shitty ion surge, right? Being able
Yeah,
to
pretty
jump
much.
up there just to the ceiling.
Beam you up.
Mm.
Yeah. It's a like a slow to start iron surge. You know, it takes a
Yep.
while, winds up. Yeah.
Then yeets you into the ceiling and you take fall damage. Yeah.
I need to
Oh.
go take care of these dogs. Hold
All
on.
right.
All right.
Take your time. We got time. Dan's still going
playing.
at it. He
Today's
missed.
actually my dog's birthday. He just turned 1
Yo.
years old.
Didn't
Congrats.
ask. No, that's cool actually.
Yeah, I don't care about dogs. I'm race, by the way. Smile.
Yeah.
I love dogs.
Uh,
Dan unfortunately missed his. Oh, that's a +5 from Daniel. He missed
Oh, man.
his orbs on Mythic's fall down twice to get the skip, and he didn't have his ice wall up at either of those times either. So he's been really like, let's see if he gets it this time, but you know, he's got to use the ice wall
He
right
needs
now.
this phase 4 skip. There we go.
Okay, good.
Holy shit,
Finally.
he's gaining.
Holy shit, he did it. Well, that is a +5.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
He doesn't
And
know
sadly
it.
already
But,
a slow run. Yep.
yeah.
I'm back.
Hey.
what up?
Dan
We'll
got
get
the
Dan.
skip.
Yeah, you did. It was
He also
cool.
skipped 5 minutes ahead.
Yeah. on the cast dispute, you and Corny both skipped like the same time pretty much. It was cool to see. And then it
Yeah,
was
real
like
time was really close.
Sheesh.
it was like right behind each other, and then it was obviously just that 30-second difference. Still
And then
there.
Corny, you vased to the rescue ship, saved like another 20 seconds or something like that. Oh, it was so close.
It was really
I
close.
wanted that vase to come out on the win there. Good job, Disputed, though.
My
grabs-
arty
grabs
streak
it.
remains uncontested.
Hell yeah.
Very happy
True.
about it.
You can see on Dan's screen as well that he has the you can see the actual Lazarus wings there, like modeled out. A reminder that Mark went and made those as well, so we can have them on the characters physically, and they look pretty cool. I love them.
Amazing.
I like the way they glow and they kind of move around, they bounce a little bit. It's really nice.
Custom placed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had to actually go and place them on all the survivors and where they would look best and everything. So, we can bring Dan in here right now because it's not like we can change his place in the bracket. So,
Yeah.
let's just drag.
We'll bring him in, I guess.
Hey, Daniel,
Yo.
G'day.
how was that run?
Wings? On my wings? I got double wings. I
Yeah,
got Christmas wings and blue ones.
Nice.
you got two different kinds.
Does that mean he wins?
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to compensate for the Iron Surge. How did everyone else do?
Better than you,
Better.
obviously. No.
Yeah. Honestly,
I mean,
your run wasn't bad. You
No, it was good.
went a little slower. Just overall, you were looting more. It seemed like you were a little more cautious about just getting through the run.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
lost all your watches on stage 4, wasted the time to
Saw that, huh?
scrap and print, and yeah, we saw that.
And it was the Void Seed on stage 5 too. You spent a lot of
Yep.
time taking that
Oh,
out,
that
only
was
to get a key, and
the-
then to not
for
get
a
the
key.
key on stage 6. So
That was the most
Yeah.
unworth it voice seed of my life. It was insane. I was
they
praying
definitely
like
are
for a
gambles.
potent, teddy bears. I'm like, oh man. Then
Mhm.
key, and I don't know if the other one was the dog shit. You see the bloom on stage 1? I pogged out my
Yeah.
brain.
Oh yeah,
It was
it
awesome.
was sick.
It was really
But
good.
like
Honestly,
it,
What time did you guys get?
they got a 34.
Okay. Okay. So I was well behind. Well behind. All right. Play catch up. Fucking
But I
playing
mean,
the
like you
Artie,
had the
man.
plus, yeah, you had the +5, and it was like something you're less comfortable with. So honestly, it's not too bad to get a 47 with a +5. That's a low 40s for
Mhm.
flamethrower
I would have been
already.
happy with
but
sub
still,
40, low
yeah.
40 on playing Thumber, yeah. But
Yep, not
anyway,
bad.
that pizza slice got me. Done
Yep.
got me.
Happens.
Anyway, you got everyone like love the giga damage. Everyone you use flamethrower all the time, right? Like all the time.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're throwing it.
barely pull me away from it.
Corny actually on Mithrix, he was using flamethrower with his two polylutes, and it's actually some pretty decent damage. Good
Mhm.
procs.
Yeah.
Another 2 polylutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone get the
Dual.
clover on the moon? There's a clover soup.
No one got
Oh,
it.
no.
Everyone just went straight
Damn.
up.
That actually
Okay.
that would have been interesting. With Corny with the
Yeah.
vase getting over there
But I
quick, I
mean,
wonder
Dude,
how
4
much damage that would have
bans
been.
and no scrap though.
It's tough.
I don't think
Yeah,
I would have
it's
gotten
like-
rid of it.
Because there was that loader race, and I took ICBM with the plasma shrimp over bands on loader, and it ended up being faster. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. It's so
And
tough.
we did have a decent amount of crit too, so
And the armor
Okay.
piercing
Yeah, not
rounds,
bad.
the watches, that it would have been damage for sure.
Fucking watches. That was a PB for breaking watches. They lasted like 2 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
They were gone.
The beginning of the next
Fire
stage.
lava. Yeah, fire lava. I'm like, oh, I saved it. And I didn't realize I was just the fire
kept
tick.
it.
Obviously, last years.
Yep.
No, I didn't die to lava. All right. I didn't die to lava.
Oh, fine.
I mean,
Okay.
spiritually,
You might
died.
as well have.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I died inside to
Yeah.
lava.
Anyway, if you guys are ready for Commando, you guys are good to go. By the way, this is the second loadout
Yeah.
of the
You got it.
day. It's about to happen. So, good luck. By the way, and good
Good
job on the
luck.
first
all
run.
right.
All right. Thanks,
See you guys on the other
Bye-bye.
side.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God I hate those guys. All right, chat.
Why are you so mean, dude? What the fuck? Rude. I'm
This is why we
putting
don't
you in
like
your
you.
cell. Yeah, let's get him out of here. See you distribute. All right, loadout 2. Let's see it. So
The commander.
this loadout actually for Commando is my favorite. I know that it's not everyone's favorite, but for me it is. I love grenade. I love how fun it is. I love the AoE. It's the best to use. Slide is obviously a must. And over the last couple of months, I've been really liking Phase Round a lot for the way you kind of use it. You have to utilize it very well to make, actual good use of it. So you have to pierce through enemies to get that extra damage. You only need to pierce through one enemy to proc bans on the second enemy, which is really not as bad as it seems. I just like the AoE. It was just more of an AoE kind of build instead of like the getting close kind of single target build. So, something to think about if you're ever curious about Phase Round, but I like it a ton. And obviously, I know these guys are all good with grenade. Everyone here does use it. I don't know how much they use Phase Round though, but we should be seeing
I
some
think
good
most of them
grenades.
do.
Battles
I
and
do
stuff.
think if you want to go fast, I might prefer phase blast just because it's just upfront damage and not something you got to kind of play
Agreed.
around. Because when you are
Mhm.
trying to go quicker, it is kind of harder to play those like super micro movement, like line up the enemies for the band proc, but it's still like really good damage and it's still
yeah.
a fine M2. Nothing bad about it.
So interesting. Dan immediately saw a needle tick and just took it, just right
Snatch
off
it
the bat.
up.
Yeah,
Yep.
just
Which is what I would do. Yep.
Yeah.
Hit all that you can.
a lot of people look at needle tick on Commando and they just look at the direct loss of the potential bleed, and they're just like, "Hey,
Yep.
that's not good." But it still is good. Needle tick is still like a fair amount of damage. So, and with them going so fast, I don't really see a way that they're gonna get a ton of bleed unless they get really lucky in stage 4 or 5
Bleed
with
printer.
a printer. So
Yep.
I think I would have taken the Neotic as well right away. It'll help through the first couple
100%.
stages at least a little bit. So
This is another Void Cradle Lysate cell. With the grenades, I think
I
I'd
don't
rather
think anyone's
just
gonna take it.
potentially have a second fuel cell. Yeah.
Listen, as much as I like grenades, right? I love grenades, but I'm not gonna take a
It's enough.
Lysate for over like an equipment. You know, I could.
Yeah.
They already have elephant, which is
Capacitor,
great. Capacitor,
potentially.
egg, which is like a skip.
Yeah.
You know, you have all this stuff. So
There's too much other better potential out there to all into more grenades right now, especially stage
Mhm.
1. Maybe like stage 6 when like you have a void key and no fuel cells, but like
oh, Disputed just looked at a multi-shop with a hoof and a slug in it, and he took the slug instead. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think the hoof is probably what I would take, but I'm not mad about a slug.
I'm pissed off.
I would take
No,
the hoof though.
listen, I mean, I think the hoof is the right
Dan
choice,
has
but
an ATG, by the way.
I did see that. But there are also like med drones everywhere, and I think a med drone is really honestly enough for stage 1 and 2, especially
Oh yeah,
if you're trying to stay in there. So
yeah, if there's one around, which there is, because Dan has it. Yeah,
I mean,
I
he
probably
just
would
walked
just go
by
for the
it.
healing drone over the
Yeah.
slug. Yeah.
And I think again we're talking about like moving through the stages quicker and stuff. I think hoof would have helped a lot.
More
So
survivability.
maybe he just didn't see the drone yet. Still kind of a shame though. I think once he saw the drone, he probably realized like, oh, maybe,
Maybe,
but
yeah.
it's all right. He does get the ATG. It looks like Corny is probably going to get it here too. He's looking at the large chest.
Yep.
Soon. Everyone has the
Oop.
elephant, which is fun. I love the
It's good
elephant.
security for the first stage. Maybe the second stage as well.
I remember when I first started this game, I hated the elephant. I was like, it's stupid. I never remember to click it when I'm in danger. And
bad.
also, like,
Yeah.
But the more I've been doing
It's
like
so much
harder
damage reduction.
content, like the more I've been needing it. I'm like, damn, I like this item.
Yep. It's a lot of damage reduction. Like if you think transport mode or power mode multi is a lot of damage reduction, the elephant's stupid.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It can just completely save you from like a massive one-hit KO.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Cap, someone's asked for my post. Can you fetch the link?
Yeah, I'll go fetch.
Thank you. And it looks like, oh, don't die, Daniel. Okay, they're pretty much done with the first teleporter boss. It's always Vagrant when you're playing Commando, dude. I swear they got a Shuriken from the TP as well, which is really really good. Although they do have Phase Round, which does proc bans, and then you have Grenade, which procs bans. Shuriken is just an easy way to get that ban damage out and stuff for when they get them. Also increases the damage when they proc an ATG off that too. So, Fox, thanks for the Prime, dude. We appreciate it. Thanks for enjoying the streams.
And there's the playlist in chat.
Really nice to see the Shuriken though. I mean, and also like if they can get a couple Shurikens on Commando is one of the best stacking items in the
it's so
game.
good. So strong. Yeah, now just like one band and it's already so much damage. A lot of directional band procking instead of having to rely on like grenade bounces for flying enemies and phase blast for flying enemies. Like this will be a lot more consistent.
I'm actually surprised. Like looking at their items, they don't really have a lot of stuff. I thought they would have gotten more or something, but oh, dude, look at Dan's screen. The coin just landed directly on like the tip
Right
of
on
the
the tip.
teleporter prong. It's funny. It looks like they all kind of left this this tri-shop in the shrine here. That's what it was. So we'll see how many of them go back for that. I think with Artie, she's not as dependent on not as dependent on items as Commando is. So we're probably going to see more looting in this run than we did see in the last run, especially that Artie had all of those bans like straight up. We saw Disputed literally going from teleporter to teleporter without even thinking about it. But here we'll probably see more full looting until we see the players get a little bit more comfortable with what they have, and then we'll see them kind of start zooming. So
yeah, definitely not a run that I would want to zoom right off the bat. Like I would pull loot at least the first 2 stages, probably even into the first 3 stages. Like you just need items on Commando. Like you're not gonna be able to rush it like Loader or Artie with a couple bans. Even a couple bans on Commando, it's still like it's slow. You're not a burst survivor.
there is a an adaptive chest, and then there is a tri-shop
Ooh.
with bleed and speed in it. So they definitely have
that's
some
tough.
choices ahead of them here already. And this
I
is
think
one of
with
those
two-
maps. Go on.
I think with 2 hooves going into stage 2, I think I would probably take the bleed, get 2 needle tick going, a lot of damage.
It's hard to say because, like, yes, damage can speed you up a lot. It's like it's hard to give up that speed, especially for when you know you're going to fight Mithrix at some point soon.
Yeah.
But it is a hard choice. I think I might. I don't know. I don't know which one I'd choose. I'm too jaded with
just-
Umbral and stuff. So
Yeah, for sure you'd take speed on Umbral. I think,
Yeah.
especially in a race, you really have to greed the damage, and you already have decent
Mhm.
survivability. You have speed, you have a Jade Elephant, maybe even a Primordial Cube that's on stage 2.
something to
don't-
snowball you forward a little bit.
Yeah, I think you just need the damage to really start going.
Because like you really don't want to fall behind on damage with Commando or anything. You really need to like stay up.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a
Executive
card on this
card.
stage. So
Yeah. Tempting.
we will see. It doesn't look like Dan took it. So
Oh,
there's kind of
Because
like
there's that tri-shop.
yeah. I
Yeah,
would
that'd
have
be really
taken it
good.
for the try shop. That's like we don't even have to choose anymore. All this conversation around it is
Easy.
gone. But
Let's
there's
cran
this
it.
there's this kind of theory around the card in the races that I know the players have been thinking about lately, and it's the greed, dude. So a lot of players think that if they pick up the card, they'll be more mentally inclined to just start full looting everything and going for all the try
Mhm.
shops and everything, even though if you just pick it up, it does still save time, right? Because you do get money back on all purchases. So if you looted what you were going to loot anyway, you'd be just going faster, assuming you didn't have like a really good damage equipment or something. But it's hard to separate that from just like, ooh, I can just get all this stuff.
Yep.
It's hard to just keep doing what you were doing before and not kind of change the strategy. I still think that I would utilize the card a little bit here, but
Mhm. I
I
think
don't-
I'd probably even take the card out of this stage potentially. So far, we've seen
I would think
what
so
is
too.
it? There was a Primordial Cube, there was a missile launcher that Dan got,
And then
and
the
there's the
elephant.
card, and with the elephant from stage 1. I think you probably take card here because you still
would
need items. You're still Commando.
Stage 3 being Rally Point Delta. Ooh, Disputed just
Another
passed up
shuriken.
a shuriken. Yeah, he just passed
Oh,
up
and a
band,
band.
and
Oh,
speed and
he
bleed
could have just waited.
and a feather
feather,
and shuriken.
Oh,
Dude, just fucking click something, man. You're
Oh.
killing me. So this is also why I recommend players not to activate the adaptive chest until after the teleporter, so you can actually choose what you want. He did it, and because those enemies were attacking him, he wanted the gamble, right? He wanted to see if he could get anything good without going back and backtracking. I understand, but he just lost out on
Yeah.
potential of something really good in there. A lot of good
If I
stuff.
ever hit the adaptive chest with enemies like still around and still spawning, I'm getting the first good thing I see, and that's gonna be it.
Absolutely.
Because like then
You don't-
you're
you
gonna run
can't
into
wait.
this situation, and you get
Just
some
get a
dog
crowbar.
shit because you were just too flustered. Yeah.
Let me thanks for
Uh,
the raid, dude. The races are looking pretty good. We're on the second loadout today, so just getting started. Really, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, Dan gave the cube to the equipment drone as
Cube
well.
drone.
Which
Nice.
very
Good.
good, actually. I
Yep.
don't see no one else did that, so it made his
Worth-
teleporter pretty easy. He could just use phase round and the grenades a little bit easier there. Dude, Disputed just got a gas.
Ooh, that's really good too.
On that
Where
like
was that?
dirt path.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Dan might. Oh, Dan got it too. Nice.
There we go. Yep. I wonder if anyone else is going to see the card, and I wonder what Dan's gonna
Yeah.
do. I mean, it doesn't look like he's going back, so
Nope. He's probably just gonna loot up the spawn area and leave.
We'll
This is
see
what
what he
it's
gets
looking
out of the adaptive chest as well. Maybe he'll actually get something good out of it. Oh, there's a equipment right
That's
here. What is
another
it?
equipment. Yeah, I don't think they've opened that.
Oh, capacitor.
Oh, I would take that.
That's
I would
pretty
take
good.
that over card.
Well,
honestly.
it's hard because they don't have a band yet.
They have the adaptive chest with the band. He's not gonna get it though.
No,
I
it's
doubt he's gonna get it.
way later in there, and then like there's a shuriken
Yeah.
way before that point
He
too.
doesn't even have the money for it.
Looks like Disputed is
Sad.
kind of he's not charging the teleporter because he's trying to get like a faraway angle for the Vagrant. Kind of costing him a little bit of time there. That's kind of what we're talking
Yep.
about with trying to stay charging as much as he can, save you a little bit of time. Looks like Dan is out with the capacitor as well. So we'll see. Actually, I don't know. Looks like Corny. Never mind. I thought he was gonna go over to the island over there, maybe get the card. but-
Almost.
Almost.
The capacitor, this could be a defining moment in the run right here.
Wait,
I think
what the hell
capacitor
did
is so
Dan get out of the
strong.
adaptive chest? Did he have money for it or no?
He didn't have the money for it. He was all
Dude,
out. He had
Corny didn't
$4.
get the shuriken. Why is no one getting the shuriken?
He's gonna get the band. Hold up. Band.
did
He
get
got
the
it.
band.
Nice.
Okay.
And he can
But-
still find the capacitor.
No,
I hope he finds it.
Listen, band is great, but why didn't they take the the shuriken?
The shuriken.
It's so good.
It's tempting.
It's so
I think
good.
since they already had one, they didn't.
It just
they wanted
stacks
to try to
better.
go for multiplicative damage instead of additive damage.
Yeah, but you
and I
can't.
think a band is
you
a good
can't
one.
know, dude.
A band, yeah, but you got to gamble. It's the gamble shrine, the gamble chest.
It's a hard thing to let go, dude. That's dude.
He didn't find the capacitor though, and he left the area, so he's not gonna find it.
I was
That's
right
sad.
down on that lip. Unfortunate.
Yep,
He
gone
is
forever.
looking good though. It's the only one with the band. We already have seen the runs diverge a little bit here with the Artie run. Since they were going
Mhm.
so quick, they pretty much picked up all the same items. Just basically from the TP, what was around the TP, and then they were out. But once they start full looting a little bit more and getting more stuff around the map and going different ways, like this, Disputed just got a recycler and a safer spaces from the higher up
Oh,
section on the
shoot.
map. So now we're
That's
like,
scary.
this is really interesting.
Yep. Like Disputed is kind of behind right now, but his potential is stupid. Even if they get just a shitty boss drop, he can
Mhm.
re-roll that into Charge Perforator, fucking
Oh, yeah.
Shatter Spleen. I think it'd be such good potential here. We'll have to see how the re-rolls are today.
Whew. And a reminder, the recycler is seeded. So if Disputed rerolls a green and he gets like a feather or something, and then someone else like stage 4 gets a recycler and rerolls a green, they will get a feather as well. So
Yep.
we'll see. I mean, obviously, because Disputed got the recycler first, he's going to have the advantage on more and more rolls. So we'll see. But it is, I love seeing recyclers and runs like this because, like, especially when there's multiple, like if
Yep.
like 2 people had it, it's so fun seeing them get the same thing and like try to track where they're at. Oh, it's fun.
So there's a comment in chat saying that shurikens are pretty hurtful for phase 4 Mithrix, but honestly, if you're experienced with phase 4 enough, you realize that if you just basically orbit Mithrix, run in a circle around him,
Mhm.
you're never going to get hit by the shuriken, and these players know that, so they're really not worried at all about shuriken phase 4. Like it's something
Right.
that can be avoided, and as long as you know how to avoid it, it's pretty simple.
Also, we're expecting the players to kind of phase 4 skip. But even if they
Yeah.
don't, like what Cap said, if you walk in it doesn't even have to be a perfect circle, but it doesn't even matter if Mithrix has 1,000 shurikens with 100 alien
Yep.
heads, and it's just a stream of shurikens. If you walk in a circle, you'll actually, I promise you, never get hit by it. So,
Yep.
oh, there is a ban from the stage 3 teleporter as well that Dan got. Dan's kind of zooming right now.
Good.
He's actually the first
Dan's
one
looking
done with
so
the
good.
teleporter.
And he's the only one with a band and capacitor. Like Disputed does have the recycler, but if he doesn't get anything like really, really beneficial out of these rerolls, which he can't reroll too much since he's still trying to go quick and it is a 45-second cooldown,
Mhm.
I think Dan's looking really good. And he has the cube drone as well with the 2 gasoline that the other 2 only have 1.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. Corny. Yep.
yeah,
Corny just found the recycler on stage 3.
here we
Oh,
go.
man. So if Dan finds recycler, what does he do? That's tough. I think he loves because he's the one that vouches for capacitor, I think, more than anyone else here. I think
Yep.
he'll keep capacitor. And I think that's a fair call, honestly.
One of the first green rerolls is Leeching Seed, by the way.
Sick.
So,
That'll be good.
and a reminder, also that Shuriken can actually phase 4 skip as well. If you just shoot a stream of Shurikens at Mithrix in the middle, it'll probably skip them. So, if you have enough. Obviously, if you only have like 1, it could be like kind of a hard timing, but it can still work.
Dan is closing in on this equipment barrel. I don't know if he'll find it.
He's not going
I
to see
kinda
it's
hope he
up on that
doesn't.
little platform, right?
Yeah.
So, he's probably not going to see it. It's kind of
Yeah,
one of those
he's not
ones you
gonna
have to
find
look
it.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see the adaptive chest though.
The gamer chest.
Opal
Let's
right off
see
the
it.
bat, not bad.
I would have taken the
A
Opal. dude.
watch.
He
Speed,
doesn't want the
okay.
watch, dude.
Survivability, I guess. Yeah, he's like, I'm not going watches here. We'll stick with the AP rounds. We'll stick with the band.
Not again, dude.
Let's not fuck around this time.
So Zinc did some statistics and he pulled some numbers from the past couple months of racing, And it turns out that in the races, I think it's 90% of watches are broken,
Hell yeah.
which is
Super
crazy.
beneficial.
By the way, it's just like the way everyone plays and tries to like really push themselves forward. 90%'s a lot, dude. Oh, I forgot we had Siren's Call today, dude. We could end up
Sick.
seeing an AWU skip here, maybe with Shurikens.
Corny
know?
does have a Sommering, which also can AWU skip, so maybe
Ooh,
Corny will take Saw.
He
doesn't
might
have
be going
capacitor.
for the Saw tech on Mithrix, actually.
Yep. I think so.
Which
And I
is
think it's
something
a
that's
good
been
call. And I think if Disputed
pretty
finds that,
popular in
he's
the
going to be
races.
so conflicted.
Yeah. I think Disputed would go for the Saw. Because like he
I
just
think
wants
he would too.
he wants to do the cool shit in the races, you know? And
Yeah.
like
And
even
it's
though
good, it's
Recycler
powerful.
might be, you know, more beneficial, put him ahead, it's still a gamble. You do have to put in time to it to make it like really shine your build.
Yep.
But man, he loves that Saw, dude.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was from a reroll that Corny got the Saw.
Oh, he
or
skipped the
if
Saw
he
already.
just found the Saw.
Did
he
he
skipped it.
re-roll the Saw, chat, or did he just pass on it? Because he might go back and get it before he leaves.
Chat saying Disputed already gave up on the Saw.
Dan died.
Interesting. Dan died.
Dan died.
Dan. Okay, did he cap it that time?
Was it larva?
Was it a larva, chat?
Chat. An overloading larva. Dude, he capped it.
Hell
What
yeah.
the hell?
What an idiot.
Who
does
from
that?
larva?
Who dies from larva? Come on, let's be serious
Insane.
here.
But yeah, so
that's
Sirens
tough.
is a tough stage, and especially without speed. I think
does have
as far
decent
as
AoE.
stage 4s though, it is probably the hardest stage.
Yeah.
I think. It has
The
the
enemies are
hardest
brutal.
enemies. It has the least amount of loot for a stage 4, just on average, because of the wastes of the interactables here compared to the other ones. And it has the hardest red to get usually. So there's really not much benefit to go here over the other stages if your only goal is winning.
And
it can
they
still
have
be a
two
fun
different
stage,
types of enemies. There's two different types of enemies that are basically kamikaze enemies. And if the enemies kill themselves, you're not getting any money for it. So like even going through this stage, half the time these enemies die, you're probably not going to get the money for it. All these larvae are going to
Disputed
explode.
just pulled a band out of the gamer chest on stage 3.
Nice.
It was going pretty fast
Good.
too. So, damn, he's fucking
actually a gamer.
Yeah, gaming. The old man still got reflexes, dude. Anyway, yeah, but Cap's right. It's a lot of enemies that don't give you a lot of money and that do a ton of damage. So, and it also has Elder Lemurians, which even Grove doesn't have those anymore. Vultures still do a lot of damage as well. I mean, it's just a stage with a lot of damage and bells. So, it's tough. There's a Dios. So really interesting. It was next to the cave opening on stage 3, by the way.
Was it rerolled or did he just take it?
No. So he was looking at it and he was deciding whether to reroll it or not, but he didn't. And Corny's about to open the chest right now. We'll see if he's going to reroll it or not.
I kind of want to see a reroll though.
Oh, I want to see it too.
It's so safe, especially on Commando. Yeah.
Disputed went for the drone man here. That was a tough gamble because he lost a band, he lost a shuriken, and his ATG. So he really, really is hoping for something to really synergize with that. Like Ember the Core is mainly if he can get a lot of drones, that'd be really good. But right now, this second, Disputed is behind in my book because of this, and he has to actually make up for it.
He's got to build himself up.
Yeah,
Dan found a feather.
That's really good.
By the way, on this stage, and it's pretty close to TP. So I wonder if everyone's gonna find that. It's kind of near that newt spot on the cliff side.
Also interesting because Disputed has a safer spaces, and I think knowing that I had a safer spaces, I would have been comfortable enough to recycle the Dios. I think.
I don't think so. In a racing environment on Commando, I would take a Dios every time.
Really? You wouldn't take the gamble for something like Drone Man or ICBM or Clover
or Aegis or Nukanas?
I don't know, dude.
I couldn't do it. It's a gamble.
I mean, you also took Bloom, so like I don't know. I would have thought you would.
I mean, it was a gamble.
Yeah, Gamble now.
But nah. At least
I-
for Bloom, you're gonna get like at least 3 different types of reds. Where recycling a Dios, which could save you 5 whole minutes in a race, is I think it's too powerful to pass up on Commando with
Yeah,
not
save
the
5
best
full
damage
minutes
mobility.
if you're terrible.
Yeah, I mean Dan's terrible, so what's
Sure. You know, they deserve to have it.
Yeah.
I think just my logic behind it though, I would have been like, I have a lot of defense already. I would have been comfortable just getting rid of it, seeing if I could pull ahead with something cool.
Yeah, it's risky. Armor piercing round printer. And I think there's a scrapper because Dan has 4 white scrap right now.
Corny dropped the recycler for a Prion at some point and then used the Prion, which means for 2
Okay.
minutes he's not able to recycle anything. So
What is a capacitor at this stage? Nice. So
looks like
Corny
everyone has
missing the
that option.
capacitor. Yeah.
Mhm.
Corny missing at stage 2. It's not really too much of a blow in the gut since he does still have the bands and capacitor going into stage 5.
Dan just printed
Could've been
6
a little
AP
quicker.
runs.
Yeah, that's girthy damage.
And he
That's
has a
good.
capacitor. He does have a band. He's really looking for the Mithrix fight to save him that time from the wings that he has. So now technically you can skip Awu with phase round as well as Shuriken. Dan tried to skip Awu
Yep.
with Shuriken. He didn't get the timing on it. He was a little too early on that one.
And
So
he
said,
could have honestly
"Screw
killed
that."
Awu. He has bands, he has ATG capacitor and 6 AP rounds.
He
I
could
think
have,
I
but
think he could have done it pretty quick.
if like he took a little bit too much time on the shield part or something, I don't know.
Yeah, if you fumble it, then
Yeah.
you can waste a decent amount of time. I wonder if anyone's gonna go to Bazaar then. Does Corny have a blue orb? Because if not, then drone parts is only for disputed.
I guess so.
Yep.
I don't see a blue orb there, so
Nope.
Yep.
That'll be interesting. We'll see what the stage 5 boss item is. We could see empathy cores.
you could.
That could be really good for disputed.
I mean, we'll have to keep our eyes out for a gun as well because
Yep.
that's what the spirit's gonna be looking for. If he gets the gun and gets the Solus probe, then suddenly he's
Yeah.
chilling.
And very strong.
It's kind of tough here though because disputed only has 1 extra drone right now, and they do cost money, so he does have to go out of his way to get to more kills, spend more time getting stuff. I know, I'm looking.
He's getting
Jesus.
tossed around.
He did lose his Gore's Tome as well with the gamble, so I mean, there is a gun. It's in the
There is a
Void
gun.
Seed. There's 2
there's
guns.
2.
Never mind. There's
my
one outside
God.
the Void Seed.
I mean, I would have bought the gun first if I was Dan. I don't know why he started it. Oh, I mean, I guess he has so much damage. Jesus. Maybe it's fine.
It's a lot of damage.
But gunning it still would have been cool and probably the right play.
It's tough. Like,
Yeah.
we'll see what these guys take out of stage 4. Because if you take the recycler out, suddenly that gun is looking really valuable. You can get like molten
Could be something
perforators,
good.
charge perforators, shatter spleen, little disciples. Suddenly all that is open to you now with the appearance of a gun. So
Yep.
another shuriken from teleporter. Cool. We're finally doing it.
Disputed is struggling on the stage 4 TP though.
Yeah,
Corny just finished it up, but I think he was a little better off. He had the AoE, he still had his bands, his ATG, and Disputed's
thing
kind of
is-
just like
like
his drone died.
disputed. Yeah, he lost all of his damage, and the damage that he bought, which is the drone, died. Colonel Droneman can
Yep.
still die. He's only going to attack one thing at a time with a cooldown. I think, in my opinion, because he didn't have a scrapper, and because he only had a few greens and they were all like actually really good,
Pretty decent.
I
Yep.
think that might have been a little greedy on the soup there.
I think so.
Because like I know it's good and it's a great item, but like at the cost of everything else that you've kind of like built yourself up with, suddenly it's like you just put yourself so much lower. And he could pull ahead if he gets enough, but it's just unlikely. And because
we'll see.
everything is slowing him down right now, it's gonna kind of turn the CP into kind of a cope one a little bit. He's already not killing that much, and he's just resigning to run around a little bit here. Drone Man's
Yep.
almost dead. I mean, we'll see. Corny got the feather, which is good. He did take the recycler back again, so it looks like he might leave into stage 5 with it. It's kind of hard
Let's
though
see if he
because
tries for the AWOD skip.
I
Corny.
think he'll try. I think there's no
He's going
reason
for
not
it.
to try it.
Mhm.
Are the boss item rerolls seeded? Yes, everything with the recycler is seeded. As I think everything that can be seeded besides printers and cauldrons are seeded at the moment. If you go into a cauldron or printer, you just got to know it's random. It just pulls based on what you have.
Shrine of Order as well.
Yeah, that too. I don't think anyone's gonna do that. Oh, and Bloom, but all the stuff that should be seeded is as of right now. So
Yep.
so yeah, I mean we've seen it. It was the race with cabbage. I remember there was a recycler, and there was a lot of boss items that actually appeared in that run, and it was really interesting to see how one person not getting a boss item affected them not being able to reroll the last one that showed up, for example. And it was like, oh, you missed out on the Molten Perforator because you didn't
You
get
didn't go
like the
down the
first
list.
knurl, for
Yep.
example. So it was really cool to see that kind of stuff pop up.
So Corny did something pretty smart. He decided to trigger Awu, try to skip him. He missed the skip, but now it looks like he's gonna capacitor him while he's scrapping and getting AP rounds and stuff. So maybe we'll see a kill here. Maybe we'll see a good or a good red.
I think
He
he's
does a
focusing more
recycler
on
as well.
scrapping than on capacitor here, but I mean, did he see the AP round printer? Because he might go into
I
that
think
still.
I don't know if he saw it or not.
It was way out there on the top, so
Yeah. Hopefully he
Hard to
finds it
see.
because that's a lot of damage.
that does put Dan ahead for a boss fight scenario. So
Yep.
yes, he
Dan's
saw it.
looking
Okay,
good
cool.
still. Honestly. He's done with TP5.
Mhm.
He's just wrapping up the stage, gonna loot as much as he can, probably.
I think
the
he's just
Void
looking
Seed.
for a fuel cell. Honestly, he has a egg,
Fuel cell would be good.
right? I mean,
He does
he
have a feather though. He
can
doesn't need it.
skip. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll see if he does though. That's the thing. I don't know if he's been
I think he knows
brushing
it.
up
We'll
on
see.
his
Yeah.
his pillar skip technique. We'll see though. It is kind
Hopefully.
of like an obscure one, but he can do it.
It's not as straightforward as a vase right up,
Mhm.
or even 2 eggs.
Yeah. Oh, another band on the top of stage 5 as well, which is really interesting. There's
Damn.
all this like really good stuff that I'm seeing just lying around. Dan got a Wungus out of the void seed that he cleared. I think in his head he's thinking right now, why am I clearing these void
Yeah,
seeds?
he's
dude?
gone now.
Like I'm
He's like,
why am I
screw
doing
this.
that? So someone on the
Where's my
line
plasma
disputed
shrimp?
also got a regenerative scrap, and he used it to get the Willows printer there. Just a free one, a little bit more AoE for the teleporter. So
Yep.
and there we go. Dan's on the moon. I mean, he is 5 minutes behind because he did die, but he is the first one to the moon, and he's going to be the first one there for at least a few minutes. So while
Yep.
Dan, disputed. Oh, gee, he got really lucky, actually, not dying right there. He got pulled in by the jailer. He got Tenabobbled to stay on the
Jeez.
ground right in front of an elder and a void bell,
Oh my
and they just
God.
didn't hit him. Oh, it looks like the key that Dan
Jarrow's
found the
banned.
moon is also a Jar's band.
Yep.
So, hey,
Nice.
looking good.
I wonder how taking capacitor to this moon would be. I think Dan probably took the right call because you do have bands, you do have ATG, Shuriken, and all those AP rounds with a little bit of watch too. I think he's probably good to kill Mithrix. I think it'll probably waste time if you try to take capacitor, but it's hard to tell. I don't know.
It depends how fast he can skip pillars, or
Yeah,
if he
we'll see
tries,
how
or what.
successful he is at it.
Because if he fails and then has to be posed anyway, then just capacitor, But
Yeah. You'll be confident in the skip to get it done.
so we'll see on Dan's screen here. He's going to stay on a little section of the tree where he can just kind of stand there, and he's going to wait for his egg to come back up. And when he does, he'll get to the branches, and then we'll see him finagle his way up with the skip.
Let's see if
He should be
types.
fine.
07.
Oh, 7. Okay. Good job.
Can we talk about how goof this drone is?
Goof.
Goof.
Even now, Dan is typoing. Shame.
Been like 2 years now. Honestly, the cube drone has been doing really good though. Really good for just controlling the enemies. He has
I'm
the
really
gas for it.
surprised that no one else use the equipment drone. I think it's
it's
kind
good.
of a waste to not use them. I mean, there's equipments around all the time, and they just make everything faster. So, ooh, Dan kind of messed that up a little bit. He needs
Dan
to.
doesn't
Why is he typing?
know. I think he's a
Okay.
little confused on how to do this. He's got it. He's got it.
He's
Okay,
got it.
good.
Okay. I was waiting for him to, you know. All right, we're good.
Like type into chat. How do you do this, Skip?
He brought up the trap bar. All right, there we go. Dan got it. He knows how to do it, which is
There
good.
you go.
A little bit stumped at first, but we're there.
This real time for Dan is so good.
Dude,
Obviously he
Disputed and
died,
this
but
jailer,
he's zooming.
dude, he has
He's
been
still
pulled
getting
like
fucked
5
up by it.
times. Oh my god. All right,
Nice, he
let's see
killed it
this,
finally.
this Dan damage. He does have a feather. And honestly, I'll say it again, for these guys, all they really need is a feather to feel really comfortable in the Mithrix fight. So I
Yeah.
know that they're not going to be in danger of really taking a ton of +5s or anything, but it might take a while still. All right, Corny
Pretty
got
decent damage,
the
though.
gun. Let's see what he does here.
Oh, he hasn't started TP yet. Wow.
It's been
Neither
taking a
has
while.
Disputed. They're both kind of playing a little more methodically, which honestly, with this damage, you don't need to.
Disputed is looking at the gun and the egg now.
He wants to
He's
double gun
it. He's thinking, like, should I take the egg maybe? Do the
Yeah,
gun?
that's tough. I don't know. It's a gamble taking gun for sure.
The more time he spends thinking about the decision, the more time he's wasting.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just going for the gun. Nice.
Okay.
And there should be a recycler somewhere on the stage for Corny, right? So he should be able to recycle the Duke.
Yeah. Yeah, he should have it on this stage.
Okay.
Thankfully.
And I think Disputed the same. He has it in his hand, so we're good. We'll see some interesting boss times. Obviously, Disputed's looking for the empathy cores. If Disputed gets the empathy cores, he can come back into the competition here a little bit. But honestly, with how much time Corny and him both kind of spent on stage 5, they seem kind of about even. But I think Corny's Mithrix fight is going to be a little bit faster so far. Because, like, when you rely on Drone Man without empathy cores for Mithrix, you have to keep them alive. And if they don't live, then you have to buy them back during pizza and stuff. And they have to not hit ads a lot of the time either. So, like, there's like this huge kind of gamble around it. Like, then you have to do pillars basically to get enough money. It's like, you know.
People were confused about what happened to Mithrix there. I believe they were referring to the Primordial Cube equipment drone kind of pinning Mithrix, probably.
Yeah.
So sometimes if the cube is on the ground and Mithrix gets pulled like towards the ground, it's super jittery and he like freaks out. But that's just from the cube. He's just being held in place, kind of clipping through the ground a little bit.
Mithrix starts doing a Mario 64 backwards long jump technique. So
yeah, the fucking slide up the stairs.
Yeah, the physics on Mithrix and basically generally everything in this game are a little bit wonky. So
Corny getting collapsed there by the gup, but he's fine.
Oh Jesus.
He's actually struggling with this TP a little bit. He's kind of going out. Those gup are scaring him with the void touched.
It's always kind of scary when there's a void seed on your teleporter, right? So
yeah,
and you don't know, like, if you're just trying to rush it,
Fiend.
Sometimes you don't kill the bugs, the infestors, and they can infect something even scarier that you're just trying to live through. And it's like
a bell.
Yeah.
Like Corny just got.
Oh great.
Oh boy.
There's still, I mean, look at Corner Screen. He still has 8 enemies left in the void seed, 7 now, but that's like, it feels like more than when he started because the gup kept splitting and setting off infestors everywhere. Meanwhile, Dan's on phase 3 Mithrix right now. The real time on Dan right now is insane. If he didn't die to that one overloading larva on stage 4, he would have been 36-minute Mithrix right now. Like, almost done on Commando.
And honestly, he still has a chance for first here. Like,
he does. The other guys have been
Corny
taking
and
really
Disputed
slow.
are so slow. Yeah, Disputed still looting, still trying to find these guns.
He's just found the extra one.
He's in the recycler hole.
Whoa,
it's decided.
He hasn't activated teleporter yet. He just activated it right now.
Yeah,
I thought
he's
he
just
was
now
like
activating
doing it. Oh my god.
No, he's just starting. And he's really banking on empathy cores at this point. I don't think there's any other way he can come back. Unless people die. It's looking rough.
Dude.
Oh, Corny lost his Dios. What did he do?
At least it wasn't a +5, but Jesus,
Yeah.
man.
Oh no. Okay.
we-
Yeah, at least it wasn't +5, but +0 for corny.
Dude. Oh, it's collapsed? Damn.
From the elder, it looks like can be brutal. Dan already passed halfway through phase 3. He's so fast. He's going so fast. Good job, Dan. Like I know racers hate to say like or hate to hear that their real time was good, but they lost. But honestly, like you got to be proud of your real time. It's still really impressive. You still did everything that everyone else did a lot quicker. You just happened
did
to
it
die.
worse. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you just had to die. But no, the real time is still like
It
it's
is
so
impressive. Yeah. And
What could have
Dan
been.
is okay. So
He should
Dan
phase
is
4
gonna
skip.
go for the phase 4 skip here. Yep.
Oh, he's still damaging. Why?
He's still
Dude,
trying to get a little bit extra in there. He's
he's
greeding right now.
200 health left. Please.
Dan should be
Oh,
fine
man.
for this. I mean, there's no
I
scenario.
wonder if his bullet is going to kill. Oh, there we go. He healed up. I was wondering if his first bullet was going to kill Mithrix before the band could proc. That would have sucked.
And there we go.
There we go.
Dan done with Mithrix, man.
Good shit, Dan.
Congratulations, dude.
Fucking quick.
You know, for a resident Dan hater, he actually did okay. I'll give him props.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Who is it? Come on.
Now we'll bring Dan here in a second. He can sit with us and watch as everyone else floundered stage 5. I don't know why they played
Yep.
stage 5 so slow. I mean, I know the temptation of the guns was so strong, right? They had because Dan didn't have the recycler, and we were just talking about this earlier with the card. I think card and the recycler both go hand in hand with that temptation they give the player
Yep.
of just wanting to get more and more and just better, whatever. Oh, Disputed got a little disciple.
Speed got a little
Interesting.
disciple.
Interesting
Nuts.
that Corny did not re-roll the boss items he got.
Yeah, I guess
That's
he
a
just
gun.
decided it wasn't worth the time to get
To
the
wait around.
recycler.
Or
Yeah,
I don't know.
okay.
Maybe didn't
Yeah, I
bring
don't
it.
know.
I don't know. I'll have to ask him about
Also,
that later.
Corny
but-
doesn't have this pillar skip that Dan had. Dan
Oh,
was able
true.
to pillar skip and like it took a while though. Even just with that one egg, pillar skipping is kind of slow.
Disputed?
I wonder if capacitor is gonna be good here. Oh, disputed.
Yeah,
+0
lost
from
his
the speed.
views. I had to wait
After-
until he spawned. I was like, which one is it? I don't.
He's still getting bullied too, and he's not done with
Yeah.
TP.
Oh, dude, he just took a lot of fall damage there too. He is
Yeah.
not looking good. Dude, I
Pain.
think Dan, despite his death, might still
I think
win.
he'll pull it out. I think so.
Look at
He went so
Corny's build
quick.
right now, right? Corny is at 39 minutes. Dan about at 45. And Corny still has to do pillars. So do you think Corny's gonna have less than a 3-minute Mithrix or something?
Yeah, what pillars do we have too? We don't have any design, I don't think. What
Hmm.
are we working with here?
Oh, Corny just traded
What is Corny?
speed. Oh, he's going for the
Stomper soup
headset
with
build.
Quail. Pillar
So he can skip pillars.
Okay, okay.
Dude, okay. I
Alright,
was
I
at
did not
first.
know.
At first, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, listen, why did you do that? But dude, he can actually
Yeah,
skip
that's
pillars with
worth
this. Oh no!
And he
this is-
kept 3 Gyros bands still.
All right, let's see if he knows a good spot to do it from.
This one usually gets you up pretty good.
Yeah, he's
nice.
fine. Nice.
Easy. Oh,
Really
Corny,
good,
come
and
on.
he has 3
Let's see this.
bands. Okay.
Yep.
You know what? He might actually come back and take first from Dan because of that.
Yeah, this might be the defining factor. Going to the cauldrons.
Man, got so lucky there, dude. Actually,
The god soup, actually.
and here we
It's so
go.
good. Oh, that damage.
Look at
Almost
that.
half of Mithrix's health gone. One stomp.
It is beautiful, dude.
So good.
Gotta love those head stompers, man. Unfortunately, he did proc bands there when he didn't mean to, so this next stomp is going to do less damage. Oh, he almost took the hammer swing on that one, too. Ooh. He does got to be
Jeez.
careful.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
Obviously, if Disputed got the headset here, it would be better for him. Now, sorry, I mean because he has saver spaces. He doesn't have bands, though, so it'd be worse because he traded all in for a drum.
Yep.
Never mind.
Or
What am I
disputed.
talking about?
The bazaar failed him.
I think there are a few items that Disputed really likes, and he will just go for them every time. And I think one of those is just Drumman. Did he recycle a
Yeah, for
band, or was
sure.
that a bandolier? I couldn't tell. I looked back like last frame.
I
It
would
was
hope
one of
it's a
the band
bandolier.
family.
Yeah, a bando perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps. And there we go. Corny done with phase 1. He only has a few minutes here to actually get through.
Yeah,
He has to beat the 44-26 that Dan had.
26. Yep.
So he's got to be really precise with his head stomps as he goes down. He has to make sure to hit Mithrix in phase 3 and not just one of the ads or something, because if you procs the ban on something else, then it's just kind of wasted time. So he's got to be really good with it. I'm going to bring Dan in here right now, actually.
Is my rely on ATG procs off of head stompers for Corny to really get the lead here? He needs to get lucky with these ATGs.
Hey, Dan, what
Oh my
up?
What's up,
God, thank
Dan?
you. Dude,
What?
that took forever. I was sitting in suspense. Please, put me in.
Dude, we're doing something, all right? Hold your horses. How was your run?
I'm the main character. It was good, except for the
You
single
died to
overload
larva.
lava that I... Shut up!
Yeah. You
I
capped
was
it.
screaming.
You idiot.
Don't talk cap. Don't talk cap. Don't talk cap.
Overloading larva.
It was rough.
Bro,
So, by the way,
like,
I mean,
I saw... Oh, okay.
no,
Yeah, no. You're more important. It's fine.
yeah, I am. All right, so you finish in real time so fast
Really
compared to
fucking
everyone else
fast.
too. You found the AP round printer. You had
Mm.
just really good damage compared to everyone else. You had the pillar skip, like going into stage 5, but stage 6. Most importantly, you did not spend half an hour on stage 5. That's kind of what bogged
Yeah.
everyone else down. So you actually going as fast as you did, despite your death, might actually give you a win here. Maybe
so.
Alright,
it depends
what are
on
we looking
Corny, and if he gets some good head stomps in, because he did find a head stomper in Moon Soup.
at?
He
I
did
did see
mess
the head
the last
soup.
one up there, so
I did
but
see
he
that
only
head-
has a few minutes to catch you.
Yeah, Corny only stomped once on this phase so far, which I think is a mistake. I think you gotta just go full stomp here. Maybe
Mhm.
capacitor bands too, but he was using like M1, which honestly he has the 2 needle tick, some
He
ATG,
should
but
not be going
gotta
for
be
these
stomping.
stomps when band is not up. So that last one he did, I
Yeah.
think, was a mistake. He was 2
Does he
or
have an
3 seconds
ATG as
away.
well?
He does.
Yep.
I know he does, yeah. So
and
he's,
sure.
maybe that's what he's hoping for.
Maybe, but
Yeah.
he's so low on Mithrix health that one more good head stomp would probably kill him anyway. So it's like I kind of feel like he's just gone for it. He might
Yeah.
be trying
There
to
is
go
a-
for the phase 4 skip now, though. I mean, he does have pretty
Yeah.
good damage. He should
He's
be
gonna capacitor it, I'd assume.
Did no
probably.
one find the egg on stage 5 or?
Everyone had a recycler, so they kind of chose those instead.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a recycler,
Disputed
by the way.
actually forced to take the recycler to the moon because he didn't find anything else.
Corny stomping phase 4, a little late. Oh, he got it.
Oh, it was so barely
Just
close.
barely. Oh,
It was
my
like
God, dude.
less than a second before Mithrix
Holy.
was able to just do full phase 4. That
Yeah.
fire band was almost to
Damn.
go away. Holy.
Nice.
But
Clutch. Still too slow.
Dan still wins
Yep.
with a +5.
Dan
Holy
despite
plus
his
five.
death. Congratulations,
Hell yeah.
Corny
Dan.
decided to spend
Thank you.
like 5 minutes stage 5
It was a
before
round
hitting
time.
TP.
They cleared the void
it was a long
seeds as
time.
well, and like they did so
Yep.
much extra work and looting everything, doing
Did
like
people-
gun, micro, and macro. What's up?
People really not pick up the needle tick, hey?
They did.
No, they did.
I want...
Actually,
happened?
Disputed didn't.
Disputed didn't find it.
Oh,
or maybe
he's got it.
he
I went
just
over there earlier.
decided not to.
Okay. Corny got
There
it.
was a Dios next to stage 3 TP that
Yeah,
both
you
of
didn't
them
get
got
that.
and used.
And which would have
Stage
saved your
3.
life. Yeah. It would have
Yep.
saved your plus
Right
five.
next to TP
Yep, right
in
there.
the cave
Nice
entrance.
TP.
Yep. Next large chest. Boom.
Yep.
Shit.
Yep.
And they
bonus
both had
points, man.
recycler too.
Would add a
Yep,
bonus
they
point.
both had
dude.
recycler, decided to keep the Dios,
Fucking Dios.
which I guess for both of
Yeah, I
them
saw
worked
all
out.
those lava spawn in front of me. I'm like, all right, I got a wrap. I can dodge these guys. I'm not too worried. I'll play a bit risky. The one behind me, the one singular fucking insta transport behind me. It's overloading.
Looks
Sick.
like
I
Disputed
saw
just
that.
did the same thing with the quails in the headset, by the way.
Yep.
He's going
all
for
in.
3 quails, though, and that kind of lost him a little bit more speed as well.
I guess he wants a pill skip with the 3 quails, right?
I mean, I think
Yeah,
2
he
would have
didn't
got him
choose
up
a
there,
good
though.
spot either.
Uh-uh. Uh-oh. Oh, and he lost his gyro span, too. Oh, my God. Meanwhile,
right.
Corny
Oh, he
still had
did.
3 of them.
Yeah.
He's
So
got a little
Corny
D?
got Corny got Disputed got the recycler on stage. Was it stage 2? Because there was one on stage 3. I think it was on
Yes, it was
stage
stage
1
2.
or stage 2. Yeah.
2.
So Disputed's really been going the recycler route the whole time. He ended up going Bazaar and getting drone parts from the Bazaar, losing his ATG, losing his band, and
Right.
he basically got forced
And
into full drone
shurikens.
man
He
build.
he lost everything
Yep.
basically. Like
He lost
that
everything.
hammer. Jesus.
So he's forced
That
into drone man
shuriken was
build.
my God.
Yeah.
That shuriken was in my backup for the capacitor. I'm like, well, I'd like capacitor if I don't find a skip, but that was a backup.
Shurikens
Like,
are still good.
I don't know. Is capacitor? I don't know. Maybe the capacitor would have been quicker with 2 pillars. I don't know. I would've
It's a hard
liked
Corny
to
did
choice.
it, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
what's up, Corny?
Like we can look back and see.
Yo, what up?
Yeah. Hey, Connie.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did that
we
run
had
go?
What time did Raymond get on the moon? That's what I actually want to know.
I don't.
I think someone said 33 minutes
38?
with a +5 on his back.
With the
Getting
plus
to
He got
the
there
five?
around 38. Yeah, plus 5. Died of lava.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a
It's
really
still
fast
pulled it
one.
out.
Equally good and also not impressive at the same time because it was really easy to dodge and I didn't. So
I see. Yeah, this run like pretty solid, right? You get some speed early on with Mander, you get an ATG, you get some damage, you get some stuff, and then you just kind of like keep going, you know. But yeah,
So
I don't
you,
know how Blight.
Corny, on the moon,
yeah,
you were looking at doing pillars, right? You're like, okay, what do we? I guess
Yeah.
I'll look
Yeah.
at soup. I guess we'll see what we got. Boom,
Yeah.
quail, and you're like, oh damn! And then you saw the headset, and you're like, oh damn! And then you're able to skip
Oh,
pillars,
damn.
and then use that to just
So good.
Yeah.
absolutely have a super fast Mithrix fight. And we thought you
Yeah.
were just like going to steal it from Dan because it was so fast, but it was just right there. So
yeah. I'm like when you don't actually know what's going on and you're kind of like pacing yourself because sirens, like other stuff happening, you know.
Sirens,
Yeah,
man.
you don't actually like bump it all the way, but good job, Dan. Holy shit. Let's
Thank you,
find
man.
picking it up.
Also, another good thing for Dan, and he even kind of noted it while he was pillar skipping. His equipment drone was Primordial Cube from stage 2, and that was
Man.
honestly such good enemy control with his 2
That-
gas and his
the whole run.
Scary,
AoE that he
dude.
had. It was good. It was really good.
Yeah. The cube helped me a lot in both these runs, actually, just to get the
Yeah.
people the hell away from me.
Yep.
Yeah, that cube was MVP. I had to salute that guy when it died to Mithrix.
Yeah, early cube was definitely clutch. So versatile. Like such a good equipment, honestly.
What did I leave? I think I took the. Yeah, so I took DML instead. Won the damage. That's right. So I had
Disputed's
the
not
drone
getting
there.
like the correct jumps. He's jumping on the wrong part of the ramp, and so he's just slamming into the actual ramp part, which he's not getting like the air he needs for a lot of these. It's kind of stressing me out.
Oh yeah, he's jumping way too early.
Yeah, way too early.
Wait till the more inclined little lip part at the end.
This
He's
phase
getting
1
through it.
still?
3.
It's phase 3.
Phase 3.
Lost track.
So Disputed.
All right, I'm going to take this for a quick
Oh,
loop.
God.
Yep. What the
Holy
fuck?
shit, Disputed. he tried to stomp right inside of the pizza, barely got out of it. Oh my god.
I mean, he had saver spaces, I guess, but Jesus Christ, dude. I just
if you get
I
hit by
think he
more than
might
2
not have
pizza
been paying
lines, though,
attention. I think he was just
yeah.
stomping or something.
He was like, "Oh shit, pizza's coming." Jesus.
God. That's
where
a
did he get
scream.
where did he get the spaces, by the way? Is that a Wungus
Stage
reroll?
2. No, just
Yep,
regular
stage
stage
2.
2. Not reroll either. It was
Yeah.
the very highest point of a Failing Sanctuary on that like outside walkway, that ramp up.
Yep.
There was a recycler and a void cradle right there, and the saver spaces popped out, recycler popped out. So you found your recycler a tiny bit later, but I mean, you guys basically
Stage 3.
recycled the same amount of items with it anyway. Oh, also curious, Corny, why didn't you recycle the boss item stage 5? Did you sell the recycler there, or?
No. I got my capacitor stage 4. That's when
Okay.
Yeah, that's when the build clicked. I was like, yeah, I'm just taking the capacitor. I'm doing pillars because Mithrix won't be copium. Maybe I'm not too late, but yeah.
No, I was confused because I was like, I thought he had it. Going in, I was just looking at like Disputed's run and stuff. That's why.
Yeah, sad
This
boy.
makes it a dead heat going in halfway through, right? It's 2-2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's sick.
Start again, baby.
3-way tie.
Warm up round.
Let's see it.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Let's do it.
You know,
I mean, three-way tie is better for you, Race, because that's just the same
Yeah.
setup. You don't want a two-way tie.
No.
So we've seen it in the past, passing up on the phase 4 skip, especially with a survivor that doesn't really have extreme burst damage. I don't think it's ever
Yeah.
worth it. You really just got to get that phase 4 skip. Even if you're like really upset that you missed it and you fucked it up, just wait, because like
Yeah. I mean, the
getting
time
a phase
you're
4 skip
it's like a minute
just
to
save
wait
so
or
much time.
less. Like 30 seconds to wait.
and
and then you can
potentially
just-
dying to phase 4 as well.
Yeah.
like,
It's way safer,
there's-
way easier.
Yeah,
So.
just phase 4 skip. Actually, wait. Disputed didn't have the Jarl's band, so you couldn't.
Yeah, you
Never
lost
mind.
it.
He
I
had
forgot they
shuriken,
lost
though.
it to the.
It's a
Yeah,
harder thing
it's
to
tougher.
do, though. Yeah.
Did anybody shuriken skip AWU?
No.
No.
Damn it. I was so keen.
I know you
went
tried.
too early.
You a little
I
bit too early,
overshot.
yeah. You
was
gotta be
actually-
patient a little bit.
Yeah, there was actually a Saw stage 3, and Corny had it, and I thought he was gonna bring it to stage 4 and do the AWU skip that way, but I guess not.
All right.
Would have been
I
cool to
was
see.
really sad. Do you guys know what it was? Do you have the notes for it? Like, what was the red in and behind
No.
AWU?
We will never know what's
No.
behind AWU because like it's counted differently, I think. Also, Zing didn't give me the notes.
Someone get the seed and go find out. I need to know what I missed out on. I needed to see my brain coat.
Someone go do it. All right, I'm gonna bring in Disputed because again he's in. It's not gonna change his time here, so this is.
He's in the damn position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, Disputed,
thanks.
what's up? I know you're charging ship,
What's
but
up?
what's going on?
I'm not surprised. I got last, right?
Yep. Yeah, you're you got last by 20 minutes. So
By 20 minutes.
no, I'm joking. It was only like
Was
uh
it like 8?
yeah, 8 minutes about.
Oh, that's not too
So-
bad.
Something like that?
So obviously it was the drone man gamble.
Yeah.
The Dramble.
Shut up.
So-
Disputed, I think your biggest fault was picking up the recycler, honestly.
I think that it just felt very sloppy all the way through. I feel like I was
Yeah.
slow stage 1, and then from
It's not your
there
run kind of
I
thing.
never really picked it up.
Yeah.
I think the recycler would have been fine, but I think because he was like on his back foot, because of the drone man, I think that's why he probably tried to use it to spend
Yeah.
more time stage 5. It's kind of hard to say what he would have done if he had his build from before. I mean, what do you think he would have done, Disputed? You can tell us.
I don't know, not killed the same void enemy 5 times in a row, having it jump from enemy to enemy. It was so frustrating.
Oh, that
Yeah.
TP was rough though, man. Like half it was gone, trying to find them to kill them. The one jailer hanging around. It was pretty brutal. That was scary
The
TP.
jailer.
Oh, man, he
Disputed
was-
loves the jailer.
Oh my god.
I mean,
You got
why
hooked by
the
that
jailer?
thing like so many
Getting
times.
snared.
Yeah.
Oh, really? How'd you survive? Like that's like an instant death.
Save your spaces.
Where's the
Dios.
safety space?
Yeah, there
After
were-
the elder collapse.
There was a
Push.
moment, Disputed, where you got
Oh, wow.
hooked in by the jailer and you landed right in front of the jailer, right in front of an Elder Lemurian and a Void Bell at the same time, and
Yeah,
just
dude, I
none
shit
of
my
them shot
pants.
you. They were just looking at you like,
What?
"Hey, man," and then you just ran away, and I was like, "Oh, okay, well."
Literally
I
playing
mean,
with
I
their
did die
food.
there. I used a Dio.
It was a little bit later, but yeah, it was.
I definitely
The seed
deserved to
was
die.
rough.
So
But-
where was the Dios on stage 3? What was it? Was a cave
At the
you
entrance to the
said?
cave.
Yeah,
Yep.
cave entrance.
That was
Next to
RPD,
TP.
right? Yeah, it
Yep.
was.
Yep.
Shit.
Yep.
Damn it. I didn't look there at all.
Mhm.
I went around everywhere else and didn't even look right. Damn. Oh well.
So,
Sad.
by the way, Disputed, Dan won and he +5'd.
Yep.
So he just had like a really fast
And
run.
zooming.
It was mostly the
Equally
AP round
shit.
printer on stage 4. Also, you guys. I don't know
Mm.
if you guys got that one or not,
What
but
the fuck?
I did.
okay.
Yeah, Corny got like 5. Disputed, did you find that printer?
I didn't, but I had 4 just from looting.
Jesus.
Shit.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Jesus.
That's a lot.
Oh, damn.
And yeah, chat is correct. It is Blight Acrid coming up next. So
Holy shit.
How do you guys feel with Blight Acrid? It's your
Jazz
favorite.
King.
Yeah. Holy
Is
shit.
it worse than,
Yeah,
I don't know,
oh.
is this better or worse than Flamethrower, man? I don't know.
Worse.
At least I can hit
Worse.
stuff with it. I can use it. I can use it consistently.
You can
at
hit stuff
least,
with
right?
it and then get like a 5 damage tick per second.
Also,
Yeah,
by
but
the
you can
way,
stack it.
all of you guys are tied right now. y'all have 2 points, so we're basically just
Yeah.
starting over.
2-2-2.
The bracket reset.
Yeah.
Reset.
You guys are
Those
free
are the
to
ones.
go whenever you want. Good job so far in the last run, and good luck with the next one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually,
bye-bye.
die.
Yeah,
Do it. Preserve that elo, man. Keep it level.
get out of here, Daniel.
Bye.
Bye.
So chat's asking what the difference is between Blight and Poison. Basically, Blight is base damage that can stack its Blight debuff, and Poison is percent damage that goes based off of the enemy's max health. So you're gonna have a lot more stacking damage with Poison than you are with Blight.
Mhm.
And also, there's no really efficient way to stack Blight to such amount of stacks to kind of catch up to Poison. So like, I don't know. I have a video on YouTube if you want to check out a Blight versus Poison comparison, and you can really see like the breakdown of how things compare, how different situations compare with Blight and Poison. But mostly Poison's just substantially better, and Blight is
Mhm.
lacking.
It's way harder to use for usually in 99% of your runs no gain. In fact, like a detriment. So we're obviously
Yeah.
talking about Eclipse 8 here. On Monsoon, you can pretty much, just hold M2 and M1 on Mithrix and kind of live through it a little bit better.
Yeah.
But
This
This
will
is-
be a run where they will rely on equipments because you
Yes.
just have to. You have to.
if they don't rely on equipment, it would probably be something like shurikens or something like that to kind of like transition the build into just something else entirely. Shops
there's
banned.
also-
What do you mean by shops? Like the lunar shop? Yes, it is banned.
And there is also the argument with Blight that it does kill off enemies, where Poison does leave enemies at 1 HP. But any skill that does damage at all, your M1, your M2, your Shift, your R, or any AoE item, ukulele, void scent, gasoline, anything that
Mhm.
deals a single ticket damage is automatically going to make Blight's killing effect not matter
Hold
at
on.
all.
I got the position here, Cap. So to kill
The
something
position.
with Blight, right? You have to click R twice, pretty much, because you have to stack it. And it applies Blight twice. To kill something with poison, you click R once, they get down to 0 health, and then you click R again. So you still click R twice.
Same button twice.
Yeah, with Blight though, it can be up to 3 to 4 times because it does eventually start doing less damage. So that's kind of like it doesn't matter. And if anything, you're clicking R less with poison even still. So it doesn't really change the gameplay whatsoever either, honestly.
Yep.
So
We see a vase coming out of stage 1. It's okay. I still think they want to go for damage equipments instead of
Mhm.
mobility, even though it can save time with the mobility. Damage equipment's just they have to do it.
So-
Caffeinator build, capacitor build, something like that.
we just went from Artie with really good run to Commando, where we had to loot a little bit more, and now we're going to Blight Acrid, where we're gonna see players probably loot a lot, and it's not gonna be movement based stuff. It's gonna be I need to get as much viable damage as we can. I
Yep.
just saw someone chat asking about Bite. I think Bite's fine on EA. I use Bite all the time. It's my
Fight
favorite.
is good.
I think getting in there is just I like things that make the gameplay more interesting, and Bite definitely does make it more interesting for me. So I like Phase Round and Grenade from the last loadout as well. Very fun.
I
And
do
it's very
think
viable.
in the racing scenario, Spit might be better just to clear out like the flying enemies easier. But Bite is still like extremely strong and has the Slayer modifier, which I don't
Mhm.
know if a lot of people know that, but it'll multiply its damage the lower the enemy health is.
Up
So
to
like it just
3
gets
times
better.
damage.
Yeah, especially on Mithrix where the health bar is
Yeah.
so big, like you just have all that room where you're dealing so much damage with the Bite.
I think it depends where we're looking at time saves, right? Because I think the Bite is really going to help with all teleporter bosses here, and
Yep.
really going to allow them to get through those a little bit faster. Granted, I mean, I don't know what items they're going to get. They could just get a damage equipment that just kind of nullifies that anyway, but
Mhm.
I like Bite for that. I know Spit's good for like the flying enemies, and like you can probably stack some stuff on Mithrix every so often, but why is Sweet Origin not picking up the item? Well, he's probably not picking it up because honestly, Stealth Kit isn't good. So he's trying to wait and see to see if there's a recycler around, maybe somewhat near the TP. He might have spotted an equipment barrel, and if there is, then he could just re-roll it to something actually more beneficial for him. It's not that he's not going to pick it up when he leaves. He's not going to put that item to waste, but he's trying to kind of maximize the potential of that item right now. But, you know, obviously if he doesn't... There's a Shattering Justice he just found in the tree trunk.
Yep. There was a
Obviously,
Shattering Justice.
if he doesn't find anything to change it, he's just going to pick it up. No big deal. Macro is very useful in these kind of run situations when you're kind of like on the fly and you're just like, I don't really want to, you know, maybe I don't have a scrapper, maybe I won't pick up something before I print, yada, 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 all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, they're just too tough, dude.
Yeah. Although
That-
Blight can one-shot enemies.
That line just alone, the too tough, it's so
It's so
iconic,
funny.
dude.
Some of them are just, they're just too tough, man.
The gold standard of video game reviewers.
Yeah.
That's from a real article, by the way. It's for Loader, supposed to be, but it's still funny. Which do you think is better for Acrid, or is it just personal preference? I think it's just preference. Use whatever. I like both. I think so. The default jump is really good because it has lower cooldown and kind of spreads the poison around. Nothing much to say about it. Does its job well. This one is good, the alt one, because it can proc bans and stuff, which is a really easy way to do that without equipment or triple hitting with your M1. And it has a lot of damage. And, if you kind of play around it and you use it to jump into hordes of enemies, you can kind of lower the cooldown. So you can potentially get more damage out of it. I think, for me, I like the default one a little bit more for Mithrix because, again, it's on a lower cooldown, so I have a little bit more mobility. That's what I kind of think about. But I have used the alt one a lot, and I do enjoy it a lot. Provex, thanks for the Prime, dude. Thanks
Yeah.
for enjoying the streams. We appreciate it. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm torn between the two because I love the mobility that default leap has, but something about like playing the mini game of slamming as many enemies as you can with your
Yeah.
leap and getting
It's
the
fun, dude.
cooldown, more damage. It's fun and strong. It's really strong.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like, I'm glad we have it in this run because it will give them something to utilize here. Also,
good
Disputed's
damage.
on stage 2.
Yep.
He's still
And there's a void seed.
Oh, never mind. I thought he was the only one who found the Justice, but no, Corny has it too.
Dan needs to find it, and he's kind of close to it. He needs to go up that little
He's
stump.
right there.
Oh,
he
he
can
saw it.
see
He
it.
saw it. He's gonna get
Okay.
it.
Yeah,
Nice. Good. It's always painful. You miss like a super strong item super early on in the run, and then just throughout the rest of it, you can just kind of see the difference.
I
how strong
recall
that actually was.
one race on this map where under that ramp was the headset at the start of the run.
Yep.
And dude, half the lobby found it, half didn't. I was like, oh man. It was so fun to watch.
It's such a defining factor. Stage 1 too. It's rough. Alt Leap does need speed for the pillar skip. It looks like they all have vase, which honestly, if they don't find a good damage equipment, they'll probably take the vase and it'll be a really easy pillar skip. It does take a pretty decent amount of time to pillar skip with this leap because you have to wait for the cooldown and stuff. Not
with
able
a
to
little
hit
bit of
enemies
speed,
to reduce the cooldown.
They'll be fine.
Yeah,
it
it's
does
not
take
too bad.
A little bit, but
Then you get the
if they
speed
have
for.
a few speed items, it's fine.
Yeah.
Also, do we have a
We'll see.
gamble up right now, or are you just slacking?
I'm just gaming,
So slacking. Yeah.
I'll put one up.
Yeah, I'll do my job. There we go. Disputed's already on the teleporter boss for stage 2, and he's already almost done. Again, that bite, that slam, really good combo. Something funny to note about Beetle Queens, they don't actually have a physical hitbox. You can't slam into them with your leap or anything. You'll just walk right through. So you kind of have to slam on the ground or hit the wall next to them or something. Really awesome. Very cool. But again, that bite is just so powerful. Just got right through it.
Our prediction up chat. How many deaths on the moon?
Oh,
how many you guys got?
I looking at the build though, it's still
it's lagging.
I'm
not there
waiting
yet.
for something, you know? Like, they have the Shattering Justice, but it doesn't
Yeah.
do anything for them right now because they can't hit an enemy that many times, really, unless it's
But
a
the
boss.
Blight multiplies off of the Shattering Justice debuff. So that's pretty crazy.
Anyway, so they don't have anything to help them out. They have, like, the ignition tank, but they're waiting for the gas. I mean, they have, Dan has a backup mag, which is probably one of the best things I see in this build. Honestly, they are looking really close to a Deathmark build though, with Shattering Justice and Disputed as Chrono. So
Yeah, and Blight.
yeah,
Honestly, if they find a single gas, they could be looking pretty solid. I think a gas would allow them to get through the TP easier, and then they can just loot the rest of the stages, try to get that single target damage going. Gas would be insane with like ignition tank.
I think they're still just looking for equipment. Oh, and Dispute just found
Yeah,
equipment. What is
still
it?
full loot mode.
Card. He's not
Card.
gonna take it, is he? He's not gonna do it.
We bullied him with the recycler last run. Maybe we'll pass up on the card this time.
I don't know, man. I still think that here I would probably take it. I know the base is really good, but like
I think so
looking
too.
at the build, I mean, you got to get something. Like, you got to get
Yeah,
ahead
at this
of everyone
point,
else.
Yeah. At this point, you still got a full loot, and I think on the Commando run when they were given the card value, I don't know. They were a lot better off than this run is now.
Oh yeah, I mean they had a lot of stuff that was they had like
Yeah,
shurikens
the
and
ATG,
like
shuriken, band.
like,
Yeah,
it was
they
looking
had all
good.
they needed.
What do they have
Yeah.
here? A hoof? You know, like I don't.
Yeah. A watch that they're gonna break.
Ooh,
Opening
they got
void
that
cradles.
potential, and it had a brooch, monster tooth, and stake in it.
Massive.
Huge value. It's cool that those take up half the credits from a void seed. Yeah,
Very good.
yeah. Potentials are huge value.
Let's see this cradle.
He did get a key though.
Okay.
That's really good.
Nice. That'll be good to see next stage.
So a reminder that you can get more void keys by just picking up normal keys. You don't have to open the void key right away. So sometimes we'll see players look at the void key chest on the ground and be like, I'll wait. And sometimes, I mean, even that stage, they'll just get another key. And then they can suddenly just have more, like, duplicate the void items and just get a ton of, like, really good stuff. But we've seen in the races kind of that people are doing that a little bit less and less lately. I think they just see it and just say, I see it this time because I don't loot everything. I'm going to just open it now.
Yep.
Also,
If you
Disputed just got a
find the
Deathmark,
chest,
which is really
cool.
nice.
Maybe you can get the build going. Just gas or bleed or needle tick, something like that.
Something, yeah. Needle tick would be a good one to get,
Really good.
actually.
Mm-hmm. And he's out. He's going to stage 3 pretty quick. I still think I'd go full looting mode at this point. It's still a rough run and so scary, the potential it can lead up to. We've seen Blight runs end in like fucking a 30-minute Mithrix fight. So
Yeah.
like you really just gotta hunker down, get all your fucking items, get everything.
Again, like, it's different for every survivor, it's different for every run. But there will be a point in their run where you realize that I can go, right? And sometimes for a run like this, it might be stage 4 or 5. You know, it may not be stage 3 or stage 2 like it was for Artie, but you just gotta recognize when that is. And sometimes going too fast right away can lead you to not get the good stuff, which is the gamble. You know, like, do I go fast from the start and potentially get to Mithrix faster and just like kind of spend more time there?
Slap Mithrix. Yeah.
Or get a good run and then just go demolish Mithrix. Don't know. Shrug. I'm curious to see if anyone else will find the card and what they will do when they find it. I think Dan's right next to it.
Dan's near it. Yeah.
He's going the other way though. He's leaving.
Nope.
Never mind. Oh, Coney just found it, and Corny's taking it. I mean, looking at his face, it looks like he's pretty contemplative. He was like, maybe, he's taking that. I want him to have it.
Yeah, he should have it. Because it is tough. Like, they don't have the guaranteed pillar skip yet without the vase. That one hoof isn't going to be enough probably to get the pillar skip with this leap. So but I do think it's the right call because you get so much more potential for movement items if you do have the card that it'll just end up being worth it, most likely.
Well, Disputed is moving around the stage very efficiently with the vase, though. So
yeah,
Good job for him on that. He did get a second key, which means he is
Firework
going
printer.
to. Oh,
That
hold
could
up.
be
Hold up.
insane potential.
I am ready.
Do I go in? I think I go into that even if I don't see a caffeinator this stage, honestly.
I want to keep my hoof, right? But I would be
Yeah, what else?
nothing else. But I mean, like,
Yeah,
damn.
I think it'd be worth. It's super scary because it is a
It's a
gamble,
gamble.
but even just getting the firework damage, looting a stage, I mean, it's killing everything for you. If you get
Yeah.
like multiple fireworks, if you get like 5+ fireworks, it's strong. It's good damage. It's tough though. And again, we were saying that we need to find equipment builds. So going into a potential equipment build this early on, when you still have 2 other stages, and Corny has a card along with that. Like, if he finds that printer, I think he should specifically go into it. So much potential for a really good caffeinator build. And there was a band up top, yeah. I think, was it Disputed who got that? Yep. And a Recycler. Recycler, very top of the stage, out of a Chance Shrine.
I have
Man.
word from the mod and the website team. Are you ready for this? This is really important, everybody. The item from AWU last run was Aegis.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Worth it.
So
okay,
they
but
kind of missed
Disputed
out.
had a Recycler.
Yeah.
So it could have been Interstellar Desk Plane or something. You never know.
Or Braincoat.
Yeah. The Braincoat.
Holy.
Disputed
Damn.
stage 3 TP. Disputed's looking pretty good, honestly. I'm liking his position.
Mm-hmm.
He's going a little quicker. I hope he does loot more because I don't want him to fall into that situation with Blight where you just don't have the damage to deal single target at all.
It's kind of a nasty spot to get in. Because like
Yeah.
it feels like you dug yourself into this hole, and it's really hard to get out of it.
Ooh. So there's a boss item, and we do have a recycler on this stage. Disputed has it laying on the ground right now, so he knows about it. So
But
he's gonna
hold
recycle
on.
this, and maybe we can get something good.
Think about,
Oh,
dude. He
oh
almost
God.
just fucking
He
took
almost
it.
picked it.
There
we go.
Think
He's like,
about
"Fuck
this
that."
though. Okay, he has Death Mark. That would be the last thing he needs for Death Mark.
Yeah, that's true.
I would recycle
Is-
it. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like the option is open, and I think it wouldn't be
It'd be
terrible.
horrible.
Like it
But
would
also Mithrix
work if
does
you-
cleanse Death Mark pretty often, so it's
He
kind of
does.
rough, especially when you're baiting swings and
You'd have
dashes
to be
when
in
you're
there
up
the whole
close.
time.
Yeah. It'd be rough. It's good
And
damage though. It'd be
Disputed's
cool to see a
camera
Death Mark
when he
build
almost
going.
jumped into it though, he was like freaking out.
Yeah, he was
like,
so
"Oh,
scared. He's still getting close to it. Stop.
Let's see the reroll. I'm on the edge of my seat. I want to see it right now.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh!
Oh.
Oh my god.
Holy.
Dude.
The Ducleus?
Dude, he's about to just leave.
GG.
Yeah.
Yep. Rush TPs. You're done. Let's go. It'll totally
Jesus.
work on Mithrix, I
The
promise.
Duke.
The Dookie. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that was
sad.
horrible. But at least they
Yeah.
got it out of the way, you know? Like if they keep the recycler, which he's not, he's taking the vase again. If he gets
Okay.
recycled later and he rerolls another boss item, he'll have cycled that one out of the rotation. So
I think I take Recycler here though.
I take recycler.
Over
I mean,
Vase.
you know what my answer
You
is.
still
but
need damage. Yeah, he still needs damage. He doesn't have anything reliable to kill Mithrix with. And
Look at his
he's
build, man.
just like, whatever, I have my pillar skip. I don't know. I don't think he has the damage to really justify
There's-
not taking anything to
There's a lot
better
of
your build.
choices on
Yeah.
this run, and it's hard, but
Dan picked up Mern right away. He does have the Death Mark and the
He-
Shattering Justice.
he
What else does he have?
doesn't
Chronobobble?
see the recycler
Blight.
at all. I don't think yet.
Nope, I don't think so.
He
It's
has
in the Chance
egg,
Shrine, so
but it's like it's way over there in the edge of
Yeah.
the map. So
mhm. It'll be cool
Alright.
to see the Death Mark working though.
yeah,
Good.
I was hoping someone would do it, and obviously
Yeah.
Dan went the route as well of not taking card. It looks like not taking recycler. I wonder if Corny is gonna find the recycler and what he'll choose.
What his decision is.
I
He'd
think
probably take
obviously
recycler over card.
recycler's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
You know,
Look at
we'll
that
see.
void key.
He
Another
got
void key inside of the
a-
void key or void scent.
He's gonna reroll.
He has the
it.
recycler on the stage. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
He's thinking of, you know,
No, he's taking it.
No, he's good.
Okay.
Because he's looking at his build and he's like, I don't have any AoE at all. I need something. So he probably made the right
That's fair.
choice, but that's
And,
hard.
oh man, there's so Corny's going up towards the chance shrine. Oh, he turned around. I don't think he's gonna find the recycler
Mm,
before starting
mean,
TP.
he still could after, but we'll see. I mean, he
Yeah.
did see the shrine, right, or no?
I think he got a glimpse of it. I think he knows it's there.
Okay.
But it's also a gamble, like going into those
Yep.
shrines and not getting items. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely in the races. I think it's something you do after or when you're confident you don't need to spend a ton of money.
Yep.
Because going into it like first, and then you don't have any other funds to buy anything else, and then you're like trapped in the shrine. You're like, oh man.
I
But,
basically use scam shrines as a way to end my looting. If I get like
Yep.
most of the chests and I'm like, okay, I need to get out of here, I'm just gonna dump every single dollar I have into this chant shrine until I get stuff, and then I'll just leave. Call it a day. There is a neural printer. Oh, and there's the recycler last stage, dude. The recycler stage 3, neural printer stage 4 with a boss item that drops stage 3. And I
Man.
don't know if anyone's gonna take recycler. It's up to Corny now. If Corny finds the recycler and takes it to the next stage, he can get a serious boss item, like massive damage boss item. Charge perforator, Chatter's
He can
Fleet
get
molten
anything he
perforator with
wants.
the ignition tank. Yep.
Dude,
Oh, I hope he finds it.
Dan got a feather, by the way. Where was that? I
Nice.
looked away.
Maybe last stage because he has $0 right now. So stage 3 at some point. Chant shrine. Oh, same chant shrine as the recycler. Okay, what a shrine! Damn. Disputed found an ATG in a tri shop. Oh man, see, there's so much good potential here. So we have the recycler with the boss item and the boss printer on stage 4 that Corny could potentially get, and then there's also the card value with the stage 4 tri shops that are on this stage. I don't know. That's tough. There's so much good potential here. And I still think the firework printer could be so good.
Ollie loot in
On
the key
stage
for
3.
Disputed. There we go.
Good.
He did not wait to see if he got another key. I think he just opened it right away.
And
I think I was
that
still
is the
waited.
second key.
Oh, the shrine. Nice. Sorry, you could have said anything. I didn't hear anything you said. I was talking to Zinc.
Sick.
So I'm back now, though. Hey.
But yeah, that's the second key. So it looks like Dan and Corny can potential cycle through to it, which is good. As long as they find the key box.
Oh, they didn't even find the key on stage 3.
No.
Yeah, at the box.
And
rather.
I don't know if you missed it, but there's a boss printer.
I did hear you say that. Yeah.
Okay. I hope Corny's heading over there too. I think
Please
he's gonna get
get
that
it, Corny.
shrine.
Come on.
Get the recycler, dude.
Please look up. He sees it. He sees it.
He's gonna go. He knows it's there. Oh, thank God.
He has the money.
So he's actually can get a feather out of this too. It's the next item after recycler.
Please.
Keep hitting it. Keep hitting it.
One more.
One more. I don't know.
One more though.
Maybe another one.
Come on.
Keep going. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
He's so happy. Oh man. So now we're gonna see a serious boss item potentially from Corny here.
There's a roller coaster in Corny's mind right now because he knows he just picked up a mired urn. He's like, God damn it, there's a recycler on the stage. I could have just gotten rid of that, but then he's just gonna see the boss for next stage and be like, oh, never mind. LOL. Like,
yeah. And he'll see it's what was the reroll? A Ducleus for the first reroll?
Yeah. And then we'll kind of see from there.
yeah.
But for the enemy, where is the printer, by the way?
It's towards the upper cave entrance.
Okay.
Which was right near spawn. I'm surprised you didn't see it. I hope he sees it. I really hope he sees it.
Dan missed the try shop and got cool hat instead of ATG, bro.
Sad.
Bro.
And that's the ATG that Disputed ended up getting because he's not bad at opening try shops.
That is painful, dude.
Yeah, that's rough.
That hurts. Is that a card on the ground? What is that? When I say Dispute, I can't even see it. There's so much shit happening.
Is that a war banner? Is that what you're looking at?
No. The orange item on the ground. What is that?
Crowdfunder? What is
it's
that?
around.
Oh, it's a super massive leech. That's awesome.
Holy.
What an equipment.
Holy.
With the
I
blight
couldn't
healing.
even tell. There's like so many gups and things exploding. And I
Yeah.
just saw like saw what I wanted
We
to
got
see.
like a third of their screen. Yeah.
I always describe it as like a mirage in a desert. You know, when you're like you see water, you're like, oh god.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what is that?
It's whatever
My
your
eyes
brain
deceive
wants
me?
it to be, dude. You're just like, oh.
Yeah. So he's going to get the ATG. I hope he finds that boss burner soon. He could have re-rolled it like twice by now.
I
He's losing a
know.
lot of time. If he finds it later on, he's just going to waste so much time waiting for recycler cooldown. Maybe not even get a good
And
boss. Now he finds
there
it.
it is.
Oh,
Please, yeah, you got to start getting through this list. We got Duclius coming up.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. How many healing equipments are there? Leechwood, Sprite, Dole. That might be it, right? Are there any more?
Caffeinator?
Oh yeah, Caffeinator's one. Counts.
I think that might be it. 4 of them?
Probably. I mean, there are a lot. It is a lot.
Yep.
First reroll is Duke even after printing? Yes. So because recyclers are seeded, they have the same order for rolls, no matter when or where you get the recycler. So the first roll on a boss item is always going to be the same as someone else's first roll on a boss item. So it's always going to be that way. Unless he's re-rolling a Duke, then it'll be the next item on the list. So that is how that works. So let's see what he
Disputed
actually
found
gets
an alien
now.
head.
What did he get? It's in the printer. I can't see it. Oh, another defensive Duclius. Okay.
Sick.
So that was number 2.
Yeah, Disputed found an alien head. I don't think it was it from the legendary chest chat? I don't remember. I know he was up top when I noticed he had the alien head. So maybe it was from a chest at the very top of the stage.
I didn't even see it.
It was.
It was? Oh,
From
interesting.
the legendary chest. Okay. And that was off a reroll? I couldn't tell.
He doesn't have a reroll. He doesn't have a...
Oh, he doesn't have the recycler.
No, you fool.
Yeah, so just a bare alien head.
Alien head's not bad,
Flushed
though.
out. Yeah, not horrible.
They can
More leaps.
throw out more blight. It's inoffensive. It's pretty good. But, you know.
Ooh. Sommering on Courtney's screens, stage 4. I think he might take
Ooh.
that. Does he take that? Just do Saw Tech against Mithrix? Have that guaranteed extremely good damage?
I think he should still reroll boss items or like a few more times.
For sure.
But he is gonna try to do some Saw Tech here, I imagine.
Then he'll get the amazing super massive leech from the equipment barrel next to TP.
A reminder, chat, though, that because of the recent kind of findings with Saw Tech on Mithrix, especially with a Blight run, Saw might be like the winning move. The fact that you can probably get Mithrix phase 3 down in only, I don't know, like a minute or something compared to someone else who's like just trying to kill him with Blight or just like normal items like that can take like 5 or plus minutes. It's might be worth it.
And there is polyloot in the keys, in the void keys, and Corny and Dan can still get that. So maybe we'll see polyloot sommering with Saw Tech against Mithrix. It'll be extreme damage, honestly.
That'd be really good.
That's
Dan
the
almost
equipment
just
build
died
right there.
there. Holy hell. Dan got frozen on a gup and he almost got crabbed.
Oh, jeez. The mired earn save.
Look at Disputed, though. He's already fighting stage 5 TP. He's almost done with it already. It's this grand print. It's kind of giving him a little stress, though. He has to kind of wait for the sun phases. He's got to jump in and out. He doesn't have damage equipment. It's still just him and his polyloot and a band. So,
so against Mithrix, it'll be tough.
He technically does have Death Mark, but because it's a normal bleed with tri-tip, it's going to be really almost ineffective towards Mithrix. So
yeah, it'll be rough.
And he's still kind of staying outside of the TP a little bit more here. I'm surprised that Corny. Well, what would you do in this situation? Would you like keep running back and forth trying to get a good boss item, or would you just stay charging TP and just leave a Saw?
So I thought about it, and as good as the boss item could be, I don't think it's worth the time to like run back and forth during TP with the recycler cooldown and stuff.
I don't think it's worth it in a race to run out of TP, but I I think he should
Or you're
reroll it.
thinking,
Probably 2 more.
staying here. Yeah, I think maybe you reroll it too is
I
fine.
think he had time to do another one during, like, right before or something. But he's going to do another one right now. Let's
Yep.
see what it is. Mired Urn. Does he go
Okay.
back with the Mired Urn?
Is he just
with
gonna
the
keep
Death
it?
Mark? He's going to do one more, it looks like. So,
Yeah.
or he's just going to get a Neural. Either one. Also, a reminder, chat room, that a boss printer cannot spawn on stage 5 Sky Meadows. It's just in the code. It just
Yep.
doesn't allow it. This map does not accept boss printers. So if he wants to get some boss rerolling, it has to be here. He can't chance it and wait for later. There is a
But what can
Planula
drop, is a Planula on stage 5.
on
So
Disputed screen right
that's
now.
pretty cool.
That's sick.
Which is actually Corny, if he keeps the Recycler, can get another chance at a pretty decent boss item with a reroll. Corny did get a Polyloot this stage, so now he's looking pretty solid. I think he takes Saw here. I think he has to. It's such good damage.
It looks like he's on the other side of the map right now, so I don't know if he's going to go all
I
the way
don't know.
back. He didn't
Yeah.
pick up his boss item, though, so it might just
He's
leave it.
also the furthest behind. He's the only one not on stage 5. Dan and Disputed. Disputed almost done with TP5. Jeez. He is zooming.
Me and Cordy have the same SoundCloud playlist, dude. It's
Got
funny.
the same gunch too.
Yeah, dude. I'm gunching right now. I'm invested. Are you not gunching?
Oh, I'm gunching. I got
All
my
right.
air fried sweet potato fries right next to me.
What
Gunching.
the hell?
I'm fucking living.
How much easier to skip get with anything here? Pretty easy, actually. I mean, I don't know how. Let me see how much speed they have. Pretty low
Not a lot.
speed, but I mean, obviously, Disputed is the only one with the alien head, and he has a vase, so he's gonna skip either way. But
Yep.
it does get a lot easier with a 25% cooldown. That's a lot more jump time going up the tree.
Dan
so.
has a desk plant, which I don't know where he
Oh.
got that, but
I
that is
don't
an
know
item.
either.
Honestly, with the reds we're looking at and the build and survivor that we're looking at, I would potentially go into white cauldrons on the moon.
So it looks
I
like
don't think these
Corny
reds are really beneficial.
is just taking the neural. He had enough of his boss item loop. He has to know when to
Okay.
quit at some point. So he said, "Screw it, neural up and taking the saw
Yep.
and getting out of here." So
Cool.
it's a shame
I think that's good.
he didn't get anything cool, but at the same time, you gotta know when to fold him,
Yeah. Can't get lost in that recycler hole.
dude. It's
It's a
a
deep one.
pit.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. There's shurikens. We just got 2 of them on stage 5.
Ooh. That's pretty good. And does he have a band? He does. 2 Runald's bands. No phase 4 skip yet. Unless he does shuriken, but a lot less consistent. I really hope we see Corny start rushing TP. He does have 3 elders chasing him down, started stage 4 or stage 5. So he might have to deal with those beforehand since it is a mending elite. Maybe with that grandpa. Actually, it's a grandparent though. He doesn't know it yet, but it'll be good to start TP early.
Speed's on the moon.
Have the oh damn.
Yeah.
Jeez. I hope his damage is okay. He does have the Polyloot Shuriken band combo now, which is pretty solid. Might be enough.
Is the Voidband bubble a phase 4 skip? No. I
No.
mean, if it hits precisely at the right time, I don't even know. It would have to be frame perfect, and even then, like the foresight to be able to set that up in just
Yeah.
the perfect way is actually crazy. Even if
Yeah,
it
that'd be
does
insane.
work, which we don't know, but it's still doubtful because it doesn't really have like a physical thing. It doesn't really do, or it usually doesn't do enough. But we'll see. Shuriken, what they do have is probably a much easier phase 4 skip. And there we go. Disputed is
Yep. He's
about to enter
opting
the
to
arena.
not go for cauldrons. I think I still might have checked cauldrons.
I would have checked them.
Those reds aren't beneficial enough, I don't
I
think,
mean,
to
look at his build, man.
warrant not looking. Yeah.
I don't
It's
know. He does have
it's bare bones
Shuriken
at the
bands
moment.
though, so that's something. It's
with the
not like
Polyloot.
it's not nothing, but you know.
Looks like Dan took the saw too, going into stage 5. They just need to go faster. Disputed's just going fast. I think even though his damage isn't that great and he doesn't have saw tech to really get through phase 3 Mithrix, He's
They gotta go.
he's at the fight.
It's the
And he has
same
decent
thing
damage.
we just saw last run with Dan just going to the fight and getting
Yep.
it done versus everyone else just kind of spending their time on stage 5.
Exactly.
It's stage 5 is just so easy to get lost in because
So
you're just like, I
tempting.
want more. I want to see where this build goes. I kind of want to have an edge over my competitors, but they're already done with the run by the time you leave. You know,
Yeah.
you got to find a point where you got to go. We
The
talk about all
greed
the
kicks
time,
over.
but it's every race that we mention that, but it's true. And sorry if you hear thumping. Someone is chopping down a tree right outside my window.
Sick.
So
Gotta chop it down. Get his nature out of here.
yeah, I was streaming yesterday and he was chainsawing it, so it's a little better today.
It's the fucking chopping this shit down.
Oh, that's right. I'm actually surprised Cornifer hasn't even started the teleporter yet. I thought he would have
Yeah.
been done with TP or something.
I think he's so scared about those elders that he's just not hitting TP. But if he hit TP and realized it was a grandparent, like it would just be solved. You just
Yeah.
get the grandparent below 50% HP and he starts doing the sun attack, kills every enemy, including yourself. It's perfect. But he's not hitting the TP.
Nope.
Which
Oh, and a new
it's
elder just popped down. New elder
sick.
drop.
Oh boy. Oh, this might cost them. It was looking good for Corny, but not getting a good boss item reroll on stage 4, spending a little bit of time doing it, and then going into stage 5 and dealing with this, it's putting him behind a decent amount. We do see Dan, he hit TP and he finished the boss, but now
But he
he's
just
coping
won't
the
charge it.
entire teleporter because he's
Oh.
Raymond Daniels. And
Alright,
he's gonna run to
so-
the opposite side of the stage and lose about 2 minutes just by doing it once.
So cope strategies are basically this. When you feel uncomfortable to be able to handle the amount of wave clear for a teleporter, if it's just taking too much time to even get a percent because of like how many enemies are spawning and doing damage and just kind of like oppressing you in that way, what you can do is kind of utilize the mob cap of a stage, which is about 40 enemies or so. And what you can do, just don't kill anything, right? Walk to the other side of the stage. Every enemy also goes to the other side of the stage. And then you can just walk back and charge the teleporter for free. This is a cope strategy and it's a last resort kind of mechanism. You should not be doing this all the time, but you could, right? There's nothing that says you can't, but in a race, it's definitely going to cost you a ton of time.
A lot of time.
Like,
yeah. Too much
time.
So it might be better, honestly, to even take a +5 and just be more aggressive because, like, especially with this low mobility.
Look at Dan. He still has that Elden Lemurian on the teleporter.
Yeah.
And if he kills it right now, it's just going to spawn a boss because he's been coping so long. So the stage will still build up credits for enemies when you're coping. And so when you kill that one enemy, suddenly, since it's at mob cap, it's going to spend all of that money, all that credit on just like one large one. So we'll probably see
a boss enemy of some sort, maybe. Or a horde of blazing bells, potentially.
I don't think there'll be that many left, but you know, or if that's what spawned, I don't know. Or like maybe like a greater wisp usually has a huge credit value.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, Disputed's looking good, honestly. He has the damage he needs, and he went quick enough where, like, even if his Mithrix fight is going to take a long time, he's the only one at the Mithrix fight. The others are still on stage 5 doing the teleporter.
I don't remember
on phase 3
in Disputed's run if he had to deal with those Elden Lemurians, the elite ones. This is where this is like a small thing, but like when you enter a stage does matter for the world spawns that exist, like the elders and stuff, like the elites. I don't know if they were in Disputed's run, but I'm pretty sure that the grandparent killed them if they were there. But you know, stuff to think about. Like if he was a little bit faster in the beginning, it could have snowballed and could have helped him later. There's been 0 movement speed. Yeah, there's always one, dude. There's always one run with like just none. Of course, it's this one. What do we see?
Chad's asking if we have bonus points, and we do have bonus points. And Disputed, actually, you might be looking at like 1 bonus point at least. Because again, like both Corny and Dan are both coping this stage 5 TP. They can't handle it. They don't have the AoE. They don't have the confidence to stay in there. And yeah, Disputed's, I mean, still doing decent damage. Those Shuriken Band's polylutes are actually doing a lot for him.
And not to mention that, we have to acknowledge that the Mithrix fight is dangerous, right? They have no speed on Acrid. They're probably going to have to get in there with Saw to try to do like the Saw tech round corner. They might take pizza doing it. It's not like a no risk strategy.
Yeah, there's
So
risk to it for sure.
we'll see. Like they could take longer and still die because they don't have movement. So
Yeah. At least they have a feather, and I think all of them do, except for Disputed. Disputed doesn't have the
Yeah.
feather.
but he
And
does
he's
have the alien
still
head. So
Getting
it is,
through. Yeah,
it's not
Alien
like a
Head's really
full
good.
replacement, right? I would still rather
Yeah.
have the feather,
It's
but it's
pseudo.
nice.
Yeah,
It's a pseudo.
yeah. It does stuff.
It's an item.
Yeah.
Oh, and it looks like Corny is kind of now coping a little bit as well. He
Yep.
kind of can't handle the kind of the wave clear, and so he's just pulling them away and just seeing if he can get some extra charge for free this way. I didn't think we'd see anyone coping, doing cope strats in the runs, but of course it'd be this one. So
I thought the damage was enough, but I guess looking at both Corny and Dan's items, they didn't find the
what
shurikens.
they got,
They haven't found them yet.
that's probably the main thing
And
too.
the shurikens were huge for Disputed, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure he got those before TP started.
I think what
So those
Disputed
shurikens,
did
I
as
think, were what
well,
carried.
what actually helped him a lot was the grandparent killed a ton of enemies and he let it kind of cycle through a few waves.
Disputed +5. Oh,
What
he
was that
jumped right
jump?
into the pizza, right into
in
the center.
Right in the middle.
Oh no.
All right.
Disputed. Okay, well, no bonus points. Maybe we'll still see him get first place.
Anyway, as I was
Damn.
saying, so Disputed let the grandparent kill a bunch of enemies, and then he kept letting it kill enemies over and over and over again, so that by the time he killed the grandparent, there were not that many credits that the director had to spawn dangerous things. So it was
Yep.
mostly easy stuff to get rid of. And I think that's something that the other guys could have done as well, kind of like a micro teleporter management there with the grandparent.
I'm looking at Dan then. Dan seems like he has a better control on TP, about to finish off stage 5 TP.
There he
And
goes.
he does have Saw for potential Saw tech against Mithrix. And
Saw
now
tech
with
might
Disputed getting
save.
that +5, yeah, I think we could see someone else snagging first place potentially. It'll have to be really clean. It'll have to be a really clean fight for Dan though, because it's
The
still
thing
like
is, I don't know
he's
how
still
much
pretty far
Dan has
away.
practiced Sawtech.
I
It's
don't
a
think he has.
fairly new Mithrix kind of adaptation of Sawtech, and it's not something we've seen a ton of practice from everybody yet.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to say who is up to date on their new tech. I don't know.
Yep. I think Corny might have practiced it because I think he's pretty into like learning the techs and really trying to get them down because
Mhm.
it can be such a big advantage to learn any of the techs that are in this game. Boss skipping, phase 4 skipping,
Yep.
pillar skipping, any sort of saw tech, like it can save your run, honestly.
Oh God, the speed is.
Oh yeah. Corny just got a +5 as well.
No, dude. So
So
Dan.
it's really looking like the Dan and Disputed race here. Disputed with a +5, Dan without a +5, but he's going a little slower.
Oh boy.
So I don't know.
I mean, Disputed's about to finish up Mithrix right now. Or
Yep.
phase 3
No
at least.
phase
He's
4
not going to skip. I mean, unless he
does
gets
a shuriken.
some, frame perfect assurance can skip. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
This will
you could
be interesting.
try.
He could dispute it and die to phase 4 Mithrix.
True. That is his special move.
Yeah. Oh God. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't like that either. Honestly, this alien head plus vase has pretty much saved him throughout this entire fight.
yeah. And he shouldn't have got that +5 either. It was
That
a
was-
sloppy play on his end.
Yeah. Does he have like
Sadly.
a harpoon or something? I wonder if it was that. No. That would have been
No.
funny though.
The harpoon just launches him into the
like
pizza.
right in the middle of it.
Yeah, that would have been painful. Let's see how this
All
phase
right.
4 goes. We do have Blight, so you got that massive 15 damage per tick.
Oh man,
is
that's
cool.
huge. That is crazy compared to
Yeah.
the couple hundred damage it took for poison, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for 10 seconds instead of half the duration like Blight
Oh
has.
yeah, also true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, Corny
Got
just
Dan on the
said,
moon, though.
like, screw it. I'm gonna try to get as much charge as I can here right now. He
Now he's
probably
going
knows
aggro
how
mode.
behind he is. He's still
Yeah.
coping, but he's being a little bit greedier with it as well. So
Yeah. It's tough. He doesn't have the shurikens. He has that one void scent for AoE, but these elders, they get below that 90% threshold, and like you're not using that AoE,
mhm.
sadly.
Dispute is trying to make as
Oh,
much
Disputed.
use out of his bite
Please.
and his slam as he can, but it's just so risky. And
Jesus.
he's kind of messing up a little bit here. He's playing pretty aggro.
Yeah.
But
And
I'm holding my
Mithrix has a medkit and planula, and
key for Dan.
it's a
Lysate.
light save from the key. That's okay. It's
That's
blight.
okay.
It's bad. Never mind.
You didn't. I mean, it helps, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
You can
god,
stack blight.
Disputed. Yeah, you can stack it.
Yeah, Disputed's just constantly taking these needles. I don't know how he's surviving this.
Dude, with 2 stacks of
It's
blight, you can
scary.
get 30 damage a tick instead of 15.
Whew, that's massive, dude.
Damn. I
That's
know.
like almost a core. Oh, Disputed another +5 on phase 4.
So
God damn it.
you do not want to jump past Mithrix that way, because when he turns and he tries, like, if you
Oh,
look at
Jesus.
Mithrix's hand, his hand kind of leads him. So when you make Mithrix flip around the other way, he will come at you a little
Oh,
bit
like that.
faster. Yeah. So you
This
want to
is why
really
being-
keep that circle. That
Yeah,
solid
and you got to
circle.
keep your distance a little bit. You got to be like medium range. If you're at like short range like that, he's gonna be a lot more prone to do that little flip and get you with the needles. Like this is, it's just,
painful.
why is he playing it like this?
ATG hit him, but it just didn't do enough damage. God.
And this is why the blight phase 4 is like, you just got to be patient and you
Mhm.
got to get those leaps in if you can. But this is dangerous. This is so dangerous.
God help him.
Holy shit.
He
Let's
might
see
die
if Dan-
again.
He might, honestly.
Oh, Dan
Jesus.
just hit the wall. He's just gonna
Dan
plus
plus
5.
5. No. Oh my god.
Dude. He
Well,
so from what I saw, he used his shift to jump down, right, to be safe, but he just hit the fucking wall
hit
and
the wall.
it stopped his jump, so he just took full fall damage, dude.
Man. Well,
Oh
the
my
gamble
God.
was how many deaths on the moon, and so far we got 3. So.
Oh my
man,
God.
that's so brutal. Oh, and this phase 4 is extremely brutal too. Disputed still. The thing is, Mithrix has all his healing, and although the healing doesn't matter for getting items back, it does mean that he's not going to do the slam attack,
Dude.
which takes away like so much health, so many items
So-
sent back to the survivor.
I want to be clear on something. The reason Mithrix hasn't lost any health is because he has Planula, and it's actually counteracting
And
the it's counteracting the Blight, because Blight just does so little damage, it can't do more than Planula. Okay. Then that's healing.
Oh, the ADG! Oh my god!
Oh my God.
Holy shit!
So it doesn't mean it's a problem. It doesn't mean he's soft locked, but he does have to get Planula back before he can kill him, which is his last item that he picked
Last
up.
item.
Dan almost just did it again, by the way. He almost just clipped the fucking wall again on his way down.
Raymond,
I just want
please.
to point that out.
Is Dan gonna be able to skip? Does he have enough speed to skip? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know
what the speed requirement
he
is
does
for
have a
this league.
feather.
Yeah,
I don't
think
know
the
either,
feather.
though.
Oh, he's getting blasted by the perfected
Oh
wisp.
God.
Oh, this moon is rough. If
Dude.
Corny can play this like semi
He just clipped
conservative
the
and
wall.
just survive,
Okay, Jesus.
Corny has plasma shrimp
Ooh.
and larva in the key right now. He's gonna pick
Dan's
plasma
getting
shrimp.
blasted.
So Corny
Dan
now has
didn't
2
find the safe
plasma
spot.
shrimp, and he still has that 1 death that Dan has. Dan, please,
Disputed.
everyone.
As a recycler on
Holy
stage 5.
shit.
Yeah, but
Oh shit.
it's kind of crazy, Disputed situation right now, that he has to slowly, very slowly, go through
So
every
slow.
single item in his entire build, doing the whatever damage it is for Blight a second, which is super low.
Yep.
Dude, this is
Oh,
like,
he's still taking hits.
oh God, help me.
So Corny has a recycler and he didn't pick up the planula yet. He won't have to deal with this phase 4 type. Maybe we can get a good boss item out of the planula reroll. He did just get a banned. Jaro's banned. Phase 4 skip.
Nice.
Ooh.
Dude. All right, so Disputed finally got his
Ugh.
Plano back. He finally got every single item back. He got
Every
shurikens.
item.
Now he can kill phase 4. This is the slowest you can probably ever get phase 4 to go, to be honest.
Yeah, I
It's-
think Blight is the only thing that allows you to go this slow against phase 4.
oh yeah.
Especially with
I
the
mean,
Planula behind it.
Don't die again. Dude. Okay, thank you.
Jeez. Okay. Well, Disputed got through it. Let's see what he types. L. But he doesn't know that everyone else is struggling as well. Like Corny's still struggling, stage 5. Dan has a death on the moon, still struggling.
Like, he still
getting
might win.
blasted by Wisp. Yep.
Yeah.
Still might win.
Oh my god. Really brutal, dude.
Jeez. That was rough, phase 4.
What like a perfect storm of just like stupidity.
A shit fest.
So I would be curious to why Dan isn't doing pillars right now, I guess.
I don't know what Dan
He
is
coped
doing.
stage
to be fair.
5. I would just cope stage 6 at this
Chat,
point.
does anyone
like,
know what Dan actually is doing? Is he trying for a skip? I haven't seen him
Any
actually try for a
questions?
skip in like the last 3 minutes.
Here he goes.
He's just like getting slapped by Wisp. Yeah, finally he's going for the skip. He can get up, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Maybe.
With the
I mean,
feather, it should
if
be
he
fine.
used that feather well.
Yeah.
He's doing his best. He's doing something, dude. Devo, thanks
be
for
able to
the
get up.
prime, dude. We appreciate the Risk Resources team. Thumbs up. Look. Thumbs up, Cap.
Thumbs up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh no,
So,
Dan. Dan.
Yeah, Dan. Dan has it.
Dan.
Just don't clip the tree? Okay.
Oh my.
Holy
He
shit.
could have just got his spot back on the tree there. Oh, yes, restart from the bottom.
And he's just getting slapped by these Wisp. I think he should just start doing pillars.
He should have done pillars a while ago.
Yeah. Corny just found both of the shurikens. He has the Jaros band for the phase 4
Bro.
skip, Plasma Shrimp, 2 of them, and Saw Tech potential for phase 3. I don't think he has enough time though to pass up Disputed. I think Disputed might have this in the bag as first place for this loadout. Did we see the boss item reroll from Corny? I don't think he doesn't have the boss item in his inventory. And I think he rerolled it.
Maybe. I didn't see what he got though. I mean, he's so far down the chain of boss item rerolls.
Corny, +5. Just went right up to the Blazing Elder, used his M1.
He's shaking his
and
head on
just
that
got
one.
full shotgun. Yeah, that was
Dude.
that was dumb. He says dumb brain a lot. That was dumb brain.
I'm gonna
That was dumb
refresh
brain.
his stream, get him
Yeah.
up to speed.
Let's get Disputed in here as well, since
I need
he
it.
finished up his run.
Cover Disputed's angle. He's fucking mirroring my thing.
Yo,
Hey.
Disputed.
Boy,
Nice
oh boy.
phase 4.
Very good phase 4.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the scoreboard. I see the stream. I think Dan's gonna have a similar predicament. Actually,
Shatter
they have
Spleen.
what the fuck?
Shatter Spleen.
Mm.
Okay. There's a recycler on stage 5, by the way. I think underground in the basement.
By the way, you would not have gotten Shatter Spleen because you
True.
would have had to re-roll from the boss printer on stage 4 like 5 times before you did that. So that is why Corny got it.
Yeah.
He's down the chain of re-rolls right now.
This is definitely like a top 3 roughest runs in the races. This is bad.
It's about to get a whole lot worse right now, so yeah,
I
Dan
thought
is
for
tied
sure
again.
I was
By the way.
last.
It's always funny because it's always on the hardest runs where someone will play it and the whole time they're just thinking like, I'm shit. I did the worst. I should just concede. Like, you know, but then they're just like, they come in here and they get like first or second. They're like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll take it.
I'm excited to watch their Mithrix fight. Oh,
yeah, it's
man.
going to be a while.
I mean,
Definitely.
they have Saw, so phase 3 should be a bit easier for them.
Yeah, we'll see if they do it. Like we're talking about earlier, we don't know if Dan's practiced the Saw Tech that much lately, so we'll see if we can pull it off.
They didn't get the alien head. Good for them. Dude, that phase 4 just had the worst combination of items. It's Blight
Yep.
plus Planula plus Alien Head equals I want to kill
There's a
myself.
med kit in there as well. Yep.
It was funny because you had to wait until your last item, which was Planula, to get out of the loop of phase 4.
The hell.
So you had to literally do the tiny amount of blight damage and like pick at him until it was over.
Yeah.
It was
Like
like,
I wasn't
oh
sure
my
because
god.
I'm like, okay, this is gonna take upwards of 10 minutes of it. I just keep using Blight. So I'm like, all right, I have to play very risky, and I ended up plus 5ing from
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
And then had to play safe after anyway. It was like,
up until Mithrix, I felt like I played very, very well.
Well, hell, you have you're tied for the least amount of plus 5s. So everyone else is struggling too. Everyone else, oh, Dan has lost 3 lives to this moon.
yeah, yep.
What is he doing?
That's 15 minutes, dude. I
Yeah.
think Disputed in phase 4, if you had brought Mithrix over to a pillar and then slammed against the side of the pillar instead of like jumping
Oh,
into him,
true.
that would have been a little bit better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
That'd been good.
it's still tough because like it just is what it is. But
Also, they have
Just some
Saw
hindsight.
for phase 3. Maybe we'll
Mhm.
see some Saw tech, but like,
oh, Dan's going for
and
it again.
I don't know who's getting second here. It's such a volatile stage 6 with this loadout.
Oh man, they're
Let's hope he gets it because he's wasted about 20 minutes at this point, including his plus 5s. So
more than that, I think. I
yeah,
mean,
probably
he's
more than
been
that.
here
And
like for
he's
10 minutes
feeling
real
it.
time. So what is he doing
Okay.
for his
Just do the
close skip there?
pillars.
He's gonna get blasted again right here. Oh no.
Let's see
Yep.
if Corny can do it. Corny's trying. Yep, another plus 5 for Dan. Corny's trying the
Like-
pillar skip as well. Maybe he has better luck. He does have the feather as well. I think about the same speed. He does have a
He
harpoon,
does.
but
Harpoon might
that'll be
do
tough
it,
to proc
dude.
off. But you also have blight, so you
It's-
can't
it's
really
hard.
get
Oh, that's
ranged
true.
kills.
Okay, so Corny going around
Corny
the
knows a
back
better
here
spot.
is not
but-
good though. No,
Mm,
because
I
it
don't
has
know,
a
I think it
higher
can be-
lip.
Actually, no, it's on the right side.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta go around
left
the right side.
is not the play.
It's like opposite of what he's. It's like towards the in between the mass and design side
Yeah,
is where that lower branch is. Let's see if Corny can get this though. He's in a different spot, maybe a
I
little
mean-
bit higher.
Corny looks like he knows how to utilize his jumps and his feather here and everything. So
Oh,
no, it's
Oh.
it's that lip. You can't do it there. You need to go so much higher than that too to get over the lip. If he had just gone straight above him,
oh,
right here,
Oh god.
he would have been fine. But him going around the left
Yeah.
is
Yeah, it's not good. And he should be going all in for a 3 leap skip to the top here. I don't
Yep.
think 2 is gonna work. He needs to
Uh-oh.
really space out his
He might
leaps.
get boosted by the Chimera.
Boost. Oh,
Oh, he
that's a
just
plus 1
died though.
though. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he refreshed his leap cooldown by doing that,
Oh.
and he's actually able to pillar skip.
Dude, that's crazy.
The tech? So,
Holy shit! The death
Reminder
tech.
that if you die, it resets your cooldown and stuff. So it gave him an extra jump to get
Oh
up.
my god!
Amazing. It's probably
Actually,
not what he
the
wanted.
way to unlock it.
But honestly, looking compared to him
Faster
and
than
Dan, I'd take
Yeah.
the death skip. dude.
Yeah, that's actually good to know. I have to write
It-
that down.
Awesome.
It
Yeah,
probably shouldn't reset skills though. It should probably just leave it where it is. But you know.
Eh.
Look at his face.
He's so focused.
Like,
dude.
what?
Concentrating, please.
Please
Hit the
touch the
roof.
top.
Ugh.
Oh no.
So he can get this skip. I
He
think
can get
he
this
might have to. He might have to do the thing where you kind of rub up against the side of the ramp here
Mm-hmm.
to kind of snag yourself on the terrain and lessen your fall. But he can do it.
So there's something with like slopes like this where they're not actually smooth, and if you kind of like gonna push yourself against the terrain, it kind of clips into those corners, is what Caps is talking about. So like right on the edge of those slants. Oh, he's just falling too much
get
here,
it?
maybe.
It's
Touch
too
it.
much.
No.
I don't know.
Oh, he's gonna go all the way back down. Oh
Yep.
no.
So that plus
Oh.
5 wasn't worth it.
That death
Where the
skip
alien
just-
head would have really helped.
Yeah, you're the
Yeah.
only one who had it. So
And you had the vase as well, so you didn't even need it.
heartbreaking, dude. And after all this time, neither Corny or Dan are still like done with pillars or like the skip or whatever. Is that a red whip or is that a
No,
oh, it's
that's
a razor wire.
I thought it was red
my
whip too.
God.
Oh, another +5.
No.
Guys. This is
Jesus.
painful.
So depending on
Oh.
how the okay,
Corny.
depending on
Okay.
how the fight goes, we might just force DNF the person who is like in last
Dan.
if they're like in the middle of
Yeah.
the fight or something. But we need one of them to actually win first. So before we make a decision like that.
So
'Cause,
this
like-
is interesting. So Corny has a Shadow Spleen and he has a little bit of crit. Does it double stack bleed to do Saw Tech with a crit Saw against
Oh.
Mithrix?
Good question.
I don't think it
that could
should,
be-
but it might
I don't
because
think
it's
so,
weird.
but yeah, because it's like it has its own bleed effect and then also the proc coefficient. So like you would think you also get bleed from that, but I don't know. Actually, don't know. It'd be strong though.
And only because it's its own like equipment thing. If it was a skill, we'd obviously say no.
Yeah.
But because it's like different, maybe. I kind of I don't know. I'm probably 80% no, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was weird.
I think
and
it
just
might.
screwed
Yeah, I don't
up.
know. I'll have to test that out because that could be interesting.
Do not have enough speed to skip. They technically do have enough speed to skip, but it's very difficult to skip, and it's like it's just very hard.
I don't think I had a single speed item in that run.
You had one, I think. I think you had one.
I think
goat
everyone
hoof.
got that hoof at the beginning. Yeah,
Yep.
and that was it.
Oh, Dan. Oh, that stealth kit actually
Corny too.
saved his life.
Jeez.
My God.
This moon is brutal. We had a gamble on how many deaths would be on the moon, and I think we might be at the over portion already. So we can pay that out. We have
That's
5
another
from
one for Dan.
4. We got 2 from Corny on the moon, and Disputed, you got those 2 as well. So yeah, that's 7 and over, chat.
Corny's about to die again. Yeah, there we go, dude. I
Sick.
don't know. They're Dan and Corny at the same time right now in the game. So they've officially
crazy.
synced up at both 5 deaths. I have no idea who's gonna win. This is an important point too, because everyone's tied right now, and because there's only one
Yeah.
loadout after this could actually be like, game changing, tournament changing. So as crazy and as cope and as like horrible this seems, they are really fighting for like a potential still win here.
Yep.
Dispute, I think
That's
it's
the
fair to
thing,
say you
like-
got bonus points though.
Yeah. That's the thing though, like you got to keep that mental fortitude. Like even if
Oh,
you
yeah.
think this is the worst run ever and no one can ever play this bad, we see 2 people doing it right now. So
Yeah,
like
well,
you still have to compete.
Happens all
Even
the
in
time.
my
have to.
run, I thought for sure I wasn't gonna place. I was waiting during that
Yeah.
phase where like, are they gonna pull me in and tell me I'm fucked?
Not quite.
Dude.
Good thing they have the Aegis Cauldron. That'll
And I think
bring some comfort.
that's why when we do these races, that there's always hope for these guys when they're in a really, really tough situation, because they know that the casting team will pull them out if they're like
Yep.
20 minutes in, no one else is doing the run anymore. Usually we will give them a chance, right? And if there is no chance and it's holding up the whole competition, we'll tell them to resign, right? So they know, when they hear us tell them they're done. But until then, they're fighting
Yep.
for their lives.
It feels
Also,
like they're
15
communicating. Like every time one of them gets a +5, the other one immediately gets another +5.
Like, oh,
So-
okay, I gotta die. Got it.
Technically, yes. Either Corny or Dan right now could concede. And they can if they want to. They're allowed to. If they really feel like it's not. I mean, they obviously know that someone's probably won by now.
Oh shit, they're about to go up at the exact same time.
Dude, I know. It's hype.
Holy.
But again, they kind of probably figure that they have a chance to get a point or something, so they're gonna keep doing it.
We'll see who does Saw Tech better, which I don't know how
Think
much
maybe
both
Corny.
of these have practiced, but yeah, maybe Corny.
How many
He
poses
has the
that to
plasma
it?
shrimp too.
They only had to do 2 pillars, and it took that long. So it's really, really brutal, dude.
It's actually
God.
not too bad phase 1. Like if you really utilize the leap and the bites, you can get a lot of damage on Mithrix.
Mm-hmm.
It's just during phase 3, you have to deal with all the ads, and it's very hard to get in there.
Yep.
And someone
And
in
jumping
chat,
right into pizza.
someone in chat is right. I mean, like we've seen, like especially during the first couple racing events we did, we saw players kind of concede a little bit too early sometimes when they had like a really good chance of winning. And it kind of just like threw a point, and it's like, had they had the hindsight of like knowing like, oh, I had a chance, they would have probably won. So like over time, we've seen kind of everyone kind of realize that like maybe it is kind of worth it to keep going. I still do pretty much have a chance always, although still the option is there. And reminder, the rule is you can concede if someone else has won. So, which you don't know that in the run, but it will tell you no. So if you click the concede button, it'll either concede you or it will say, sorry, didn't win yet. So
So someone in chat is asking if the time scaling from the Lazarus Wing item actually affects the enemy scaling, and that is no. It used to in the very first iteration that we did because we forgot to change it. But ever since then, you do not get absolutely blasted by enemy scaling if you get Lazarus Wings.
Yeah, it's
So
just like
the-
a negative feedback loop of
Yeah.
you die and then
Yeah.
it gets harder, and then you're gonna die again because it's harder, and then that
the
just keeps going.
timer in the top right is actually one that we have like created. It looks
Fake.
exactly the same as the in-game timer normally, but the real in-game timer is just hidden, and we just created a new one for the to interact with the wings. That's just purely aesthetic. So
Yep.
the real scaling, you can just kind of look at the difficulty bar, the haha, but it's still there. There's actually a lot of stuff going on under the hood with our racing mod that we've created in-house here. And also, if you kind of want to
damn.
get a version of this mod to play with your friends, it is up on the Thunderstore. Just search up Risk of Resources, and you can find it and play with your friends. It's not as up-to-date as the live version we use for the races and all the new cool stuff we do. Dan just died again.
Oh, damn, +5.
But you can still play with your friends and do some seeded runs. And it has the +5 wings, it has the timer, and it has seeded functionality. So
Very cool.
very cool. Hello, it's decided. RNG, do you guys pick it? It's RNG. We just roll random. We have created a randomizer for this kind of stuff where we can roll random survivors with random loadouts. And lately what we've been doing is just like if a survivor has been rolled too many times or too frequently, we've been kind of having those being vetoed out. Like we had a situation where we had like Bandit like 3 events in a row, and it was like, okay, well, that's kind of ridiculous. We need to start cycling them out a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it is all random on loadout. So like we want to see what these players can kind of do given just unpredictable situations, but also in the same situation as the person next to him. So
Corny took another +5. Dan and Corny are neck to neck again. And it
Can
looks
you do-
like Dan's going quicker.
can you do
Or
lower difficulties
20.
with the Risk of Resources mod? Yes. In the config option for the mod, you can set it to whatever difficulty you want, not just E8. We do have it, I think, set default
It
on
defaults
E8.
to E8.
Yeah,
Yep.
but you can change it, so no worries.
But
Definitely.
also try out Eclipse because Eclipse is cool and fun.
Yeah, and you should do it. It's awesome. It's the best. This is
Corny
a
missed
painful
the
fight.
initial saw setup.
We'll see if Cornifer does it, because like we said, we're talking about it. We don't. It's kind of new. It's
Don't know if
like
he practiced.
it's a little bit on the
Ideally, you want to
horizon.
be like
You
where the
just
good
use the
portals
saw,
spawn.
so yeah.
Yeah, near the
Dan
Soul
just died again?
Pillars
Oof.
portal locations.
Dude,
Dan's just getting slapped. He's just getting
he's
through this
jumping
fight.
into
He
the
said, "Fuck it."
hammers in. Yeah,
I think he's triggered at this point. For sure. Oh god. Corny.
dude, I saw it. He was just over the
Ugh.
wave. All right, let's see how pizza goes.
Uh,
This is definitely gonna be a long long
Yeah.
fight, man. Oh, did
We'll
he
see
not
if
jump to the middle?
Tech.
I guess not.
No, not yet.
I thought
I
he
think he will
did. I
now.
was like,
Yep. Let's see it. Corny's going to the right location. He knows where it is. He might try it. I don't know how much he's practiced.
he's going
so he
for it
might mess
right
up.
now. He is in position.
Good location.
Yeah, he's going for it
Leap?
right now. He's throwing
Okay.
the saws around the corner. He's going around the post so they get stuck on the other side, and we'll see if he sets up Mithrix correct
Ooh.
to push him into it.
He
And
just
yeah,
lost the
it's
plasma
happening.
shrimp, so he's not getting the procs he'd like. Hopefully
He
he can get
is
the plasma
getting
shrimp
some
back,
bleed
but
though.
oh, he's out.
He had Mithrix
Ooh.
slide
Yeah.
around the edge of the pillar with a dash. So unfortunate, but he did get quite a bit of damage there. He got about
Yeah, good
I want to
chunk.
say 20 to 25% of the health bar just gone just from that alone. So if he can do that again and maybe get a better
Oh.
setup.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, so Corny's actually doing what Disputed did last race and kept the saws. Oh, Corny +5.
For the
And he kept
pizza.
the saws behind the pillar without having to use a second pair of saws.
Oh,
but
he kind of messed it up a
ended
little
up
bit
just
there.
not. Yeah.
If you +5 your saws, like bug
they
out, and it
disappear?
doesn't really work.
Oh, interesting. Oh, they probably lose damage completely, don't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what bands do as well. If you die and you proc a band, especially a void band, they'll just deal zero damage, which is
Mhm.
pretty cool. Oh, Corny.
Oh
Oh,
god.
Corny.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
+5.
Dan is still behind at 114 and still phase 2. Dan took another +5 to phase 2 just now.
Oh Jesus.
Dude,
this
Corny,
is
just get through this. I think you got this. Just just get through this run, man.
Damn, I'm an hour.
This is a
ahead.
rough run.
Yeah, you completed an hour
Yeah.
before them so far.
So quick. 10 bonus points to you.
This is
Yeah, this is sad. This is rough. This is Blight Acrid. So
it just
It can
hurts,
happen.
man.
I said it earlier. You can end up with 30-minute Mithrix fights with Blight Acrid,
Yep.
and
Yep.
seems like Corny and Dan are in that situation right now.
It looks like Corny's might still try for Saw Tech here if he can get like a cheeky angle. He shouldn't, but it
Yeah.
looks like he was trying to.
Oh,
He
God.
should wait for oh my god for Mithrix to jump down
Jesus,
the middle
please.
again. Oh my lord.
Oh,
All right, here we go. So it actually does affect how far Mithrix goes forward, depending on whether he sees you or not.
right
so
there.
it might have been better for Mithrix to see Cornifer, but maybe not. Maybe he's trying to set up so it goes a little bit further away. He should throw the saws out here now, and he's running. He only got 2 around the corner, and
Mithrix
this
is in there. He's getting saw teched.
he
Yep.
is getting damage. He is
Plasma
about to get
shrimp
his
as well,
plasma
but
shrimp.
he
Oh, he
just
just lost
lost
it
it.
again? Oh,
Yep.
no.
So again, just not super successful. He did get a little bit of damage off, but it
Okay.
wasn't as good as it could have been.
Oh, Jesus.
Man. Hey, at least Corny doesn't have the planning left for phase 4 if he ends up not phase 4 skipping.
Oh, my God, that pizza. Jesus.
Yep.
Oh.
Pain.
He is trying to go in there. I mean, he is close, right?
At this
I
point,
don't-
you got to phase 4 skip, though. You have to
Ugh.
go to the center of the arena.
He doesn't have Planula at least. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he just gets through it. How long
mean,
is
he does have
phase 4
Saw.
going to be compared to, you know, Dan?
I mean, it should be.
Yeah. Oh, look at
fairly
Dan.
trivial with
He's saw
Saw.
teching right now.
Dan did get the
With
saw
Death
tech.
Mark.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That was actually a good chunk. And he's still going. This is at the
Good
beginning of
form.
phase 3, too. So actually, really good.
Actually proud of
Very
Dan. He
good.
did practice
Yeah, that was
and he
really
did
good.
brush up on the tech. I doubted.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh,
far
Dan being a
forward.
little sloppy there. Okay. Well, he wasted it that time, so.
It's just like, as I think it's Dan, it's just like, it's such a new thing. And like, unless I specifically see someone practicing it on their stream, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
know?
Yeah. But it seems like
And-
everyone got it.
Yeah. Everyone kind of did their homework this time. I'm impressed.
Hell yeah.
And look at that. Corny is about done. He did use his saws for phase 4 there, and he's
Easy.
done.
Actual damage instead of blight?
112 to kill Mithrix. He's going to get out of here about 114 or maybe almost 115, depending on how long he gets to the... takes him to get to the ship.
Oh, Dan. Dan's just wanting it out. We'll have to
Mm.
wait till Corny finishes the rescue ship just in case he grubs it a couple times, but we should be able
Yeah.
to pull him out before phase 3 starts.
Dead
This is
again.
the +5 for Dan. Yep. Pain.
Yeah.
Boy.
Oh boy.
We'll just wait until a corner for is done. 'Cause
Yeah.
no sense in that, but yeah.
Just in case.
Oh my lord. Yeah, maybe Corny dies 5 times on the ship, you know? I
Yeah.
don't know.
To the
Oh, he just landed
Dan,
into a
+5.
wave.
6 times. Oh man.
Another one?
7 times. Here we go. Now he's going in.
Now he's got it. Now he's got it.
They're probably confused like I was. They're like, why aren't they pulling me in?
Yeah, right. Well, then they know. They know that like
There's a
there's
chance.
someone else at least
Yeah.
that's struggling. So at least you
It's
have
kind
that
of
comfort.
like meta knowledge, but gotta use what you
Yeah.
got, I guess. Someone fails to charge the ship. I think we coded it in. Okay, so funny story about that. We didn't have anything for that at first. So if you just didn't charge the ship, you just fucking lost the run and you didn't submit a time. You just DNF'd basically. It was just a force complete 0-point loss. And we were thinking about it, like that doesn't seem like right though. So what happens is now is that it just gives you another +5, and just gives you the win anyway, basically.
Yep.
So
And Dan doing some pretty good saw tech there again, but again, like, yeah,
it
you're
should
not
be
coming
more.
back.
It should give you
Sadly,
like a fucking 10-minute loss or some.
yeah, it should be
crazy
like you should DNF.
shit. Yeah.
I don't know who brought up. Let's DNF these fuckers.
That was funny though. And
Saw
the
tech again
recording's
for
done.
Dan.
Cat, go tell Dan he can DNF now.
Yeah, I'll definitely tell him.
Yeah. Okay. Let's bring in Corny and see what's up. Hello, Cornifer. How's it going? How
Right,
was that
he's-
run?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, if somebody jumps in my chat and makes a case to argue for Blight Acrid,
I
you
saw a lot
know,
of M2 downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Gotta get in there more.
That
Like-
was hell.
yeah, that was very, very unnecessary.
So, to be
You
clear,
guys
the
find-
website
Sorry.
the website will be fixed in a second. JP is on it. Cornifer will
Yeah,
get
Dan
his
is
1
not this
point.
good.
It'll be fine. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Dan, but it'll be fixed. Anyway, go on, guys.
Did you guys find any speed anyway?
Nope.
Oh,
1 hoof.
One hoof and a
Yeah,
mock.
it was so
And a
much
mock-up.
fun.
Let me actually
Yeah.
look on that run and see if there was like anything. Let me see.
Now the real question: do you guys pillar skip?
I did.
Nope.
And I couldn't get it. I just couldn't. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't get it.
Disputed had a vase, and he also found
Ah.
Alien Head out of the legendary chest on stage 4. So even if he didn't have the vase, he would have had the skip. But
Mhm.
yeah, you guys
Yeah.
were left with a feather and a hoof and a mocha. And with this leap, it's tough.
Yeah,
tough.
I think it was definitely doable. I just fucked it up twice.
I think it was doable.
It was
And there was
definitely.
Yeah, it
actually so Corny, do you want to tell us about your almost pillar skip?
Yeah, I mean, we're very rarely against the ropes with such, such
Insane.
So yeah, I was trying to get a position here, trying to get a position there. I almost made it, and then just like perfected Chimera Wisps all the way. So yeah.
So I don't know if you caught it, but your leap cooldown completely reset after dying almost pillar skipping, and that allowed you to leap actually up on top of the branches.
Yeah. I did that one. I did that one. I
Yep.
did catch, and then
Which is
you
kind of
just have
interesting.
the greed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that was miserable the whole way fucking through. Actually, well, for stage 3, I was like, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. Like I got good kills. I was getting fast, and like just a little bit more to give us. And then stage 4 and 5 gave me fucking nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
Just like,
I
oh yeah,
think
well, are you
the-
feeling
So-
good? Feel like that feeling just snatched away. Like,
I
see
did
that?
look throughout every single item available in that run, and there was only a hoof and a mocha.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So you
That
guys
was max
found
speed.
all of the speed available. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
That
like
is
an
insane.
egg at one point, but that was
I wish
it,
I kept
man.
the egg.
It was in a shrine.
Oh man,
Damn.
that's
And that is
tragic.
I think that was one defining factor for Disputed doing so solid is he got 2 shurikens before starting stage 5 teleporter,
what?
I believe.
Mm.
No, I
So
didn't.
he was
It was after.
Did you not?
It was,
Was it
after.
after?
Uh-huh.
So you just did good. I think you just utilized the
I-
grand current.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone else was
Yeah,
struggling. They were both coping
I
hard.
had
The grandparent for me, I had a blazing Elder Lemurian turret in the crab trap. It was really cool. With a
Yep.
mending shungite right next to it. That was fucking dope. And the grandparent didn't hit it. It was like the perfect shade. It was like went out and
Damn.
like no hat, no play at school. I was like, yeah, here's your hat, chief. And they're just sitting there chilling. Full health. Fucking bullshit.
That was
That was
rough.
Yeah,
rough.
I shot the Samarang on the grandparent. Was Kobe. Yeah.
Midge, actually.
Too much damage. Do you guys lose your mind if you found the light state? You could stack the blight? Dude, I did. Man, I'm surprised I lost, honestly. I had a light state
It's
cell.
true.
Also, the void keys, dog shit. I went and got a polyloot, great. And then I got a will-o-wisp and fucking light state. I'm like, just give me a safer spaces. For love of God, give me a safer space. Something, just something. Anyway, they were useless. I got so many keys. I was so excited.
Corny
Anyway.
actually got a void key with plasma shrimp and larva in it, and he decided
Yeah.
for plasma shrimp. That was stage
Yeah.
5.
I couldn't find the stage 5 one. That's right. Because I was
Damn.
about to finish coping. I'm like, I'll spit out one blight to start getting the enemies down a little bit.
Yeah.
Someone was at 0 health and a John Xena spawn. I'm like, you mother. Jesus Christ. Well, there goes that stage. Anyway, let's cleanse that from our palates real quick.
Yeah.
Yep. Void
Is
key
everyone
run.
ready? Do you guys need to, get some water or like,
I need therapy.
Go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry,
Good to
chat.
go.
OBS was freaking out me a second there, but we are ready for the next one. We have Void Fiend as the last run of the day. Currently, it doesn't reflect that right now, the second, but Disputed is in the lead with 6 points. Cornifer is in second with 3 points, and Dan has 2. And we'll see what kind of comes from this one. So if you
Yep.
guys are ready,
Yeah.
and boot
Yeah,
up.
we're ready.
all right.
All right. Good luck, guys.
Send me in,
Good
man.
Look, gents.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, let's go again.
Yep.
See you, Dan.
Zoom.
Get out of
time.
here. Get in my damn chat.
Your chat. Excuse
You're
you.
in ours.
You're going to
Get out of the
the
casting
fourth
couch.
one now.
Get off my couch. Yeah, fuck you. This would be an
Alrighty.
interesting one because Corny knows he can either tie it up or win it. I think, can he win it or just tie it up? Hold on.
He can win,
He can-
technically. If he gets full bonus points.
Yeah. So Corny knows that he can potentially win or tie. He's got a zoom, and I think he knows it. So this might be a really intense race here.
Also, there's a really interesting interaction happening here with because usually we get random loadouts, right? And a lot of the time our racers aren't really super comfortable with whatever random loadout we give them. But with Void Fiend, there's only one. So they kind of know They
Yep.
kind of know. They kind of know what to do. They kind of know how fast they can go with what they have, whatever, yada yada. So we might see a faster run than usual here.
And we see more confidence for sure, because Disputed, I believe, already hit a mountain shrine. Someone did. Someone hit a mountain shrine already. And I think that's fair, because you have Void Fiend, you have really good damage right off the bat. You have Corrupted Form, we have armor and extreme damage, good mobility. Yeah, I think I would do it too.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you go enraged mode or gamer mode, what is it? Void mode? Corrupted mode.
Corrupted Form.
Corrupted Form.
Yeah.
You can just take out the bosses so quick. I mean, you don't really even need anything else, but they already have a little bit of crit.
It's good.
If you have like a focus crystal or something, it's like it's lights out, dude.
Ooh,
it's so
it's
fast.
so good. And they already have crit, which is pretty good right off the bat. Dan already started TP.
There we go.
Oh wait, is that Dan? Yeah, that's Dan.
That's Dan. Unfortunately.
That's Dan. Yeah.
I'm gonna call it gamer mode though, so
Yeah, it's the gamer mode.
it's like the gamer chest.
It's like power mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, did you know, chat, that you actually get the 50% reduction of damage on Void Fiend's gamer mode as well as power mode? 50% reduction of damage
100 armor
on Void
Easy.
Fiend.
Which is like the same thing. Like, why does Roadrunner have freeze? Why does fucking Void Fiend have power mode?
I don't know.
What is this?
It's crazy, man. Dan's playing it a little bit risky here, a little bit loose. He is trying to kill the boss as fast as he can here, but he got it.
It's working.
It's working.
Don't die, please. Yeah.
He's a little bit low, but
What's the
he is
boss item?
Void Fiend,
2
so...
fuel cells.
Ooh,
Pretty good.
not bad. Not bad.
That's intriguing. We could see a potential equipment build going.
Slows you down, yeah, but you have a giant AoE M2 and a shift that throws you around at the speed of light also. So I mean, you know,
And piercing massive M1 damage.
yeah. Anyway,
Did everyone do mountain then? It looks like Corny did it. Actually,
No,
I
he
don't know if
did.
Disputed did it.
he did.
Yeah.
Both doing it. Right?
Sorry,
Yeah.
did it, not didn't.
Did it? Yes.
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 Looks like pennies as well with basically power mode where you have damage reduction in your corrupted form. Really good. We're gonna see a lot of penny usage, I think.
Hmm. I mean, oh yeah. I mean, well, we'll see how fast they can actually get through the stages with how much money they have. So pretty
Yeah,
excited.
it should be really good. This will be a quick run, I think. He's gonna full loot this entire stage, I believe,
Don't worry
before
about it,
even
chat.
hitting TP.
They didn't hear you for a second. I was still leading a
Oh, sick.
scene because it kept fucking popping up for some reason, and that scene doesn't have audio. So
It's like the risk of resources pop up.
yeah. Anyway, it's gone now for. And
Right.
I right clicked on it to delete it, and it just automatically like put me in that scene, and I was like, "Why are you like doing that? Like, dude, like for what?
I love
I can't
OBS.
interact with it." Anyway, whatever. I'm sorry. I know it's probably really weird. I don't know what the sound sounds like in that instance or whatever. So it was like auto like switching to it for some reason.
Sick.
Anyway, back to the
It's gone now.
the races forever.
So yeah, we have gasoline stage 1 and 2 fuel cells coming from the TP if they decided the mountain shrine. I actually don't know if Disputed has hit it yet. I think 2 fuel cells are pretty huge, honestly.
Rolling loadout. So you roll survivor first, and then skills. No, it's rolled all at once. So we made a randomizer for this specifically with a like an external admin tool that connects with the mod and the website, and it just rolls rolls whatever. It rolls a set of like numbers and letters that correspond to a survivor and his abilities. So
Yep. So Disputed just now hit TP. He full looted this entire stage, didn't hit the mountain shrine. I think he's probably just going for a conservative approach here. If he knows he can at least not have Corny get bonus points, he can't lose.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think that's his play, just taking it kind of safe. He already has the lead. He just needs to kind of maintain it. And I think that's fair.
It's definitely like a
That's a
more
good call.
meta outward approach to the run you're doing, right? You kind of know
Yep.
some external information and how to approach it. You're just like, hey, listen, I'm not gonna lose this thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do fine.
Just take
Play
it
it kind of
easy.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah. Good call.
I
See,
think
I
he
like
should
that
have
call,
done
but
the shrine though. I think it would
Yeah,
it
he
would have been
should've.
so easy, you know.
he should have.
And here we go. 2 players are
rolling.
out. Yeah, we'll get to see some beautiful pot rolling here probably. I mean, Void Fiend with bans is awesome. So
Hell yeah.
what happened to
good.
Dan's elixir right at the end of the stage? I looked away for a second. What
I
the
think he
hell?
blood shrined and lost his elixir.
Oh my god.
Which everyone's done it.
Dude,
It's sad.
he has pennies. I mean, how
Uh,
greedy can you be, dude?
yeah.
That's funny as hell.
I actually in the last loadout race, it was self-damage Rex. And I picked up a watch and immediately shifted with the self-damage shift. And I lost the watch instantly. It was sick.
See, Disputed did it as well, but he had a brooch shield, so it actually saved it, which is
Ooh,
really
nice.
nice.
The tech. AP round printer, stage 2. Corny's going into it. He said, fuck it. Give me it.
Dan is utilizing the Gamer Moan's 50% reduction of damage to actually get some pennies there. He's getting chomped by a Lemurian a
Void
little bit.
keys.
I like
2
void keys.
now.
How do you get 2 void keys so fast? What the hell is that? I looked away for.
Well, there was a
dude.
key stage 1, and it looks like maybe a void
Oh,
cradle.
right,
I don't
right,
see
right,
the
right.
void cradle though.
Right.
But if Corny doesn't
It's
find
right there.
the void key
It's right there.
before picking up the void chest, then he can lose out on a void item, which would suck.
Luckily, Disputed found the void key as well.
Nice.
Worried about Cornifer though. You're right. Like I don't know
Yeah.
if he's gonna
I
find
don't know
it
if he'll
first.
find it. We'll see what the key
He's
item
got
is,
the
I guess,
God
if he gets
pot,
it. Yeah,
spot.
I think he knows that. He's like, okay, let's hit TP, let's get it over with, get pot rolling going. Gamer forward form is coming up.
And it's interesting. Oh, Dan is going for the God pot spot right now, and he can get it.
Easy.
He got it. Nice.
Get out of there.
Jesus.
Okay.
If he
Nice.
stays there too long, he can just get blasted. So.
Yeah. A beetle guard stray hit comes at you, hits the pot instead.
Dude. I swear
There's
they go
a
for him.
Queen's Gland out of this TP.
Oh,
Not bad.
interesting.
Good potential, maybe.
Out of the possible boss items here, I would probably say it's one of the better
It's
ones.
the best one. Yeah. Especially with Void Fiend, Myrdern is bad. You're never going to get into corrupted form when you want to because you're constantly being healed while attacking.
It would just slow you
it's
down
like-
so much.
It's actually a negative. I don't think I'd even pick it up.
I wonder if we'd actually see someone kind of fall into that trap and not think about it during one of the races with Void Fiend. Kind of just like, oh, a boss
Yeah.
item, Myrdern, I'll just take it.
I guess pick it up. Yeah.
And then just be absolutely
Lose
dumpstered
damage.
by not being able
Yeah.
to do damage ever. It's like,
Yeah.
oh man, what an anti-synergy item. Truthfully,
It's
like
bad.
Jesus.
Yeah. For Void Fiend, it's actually horrible. Just kneecaps you.
Yeah, I'm grubbing right now. Dude, and everyone is done with the teleporter so quick. I mean, good job
Yeah.
on Dan for rolling the pot so quickly too, though. He kind of saw that opening, that little opportunity, and he's like, you know what, I can do it.
hmm
I mean,
That's a good idea. Really good idea.
yeah, if you can early, do it.
Oh man.
But ultimately here, it doesn't really matter since everyone went to TP directly after anyway.
So
but you know,
Corny just opened the normal key box and got a leeching seed. So
no,
that's sad. So he missed out on a potential second void key, and instead he got a leeching seed for it. So
we'll see kind of
Sad.
as the run progresses what we'll kind of see from that and what the ramifications are later. He might
Yep.
miss out on some other shit. He might not have. If there's another key on this map, it may have been better to just get the extra green scrap
Yep,
and then
it's
get
true.
the other one. So we just don't know yet, but him not getting the extra void is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
It's just so much less choice. You saw
Mhm.
Dan walk over the key box and it's like, oh, never mind.
Oops.
Looks like Disputed's struggling a little bit with the pot here. He's trying to get a
Here
good
we go.
kickflip.
Oh.
He doesn't have a lot of speed, so
Oh, yeah,
he's
he's
just trying
struggling. He's kind of
he's-
brute forcing it at the moment.
It's
He needs
kinda
to
pitiful.
Take it a little slower.
to.
Yeah. I would expect
Okay.
more.
Oh, he just hit it. What the hell is he
Okay.
doing?
Well, at this point,
Alright.
now we can shit talk.
Nah, you're gonna have to be serious about it. Be like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. This is
man.
actually pitiful. But, oh man.
Dude. Where is the other button, by the way? I don't think anyone has found it. No, Tony found it.
No,
Where was
it's near this one, not across the bridge, but like right up the little hill.
Is it the one with
rock.
the? Oh, big rock.
Yeah.
Wait, the gate rock or the
Literally
big
right
rock?
here.
Oh,
Big rock right here.
Actually, big rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
The big rock.
Make a video on how to roll pots. Cap already has a video on how to roll pots, so
Yeah,
There
look
you
it
go.
up. How to pot roll. Risk of Rain 2.
yep.
But not how to roll pot. Don't do that one.
Yeah, those are very different subjects. But I mean, everyone's pretty still even so far. We haven't really seen like a massive discrepancy in the builds yet. Like the keys will manifest themselves as we go on here, and that they might be the kind of divider. But as of right now, everyone kind of has the same build. Everyone's been going kind of the same pace, looting the same areas,
Yep.
and so
I don't see anyone like too far ahead of anyone else. I do think Corny getting that key does suck because now he doesn't have 2 void keys instead, which could be really good. But other than that, it's about the same. Not too bad.
mm. like at this point during what was it? Was it last run and the run before it, races 2 and 3, where we had just like really actually crazy different builds, like at this point
Yeah.
or almost this point. The first run was about the same at this point.
Yeah,
though,
about the same
but,
as this one.
you know.
Because it's a survivor they're more comfortable with, and they know they can do decent damage. And
Oh,
especially with
Karn
Void
just
Fiend,
lost
like
his elixir
yeah,
for
he
that
lost
void
his
key as well.
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, I hate to see it. Especially with Void Fiend, like you shouldn't be breaking your elixirs / watches to void cradles and stuff like that. But it's painful. Sometimes you gotta hurry up.
Yeah, it's like, is it worth the time spent to sit here and wait for my health?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, they're void fiend. They can just heal.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I was saying. For Void
Yeah.
Fiend, you probably shouldn't.
yeah. I mean,
For other survivors, maybe, and I have in the past just been like, fuck my elixir, give me this item. But
yeah.
for Void Fiend, you should probably I mean, you should just know to wait. And honestly, I'm looking at Disputed right now. He's getting blasted by these elders, which doesn't matter because they're such low level and he has so much damage reduction from corrupted form that he could have just hit TP instantly and just got all of the money from pennies and the elders.
I've done that too.
Actually, probably could have been a good play.
It's
Yeah.
it's easy. You can literally just sit there if you have a single healing item or anything and just hit the fire bolts on you, and it's thousands of dollars for free in like literally
Yeah.
seconds. So Pulse Fire, thanks for the prime, dude. We appreciate the risk of resources team. Thumbs up, smile,
Thumbs up,
and
smile.
and stop stealing my shit. And Corny's on the RPD, the first one, stage 3. So we'll see kind of how that goes. Kind of how he
I
approaches
like
the stage.
I like what Dan did. He went into the AP printer. He got 4 AP rounds, and he had 2 energy drinks laying on the ground. He lost his 1 energy drink from just the blind roll of the printer, but he's looking good. Really good boss damage. He has the speed he needs. 2 opals.
Yeah,
It's solid.
The value of macro was insane. And this is what I was talking about earlier when I mentioned like leaving stuff on the ground for printers.
Yep.
Because he wanted the speed and he wanted those opals, but he also wanted, was it watches he said? What did he print?
AP rounds.
AP rounds, yeah. But he wanted AP rounds, right? So how do you have all 3 and you guarantee you have all 3? You leave them on the ground until you're done printing,
Yep.
right? You only take from the pool of items that you have. It's an excellent control mechanism. So again, I love to see that stuff. It's something that I've kind of,
Good.
worked to perfect in my own runs as well, and doesn't let me down, dude.
So Imp Overlord stage 3 teleporter boss, maybe Shatterspleen, which could be super strong. Like they don't have a ton of crit right now, but it's still Void Fiend with that corrupted M1. Really good bleed stacks potentially. We'll see if they can get it though.
Doubt. But maybe. It'd be cool.
What is it? 10%? 15%? I always forget. It's like somewhere
Dude,
around there. 20?
No, it's not 20. Listen, I think it's 10, but like it used to
I think it
be
is 10.
It used
Or
to be
15.
10 or 15, and then they swapped it to the other one, and then I never remember which one.
never been the same.
Used to be both,
Yeah.
or it used to be one or the other, and it was used to be.
Yep.
So I think it's 10 though.
Shatterspleen. There it
Hey,
is.
we did it! Congratulations.
Okay. 10% / 15%. Easy. GG. Probably 10. Good AoE. They have okay crit, and honestly, pretty good way to stack bleed if they're able to get more crit going.
Chat's right, it's 50%.
I'm liking this.
Does or doesn't happen.
Oh yeah, true. 50%.
Yeah.
50.
Correct.
For sure.
They only have, or Disputed only has 16% crit right now, though. So no, he has more. He has 21% crit right now. He has the scythe.
Oh, it's a scythe.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's not bad. I mean, especially if you're just holding him one.
Solid bleed. Yeah.
Yeah, you can stack it up. It
like Shatterspleen bleed does, like the duration of it still is affected by your proc coefficient, just like normal bleed is. So the lower the proc coefficient, the lower duration your bleed is going to be. And we know Void Fiend's corrupted M1, I think is what, 0.6 proc coefficient?
0.625, which is like the only one with decimals.
0.625. Yes. Very good.
Yeah.
So not the best, not the worst. Really good attack rate though, so it'll get decent bleed.
Yeah.
It'll
Like while they're holding M1, they're good. But if they ever stop holding M1, it's gonna drop pretty quick. That's basically what it is. Just got to get in there, just make sure they're getting in there. Ow. He's taking.
That's all the AoE they need
blast.
though. They have gas. They have the Gyros band. They have Shatterspleen now. They just
Yeah.
need more single target and more mobility, maybe. But
They don't even
looking
need the
good.
gas at this point.
No, not really. Looks like Corny scrapped a little bit. I wonder if they have enough for a potential red item from the bazaar. Everything else is pretty good. Probably
It's
not.
hard to say, and you don't really want to get rid of the scythe at this point. And I don't know if you'd want to
Yeah.
get rid of the Gome at this point either. Oh, Corner found a
No.
feather and a large chest over there too.
Oh, beautiful.
really
And more
good.
speed.
This
Easy
is a
pillar
really good
skip
run,
now.
man.
For sure, guaranteed pillar skip for Corny. I would assume the 2 drinks is enough, but I know energy drinks are kind of weird with the Fiend skip sometimes. You got to really be on the sprinting. Let's see the void key. The first void key box. We see
Let's
Disputed
see
opening it.
it.
Has another void key in it.
That's
And
all it
probably what he's
has.
gonna take.
That's all it
'cause
has.
Void crit is horrible, especially with the Shatter Spleen that just dropped.
Dude, I can get
and
extra charges of my no cooldown R. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Spam kill myself in power mode. Easy.
but that's why it's really important that Disputed and Dan have 2 keys, right? Like while Corny
Yeah.
can refresh his key here with the second key in the box itself, it's like, you know, it
Now
feels
it's the
kind of
third
like a
key
wasted
box.
one. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Now this third key box could be extremely strong because we know Corny wasn't supposed to get the second key box, but now that he's going to get a key from this key box, he'll get the second one. So we'll see if the third one is really beneficial for Disputed and Dan here.
yeah. It's all about how, like, it's like the butterfly effect, you know, seeing these little things just kind of like
Yeah.
ripple through time and create these like giant
Yeah.
waves later in the run. It's
The
so
Mandela
fun.
effect. Yeah.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. Abyssal. Like, so we have. So there was potentially 2 pennies. Corny only has 1, but the other 2 have 2 pennies and power mode basically with Void Fiend. I think we could maybe see the legendary chest here. Maybe.
Oh,
We'll
I
see
mean,
how efficient they are with the penny farming.
So I think it was
Especially with
last
Stone
race,
Titans.
last competition, or the one before
Yep.
it. Everyone was using pennies on Abyssal really well on this one run. I don't remember which one it was, but like almost everyone got the legendary chest just from farming. Like everyone was really efficient.
Yep.
Actually, maybe it was like 2 races ago or something, but it was really good.
I think
dude.
it was the one. I think it was the first cabbage race, maybe.
Yeah,
It was
cabbage one.
it was definitely Stone Titans on Abyssal, and I know I definitely farmed that. There's a bleed printer on this stage, by the way, which
Oh,
I think it's fine. Like you don't have the crit for full on bleed with Shatter Spleen, and I'm
but a
pretty
little
sure
bit
that bleed
extra
still
might be
stacks
okay.
with Shatter Spleen, but it doesn't double. So I think it'll be good to get a couple, get more bleed going.
It's just like 2 different chances of rolling a bleed, basically.
Yeah. Not bad. It's also a backup mag printer, and honestly, backup mags for the pillar skip on Void Fiend, not bad at all.
Not bad.
And I think Corny did go into that focus crystal
Ooh.
printer early on, but going to that backup mag would be a lot
Corner
better.
for
Corny getting the safer
safer
spaces.
dude.
That was from the key, right? No.
No. Nope.
That was
Just
Void
a void cradle. Just sitting over there next
Okay.
to one of the new spots.
Nice.
So,
Easy.
oh yeah. It looks
Very
like
good.
Cornifer is just going to do the teleporter right now, too. He's not going to really fluff around with looting that much. He knows how much he's got. He's
Yeah,
not going
we
to
got
farm
BBC.
pennies on the brass contraptions. So,
Maybe the trails
not on the
as they're
orbs.
flowing through there. Yeah, not the orbs. Please, not the
Dude,
orbs.
he's like almost, he's taking something, just
Honestly,
used elephant just
he
to
has the
save his
elephant,
life.
yeah.
Oh my god. Dude.
Jeez.
He lost his saber spaces because he was just getting in there, and then he used the elephant and he just got fucking blasted by like 3
Yeah.
orbs. That saved his life.
This is
Jesus.
actually another really good synergy, and we saw it in the last Void Fiend race, and it was safer
Yep.
spaces with corrupted form. You're able to actually use your R now because it gets
Mhm.
blocked for the safer spaces, and you're able to extend your corrupted duration, which is just more
Yeah.
damage, and it's really good. A lot more mobility as well with the shift instead of going straight up with trespass. It's strong. Safer spaces in Void Fiend is really good.
It's all about using those little things. And I remember
Yeah.
there was a point in I think it was Cabbage's run. It was like the start of phase 4, and he had just healed himself with his R, and he's like, "Oh no, I want to be in
Exploders.
corrupted form
Yeah.
right now. So he walked directly into the fire on the ground just to damage himself more to get back in corrupted form.
Yep.
It's like these little like micro optimizations that these players have to do to keep their gamer mode uptime as much as possible, just to keep that damage flowing. It's like
And it
it's really
saves so much
interesting.
time if you can do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like while Fiend on the surface feels like pretty simple, there's a lot of like interesting little micro that like you really
sure.
are only gonna see in like speed competitions and stuff like this because like
Oh,
yeah,
Dan
Dan.
+5 to the brass
Oh,
contraptions. Pain. Okay, well, he's behind, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see another death. I don't know though.
yeah.
I feel like this run is so solid that you shouldn't be dying
Ye-
here. That's brutal.
You're also pulling up the caster's curse right now. Anytime you say something will not happen,
Yeah.
it does. So hold on, we'll see. That being said, it does not look great. It's pretty already late in the run,
Yeah.
but
Good
people die in
mobility, good
Mithrix all the
damage.
time, and we don't know if Disputed's gonna find the safer spaces either and stuff like that. Everyone does have the elephant though, which I love to see. I love that.
Dan didn't find the feather. Maybe
Oh,
that's
that's
why he's feeling a
why.
little more hesitant, but I think even without the feather, probably should have still been fine. It's kind of a rough TP spot, I will say, but I don't know.
Second key box is horrible, by the way.
Oh, sick. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah,
Wungus,
that's not
Void
good.
Crit, and Lysate, baby. So
And
again,
he
they
even
do
passed up
not.
the Wungus. Yep.
Yeah, they don't want Wungus because they don't want to be in a default mode more than the gamer mode. They want to be doing as much damage as they can with the alternate mode here. So it's kind of something they're probably going to pass on.
Yep.
Meanwhile, they have Slug and they have their R and Elephant if they need it. And Slug doesn't actually pull you away from the your corruption meter going up either. So it's fine.
There is a blast shower on stage 4, and it looks like Disputed got it. He's be able to refresh his ban
Nice.
cooldowns and his Saber Spaces cooldowns. He can go into corrupted form more often now with the fuel cells. He didn't get the 2 fuel cells from stage 1
He
TP
didn't
because
get
he didn't do
safer
the mountain
spaces
shrine.
yet.
Oh, he doesn't have the Saber Spaces yet either. Hopefully he finds
But
that.
Blast Shower
Still
or
really strong
Blower
though.
is one of
The
the better
Blower.
equipments here, I think. Like this is what I would
Yeah.
want.
Oh yeah.
Help
It's a
you
good-
just like
good
really
equipment.
go. He's not gonna turn around and see the safer
Yeah,
spaces,
he went the
dude.
opposite way. The
Walked right
Void
by.
Cradle, dude.
So a reminder,
Please.
if there is a chain connecting that middle platform with the edge of the map where that newt spawn is, then loot is allowed to spawn there. If the chain is not there, then you don't even have to check it. But he should have seen that chain there, connecting it, and been like, okay, it's worth checking to see if there's something there. I think all too often people just assume that nothing spawns over there, but I mean, looking, he probably sees it right now on his screen, the Void Cradle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now he's like, fuck me. What was that?
I don't even need to loot this map.
Oh,
Pain.
he
Well,
just said he didn't even
so
need to loot the
there's-
map, but hey, should have.
There's an ATG in a Tri Shop, stage 5. There's also Vase in a Tri Shop, stage 5.
Mhm.
I think I'd take Vase here, even over Blast Shower. I think the pillar skip
What
for
about
Void Fiend
over
with this
Elephant?
low mobility over Elephant for sure. I don't think I'd take Elephant in a race against like
It's
doing pillars
hard
and stuff.
to say for me if they can skip pillars or not. If they can, just that's different, or can't. But I would almost kind of feel comfortable just having a couple fuel cells with Elephant and then just holding in gamer mode on Mithrix a lot. But I don't know. I mean,
don't
basically,
know.
it is
It's
gonna
like,
save
it's
you a
not
ton of
gonna-
time. But
Yeah, an
I don't know.
Elephant's not gonna save you any time unless you like die. That's the thing. Like unless you're taking killing blows, Elephant's not gonna save you time. You can get into corrupted form and really get in there a lot more often, but you already
I mean,
have
that
like the
saves
shift.
time.
You already have feather. I don't know how much time it's gonna save compared to a pillar skip.
I'm not
Especially
saying
Void Fiend
it's
pillar
right.
skip.
I'm just saying it's not bad though.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
Yeah,
still do a lot with that.
yeah. We have a rough TP stage 5 too. It's underground and it's all gup. Maybe they
Probably
can fall
loot.
off and it looks like
On
most
the
of them
third void key,
have. Void
by
key.
the way.
Third key?
So
Okay. Corny's not getting it.
that's the one that Corny doesn't get because
Yep.
he opened the key box in stage 2. Isn't that crazy?
Pain.
Just like appreciating that for a second, like, dude, that's
Ended
insane.
up mattering.
Yeah,
That leeching seed wasn't worth it.
leeching seed was not worth it, dude. Technically, he can still get the Polyloot if he gets another Void Key. But
Yeah.
the chance of that is pretty low, so.
Yeah. Maybe. Hopefully. But Disputed's looking pretty good at the moment. He's got his Polyloot. He's got the bands, Shadow Spleen. Didn't get any armor piercing rounds from that printer. He just has one. But really good damage. Kind of struggling to this TP, though. He's got the Construct kind of flying around, molesting him a little bit. Not good.
What in him? Jesus. That was a recycler on stage 5, by the way. Just
It's a lot
dropped
more
for
pleasant
Dan.
of a word in Spanish, I will say.
All right. I'm sure, man. We'll see if Dan actually uses that recycler for anything, because he kind of left it on the ground where it was, and he's kind of like, I don't know. We've seen in the past already in this tournament, like people taking the recycler and just having a little bit too much fun with it for a little bit too long. So maybe he's kind of just like pulling himself away from that a little bit more, just waiting to see if anything drops that really needs the reroll. And just for now, just holding the elephant.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a feather and a multi-shop over here too with a chrono bobble as well. They all have chrono bobble though. Never mind. Like if you already had a feather, I would have probably gone the chrono if I didn't have one at that point. Like, because you already have the slow with the M1, and it's just like keeping them so far away from you for free when you're not in game mode either.
I think there was a race where I was railgunner and I went like almost all into feather printer. And this is kind of the same situation where like, do you need the second feather? Probably not. You should probably take something a little more utility wise that will actually benefit you.
Dan is getting hurt by this gup that's just sitting. This is a horrible teleporter spot, by the way. This is like one of the worst teleporter spots on the map to get, especially when a gup just sits in the teleporter. You have basically no room to maneuver out of it. And there was a vase that he got. Disputed picked it up.
Yep, from that try shop. And it looks like he's taking that over Blast Shower, unless he's using it just to loot the stage faster. I don't know.
I think Disputed's gonna go with the vase. He really liked it in the run earlier, and he's like, you know what? He has a fuel cell. He can get through the moon really fast.
He's leaving.
Yeah, there he
goes. It looks like Corny's doing the exact same thing. He went up, got the ATG. He's gonna go back down right to the TP.
It's like
That's
a
funny.
replay, dude.
Yep, same exact thing. Oh, what is Corny doing?
Oh, he
Corny's greeding. Corny, don't greed.
Disputed has been really pretty good this tournament about getting to the moon pretty fast.
Yep.
Oh, Dan. Oh, he has elephant. He has his shift. He's good. No worries.
I think Corny's greed. Oh, Corny went back for the vase. He forgot about it. Still kind of a time waste. Wish he got that earlier, but
yeah.
Looks like he's gonna scrap too. Maybe he's gonna get a red item from the soups. And it looks like Dispute is going right up, so we're not gonna be able to see all of the cauldrons. Might be beneficial. I don't know.
And Disputed is entered his Mithrix fight. Let's kind of see how much damage he has here.
Yep.
You click the live button to make sure I'm caught up.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Yeah. Let's see it. Oh, Corny's on the moon as well. He's just getting up there. He's just gonna use the second vase to get in the arena right now, too.
And Corny has an extra fuel cell, so he's actually probably gonna go to the soups and then just vase right up from the soups. He's not gonna waste too much time going all the way over there.
He's trying to click it at soup right now, but the closest you can be to actually get a vase over to soup is right at the edge of the platform for where the ship is on.
Yeah, like right at the dome area.
Yeah, there's like a line in the ground where you can kind of tell where it is, but so he's gonna have to watch for a little bit more, but nice. I mean, I'd like to see what's on soup.
Here, do I take fall damage to get into corrupted form faster? Probably not with the fuel cells in the vase, but it is definitely something to note. Is taking fall damage and just getting into corrupted form for the shift it can be fast. Can be good.
I mean, dude, that's why I'm thinking Dan with the elephant. He's coming in, dude. He's gonna sit in. No, listen. He's going to sit in the exploder fire to take damage to stay in, and not die, it's going to be amazing. He's going to have
Yeah.
100% uptime on corrupted form. Oh, there's a scorpion
yeah.
at the
We'll
soup,
see.
by the way.
Yeah,
Interesting.
scorpion soup. And
Nice.
Corny doesn't have the polyloot to pair with it. Sad.
Interesting. We have two now very different builds going into the Mithrix fight. So
Yeah. I wonder how much the scorpion is going to do. It can do a lot. And Corny does have saver spaces with Void Fiend's like self damage, increase the duration of the corrupted form. So we could see some really good scorpion stacks and might be able to catch Corny up.
And Dan is going up as well. It's going to take him a little bit here to get up, but he'll get there.
And this is why I think taking a pillar skip with Void Fiend is still a good play, because this pillar skip, it's doable, but it's long. It's pretty long.
It takes a while, honestly. I just don't think
Yeah.
he saw the vase either. Hold on, we need
Yeah, I
a
don't-
little
I don't know if he
something
saw
a
it either.
little bit more epic, dude. This is an epic moment, dude. We're getting there. This is the last
Disputed halfway through
part
phase
of the
2.
run.
Corny halfway through phase 1 already. I want to see Corny pass up Disputed here with the Scorpion. This could be cool. He just really has to stay in that corrupted form. I don't know if he's using his safer
ton.
spaces to increase it.
I don't know either.
We'll see with this little phase. I don't think he is. I mean, for this one, he's gonna finish it off. Yeah, it's fine.
I agree with you. I would be using the actual self damage R just to get more damage, and I'd read the hell out of it.
Oh yeah. We'll see how phase 2 goes. Disputed has been like halfway through phase 2 for the past like 30 seconds to a minute, so stuff keeps spawning in. Can't kill him too quick. It's cool they're all on the fight though.
Oh
We've
yeah.
seen a little bit of divergence in this race, but they all came together for this last run here. Real time, about the same.
What's the
For
big
Void Fiend
difference?
to pillar skip, you need, I believe it's 3 hooves. I think you can get by with 2 hooves and a mocha.
Yeah,
that's
it's
like the
2.5
bare minimum.
minimum. Yep.
And you have to utilize your M2 and use that knockback downwards to get even more height upwards. So if you want to look up Pillar Skip's Risk of Rain 2 on YouTube, you can find a YouTube video that'll kind of guide you through that a little bit.
Oh, your video?
Yeah, my video on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Cap_ the channel on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll find another one, thanks.
Yeah, I'll make my own.
But yeah, it's a very minimal amount. You can get through pretty easy.
So, Corny's catching up to Disputed. This Scorpion is fucking clutch for Corny right now. At first, I didn't think Corny was going to be able to catch up. He didn't have the polyloot that Disputed has, but this Scorpion is insane. He's already basically caught up.
I forgot that Dan
Damn.
had a death, dude.
Yeah, Dan has a death.
I forgot.
Yeah, the BBC got him.
It's just a shame. It
Yeah.
could have been like the
And
closest
it
Mythic
could have
fight
been
of all time.
avoidable. Yeah. Look at that Corny passing up Disputed.
Damn.
We'll see if he can get the phase 4. If one of them don't get the phase 4 skip, that's the throw right there.
Yeah.
They need the phase 4 skip. And
They need to choose the
quick.
right
They can't
portal
mess it
too.
up. Yep. At least they have the vases to kind of rebound from that, but they need this phase 4 skip. Looks like Corny has pretty good position, good damage. I think he'll probably just wait it out and try to go for the phase 4 skip next time.
Looks like Corny's he's gonna wait. Yeah.
Oh God. No, why did he deal damage there, dude? Please. All right, well, that might be the throw unless Disputed messes up the phase 4 skip.
I mean,
I don't think he will, though. This needs to be a quick phase 4. He needs to get in there. He needs to fall damage himself into corrupted form, Corny, and he needs to finish this phase quick. He needs to.
dude.
Oh, man.
ATGs might spawn in from Mithrix hitting BG, and that might go for him, actually. That's kind of concerning.
Is Disputed gonna... Oh, my God. So Disputed has bans. He's about to phase 4 skip, potentially. Let's see if he can get it
He
off enough
should
damage.
right now. He should.
Yeah, there
he's
it is.
fine.
So that's the throw.
Not skipping
have to
phase 4.
skip. Yeah.
Damn.
Corny does have good damage here. Hold up. Oh, this is gonna be so close, dude.
It's whoever
Oh my
gets to the
God,
ship
who's
first.
gonna get to the ship first? Yep. They're literally
Oh,
5 seconds
shit.
apart.
No good
Corny
portal spawn. They
has-
have to react.
Oh my God. Just base into one. I'd base into one right now.
No, Corny just.
Corny's going for this one. Is he confident
It's
he's gonna get
okay.
a good one?
It's
not
near
bad.
disputed.
He has to base over there right now. You need to. Oh my
Dude.
God, dude.
Oh, disputed got a
Please.
base
Disputed
quicker.
gotta get base.
Oh
Right to
no.
the. Oh.
Wait.
Oh, I think Disputed.
No, dude. No, disputed won.
got it. Yep.
Fuck.
Oh my God.
Dude.
What a fucking race there. That was good. Jeez.
Just by a few seconds.
Down
I
to
mean,
the seconds.
look at their timers. They are like literally
Yep.
3 seconds away from each other. So that was probably as real time as we were gonna get.
Damn.
As like
Yep.
how close they were. Dude.
It was down to leaving the portals from Mithrix Arena. Oh my God. That's fucking crazy.
I mean, dude, if Disputed steps out of the teleporter or
Yep.
the ship for any reason, it will give Corny the win here. So he probably won't, but if he does,
If a wisp spawns potentially.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's wow. That was so close.
He almost brought
Wow.
it back from not skipping as well. We'll see if Dan
Yep.
gets to skip here too. He probably will. I imagine he will. Dude, he almost got hit by that wave. He was like flying into it.
Yeah.
BG might actually steal it from him. Oh no,
That'd be
BG,
hilarious.
BG, no.
Oh, he missed. He missed.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank God.
Dude,
There's
look
the
at
phase four skip.
Corny and
Oh,
Disputed.
Corny.
Their fucking screen lit up white. the
Leaving same time.
God.
If Corny, like I said it, if you miss this phase 4 skip, you're throwing, and Corny threw it. He could have had the first place in this loadout,
I think
but
even
really
if
close.
like he did miss it, but even if he went in after like really close, he could have actually had it still.
Yeah.
But it was tough.
You should have been more aggro phase 4
Mm-hmm.
going through it. Charging your M2s for more damage as
Whew.
well instead of just peppering it.
God damn.
What a race.
Yeah, we'll just bring them all in here right now because obviously Dan's in the last part here,
Yeah.
so we're not gonna ruin his run. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Two.
Yo.
Ah, Jesus Christ. G'day.
Hey man.
Good, eh?
Get the bejeebers out of me. G'day.
Yeah. GG everybody. That
GG.
Corny and
that
Disputed.
was that was
You
so
don't
fun to
even
watch.
realize, man,
I just
how
saw it.
close.
Ooh. It literally came
Yeah.
down to you
Tell
guys
me.
leaving in the portals after the Mithrix fight. Like that could have changed if any of you guys played it a little better.
Holy shit.
That could have like defined who
Damn.
got first place on this loadout.
Oh,
It
damn.
was
That's how quick it was.
really that close, man. It
Who
was
else? Who
Yep.
else plus 5'd?
no one, just you.
No.
God damn it, bro.
What do you mean? Who else? Like, what are you
God
talking
damn
about?
it.
Yeah, it was a
Let me
brutal run
cope,
there.
dude. Fuck
No
you.
items. Bad survivor.
Oh man, I thought just that 1 second the jellyfin, I thought it was up, and it wasn't, and the bell said fucking fuck you, I guess. See you later. Dude, just like a blazing bell straight to the head.
Yeah, the
Oh, shit.
BBC.
The BBC. What? Up. Oh my god.
Oh man.
So the moon was actually crazy. So Disputed and Corny, you guys were like neck to neck, basically going into the moon. Corny, you had an extra fuel cell. You were able to go to the soups, and you found the scorpion. So at first we were like, Corny's probably behind. He didn't find the third void key, which had a polyloot in it, and Disputed
Ah.
did. But the scorpion was bringing you back a lot, and if you just phase 4 skipped, you'd have got first place in this loadout easily.
Yeah.
You just created a little too much damage to lower him a little too much, and
Yeah. Like
Yep.
the ATG proc, the same thing with the boomer. Same thing with the boomer. Just happened when you're like, yep, I fucked up.
Boomer?
yep.
Who's the boomer?
The grandparent that I grew up.
Ah,
the
the boomer, right.
Yeah.
Talk about Grub, everyone's favorite Risk of Rain 2 streamer.
The comeback. Hello.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, listen. Disputed, GG again, by the way. You
GG.
Good
you
on you.
placed in first in 3 out of 4 of the runs today. So everyone in chat, make sure you give Disputed a clap. and a
Ugh.
GG, and obviously GG to Dan and Cornifer as well today. They played super well. Cap, do you have
Give me my
I'll
participation
get 'em.
medal, please.
We will. Caps, do you have links to everyone's channel?
Yo, get him.
Perhaps. Thank you.
Yeah.
Obviously, make sure you check out everyone who played today. Really awesome. You know, they don't have to be here playing their hearts out, but they will because they love it and it's fun. Reminder,
forcing
you
them.
can check out the Risk of Resources Discord. Well, we'll announce the next race when we know when it is and give you updates on what happens and all that good stuff. Who's competing, when, updates to the mod, updates to the website, all that cool stuff. You can know more about the behind the scenes of what we do and how we make this kind of stuff. So that's under the stream, or I'll post the link in chat here, XP Short Discord. Is there anything else?
Yeah, so thank you for the race, gentlemen. I never have more fun losing than I do against you guys. It's a great time.
Oh yeah.
Like
Make sure to go
even
follow
like
all the
through that
racers'
blight
channels.
run, like everybody is like coping blight. I get it. But like in that 110 minutes of that blight, I was like laughing the entire time. It's just a fun time. It's just a good energy,
Yeah,
you know?
it's a fun
I
ride.
love it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I gotta say I wasn't, but yeah, it's still fun times.
Absolutely. I'm not coping.
It was fun, bro. I had fun.
Journey's
coming in
ready to
after-
console me outside.
Yeah. Corny coming in after the Blight run is like, if anyone in my chat ever says Blight is good, they're fucking banned.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah, just get out. So you can stack. It's insane. We had to. Anyway, what? I'm not going to get into
Not
it.
going
It's
into
not
it.
enough.
12 backup
no,
mags.
no. We good.
Just
Anyway.
get 10,000 purity, and you'll be fine.
Hope you
Yeah,
guys
bro.
enjoyed the event today. We'll see you soon. There might be another race coming up soon. I'm kind of hoping I can get something together this weekend, maybe. If not, we'll definitely see you next week. So make sure you follow the channel, put on alerts if you don't join Discord or whatever, so you know when we're doing stuff. And
yeah.
we'll see you guys next time, chat. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for doing the races.
Bye.
Goodbye,
GGs.
everybody.
Bye, guys. Love you. Bye bye.
GG,
Good
bye.
chat.
Bye.